fucking molten, see? It's fucking molten, you asshole.
Who the fuck is Marvin Hamlish?
What does dumb fuck mean?
Well, you know what? You got a problem with Canada Goose. You got a problem with me, and I suggest you let that one marinate.
It's a fighting pose. You're a total poser.
Or
Catchphrase.
Hold on, Kaido! I believe in you!
We make a good team.
Did you?
I did.
Did you actually say that?
Yeah, I said it out loud.
I just don't wait.
I didn't hear
He
you.
said it so
So
loud.
that way, when I only show up for the last 30 minutes of this, at maximum 2.5 hour experience,
We were talking about how, like, visually,
and therefore viscerally,
the Batman is dark. That's not what this is about.
No. 2.5 hours was not our
that's
longest.
his. Yeah, that's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done longer shows.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the top 100 Nerdities movies of all time.
Okay, so if we were to actually use some common sense and organize that shit, I would absolutely want to do it again.
That's fine. We can.
Like 10 years later, so much shit has come out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We can totally
Do it over
that.
2 episodes.
Yeah,
2
we
days.
would change
Yeah,
movies in the top
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. Easy.
96 of them would stay the same.
1 or 2 of them wouldn't even be in there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
They said we would never last. Yet here we are. They said no one would listen. Yet here you are. They said we'd never make a living off of this. And you know what? 2 out of 3 ain't bad. No topic too absurd. No statement too asinine. We are fucking nerdities. Nerdy Jersey's finest. I'm looking after the whole thing, but you know what? Life sucks. Life happens. I continue as ever to completely and totally be trying to justify
We should have did the shot before the show
we
started.
This is old school.
needed to.
This is old school energy. We
Yeah.
can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Ric Flair
I'm
this.
pumped, dude.
Yeah,
You're
you should
pumping
be.
me up right now.
Yeah.
Keep going. Do it. Keep going.
There.
You know what, brother?
I'll be your Arn Anderson.
You are the Arn Anderson.
You are Arn.
But that's not what we're gonna do. As far as who's.
Oh, you brought him back?
Oh,
There
my
was a tradition on Nerdities from episode 1 where we would let the folks know who was who based thematically on some kind of
Topic
property.
du jour.
Yeah, usually the topic du jour. First one we ever did was turtles, which would be completely different now.
Yeah.
Remember? Well,
Would it?
Well, there's less. Well, there's more of us now.
Yeah, there's literally 4 of us, so it worked out perfect that time. Remember that first show did not have
I think
Voldemort.
3 of them would be the same.
There'd be a lot of similarities.
There's stuff.
Yeah,
I've changed.
but that's not what we're doing.
You're still Donatello.
Come on, Joe.
No, you're Venus de Milo.
I think that was actually the joke that started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think we said that someone else would be Casey instead. Yeah, and that's how it.
So, we're doing 3 this week.
Woo.
Yes. So the first one was the one I came out of the gates with, based on our most recent Exposing James. Because I don't know if we ever did the cast of Predator
We have not.
as a who's who.
Oh.
And this is going to be the first one right out of the gate.
Wait,
where I'm gonna-
are we saying the characters in the movie, or are we saying the actors themselves?
Characters in the
Characters in the movie.
As
Okay.
ever, it's always the characters.
Just making sure.
No
man.
one's jacked enough to be anybody.
It's been a
in that
long
fucking
time
movie.
since I've seen that movie.
None
so
of us.
these aren't
I'm
not
jacked.
lame.
Not even
Oh, no,
close.
Who's the woman? I think I'm jacked enough to be her.
I got her arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was tough.
She was, dude. She weighed like $135. She was ready to go.
And one of the only 2 survivors.
Fucking
Showed-
Carl
Exactly.
Weathers in that movie is
Dude, the
fucking
most badass
beast
handshake
mode.
ever.
Yeah.
diesel.
Yeah, beast
Biceps.
mode. Pushing
Was
through
that where they did
many
the handshake?
Yeah.
The handshake.
Yeah.
Sound of
Dude.
Right.
Always on yourself. So,
You almost got it. Almost one
there
out the
will
gate.
be at least one tonight. I guarantee you.
Fatigue?
Yes. As the night goes on.
I wonder who's gonna do it.
I wonder who.
There's only 2 of us that ever do.
What's up, bro?
There's a mascot.
It might be me.
Dog Demon.
Most likely gonna be me. So.
Okay, as far as the Predators crew goes, I'm Mike. I'll be your Dutch for tonight because I am leading the episode.
Fair enough.
I'm the field leader on every one above all.
Listen to. But that's kind of a running theme.
Yes.
But he's
Fucking
the leader.
Captain America thinks he is over here.
Yeah.
Told you, Pat. I told you Captain America would get blown up without even me bringing it up. I didn't have to say it.
There's a grudge, man.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. If I was to make a list, I would do the same thing.
Yeah. You gotta pick
I wouldn't.
who you think you are.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Because when he says it's not even believable.
Not even a little bit. Not even
No.
vaguely.
No, he's such a liar.
But you know what? If we want to do 4 tonight, if we want to do 4 who's, then yes, we'll get to that group. But let's just stick with what we got going on.
Can we pull an hour out of this? Just
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
definitely.
Okay.
And it would still fit the format.
Yeah.
Our Dylan, who was the Carl Weathers,
Justin?
tell me that's not fitting. Anyone who's seen it recently, I know you haven't.
Yeah, I'd be like,
The conniver.
you guys gotta go, and then I'd totally get fucked up by the Predator.
You guys gotta go do this. I'm gonna come with you and help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make things more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh man, if there's an MO for Justin, it's I'm running the show or I'm helping.
I'm coordinating. Our Mac.
What?
Oh, Kyle.
There you go. Who's, he is kind of the silent one throughout most of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk too much. When he says something, it's important. And he's black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be a professional.
Drinker?
Yeah.
I feel like very small.
Dude, we used to get hammered
Show's still young.
before the show, like during the show.
During the show.
During the show, we used to drink a lot.
Used to. That's like
of
I
beer.
used to be
Old
short.
shows used to be sponsored, but not directly by PBR and Domino's.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Call back from the thing, something people don't know about. Starting to talk like Duthy Rose.
Baby Sack!
Baby Sack! Baby Sack! Baby Sack! I hope we get a Baby Sack moment.
Baby Sack!
Baby Zach. I was pushing Baby Zach on his stroller, and we were doing zoomies in all circles. And I said, Zach, can Aunt Kelly push you again? And he said, no.
No, he gave you the no.
Yeah. Give me the no.
Done. Oh, Pyro Zach.
He's
Pointing
not
at the
fire.
flames.
Let me touch.
Okay, so our Blaine, who was the Jesse Ventura character, who's no nonsense, ain't got time to bleed.
That's who I thought I was going to be. I'm so happy I'm Jesse Ventura, governor of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minneapolis.
Is that what it is?
Minneapolis.
Don't too many N's.
Too many?
I don't think you're governor is just for a city either.
Thanks. Vin.
There we go. I'm being nice with this one, Joe. You know how mean I could be.
I know.
But you're our Hawkins.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
It's not the insult
That might be
no.
the nicest you've ever been
Yes.
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been very cruel in the past, but no. Tell me that doesn't fit in a
That's
lot
good.
of ways.
Wait, that's Shane Black.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not ineffectual.
No.
Just not the toughest guy in the
No,
group.
director.
You know?
I'm getting jacked up too now.
Oh,
I'm
Shane
getting jacked up too.
Yeah.
I like it.
The director of Iron Man 3 and The Predator?
Yeah.
The worst Predator and worst Iron Man movie?
No, but he wrote the first Predator.
Yes, he did.
No.
Joe, yes. 10 years and I get a good one.
I'm being extra nice here. Our Poncho, who...
James.
Okay, let me talk, but sure, fine.
This is who the fuck I was?
Yeah.
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 Mac was badass.
Yeah, he was.
He had the chain gun.
Bad as hell.
Yeah, dude.
He would... He didn't have it, but he used it.
He was just shaving
Yeah.
in the trench.
Yeah.
Dry shaved.
He
Like multiple
took out
times
an
in the movie.
entire
Using my
forest with
sweat.
one
Yeah.
gun.
I gave myself, that's funny you say that, I gave myself razor burn on my neck today.
He was the first one that saw the Predator.
I got ingrown hairs on my neck.
All right, what else you got?
Okay, that was the one that I thought, just to run down. Now, Justin brought up that we should use something else that could give us two groups to choose from.
I love Justin brought this up.
Who did?
I believe Kyle said the boys, but
Kyle.
I was like, you can
That's
do.
how it happened.
Yes.
Kyle
It
said
was,
the
it was
boys.
the old tag team effort.
Sorry, I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's shout out the other pod.
2/3 of the greatest trios champions on the internet / podcasts.
Yeah.
Tag team back again.
No.
So, the boys. I'll go with the 7 now.
Okay, so this
We'll
one.
start with the 7.
We can't.
Now, There's no way I was going to
Zach,
pick who you'd normally
can't
think
walk around.
I would pick. No, I'm the deep.
Then
of
we
this
have to
group.
go back inside right here.
I don't know if I agree with
I
that.
disagree with this.
I
Let's see where it goes.
I think we're thinking the same thing.
Well, we know, Mike,
Yeah.
I've said I'm the deep. We know who the Homelander of this group is.
Definitely.
Justin.
Yeah. The Black Noir, the most silent member of the group.
Yeah.
I saw that coming.
All right.
Our A-Train.
I accept
I
that.
thought you were gonna go.
Okay.
I thought he was the deep.
So far.
Now, here's what
No. No.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. I get it now.
How the fuck he's not the deep?
What? Well, if he's Homelander.
I mean, he torments everybody.
But like,
Who is he most cruel to in the entire show?
The person he kills.
Oh, no.
Spoilers.
Well, he's pretty cruel toward Maeve the entire series.
yeah, but
I'm being mean
Maeve
again.
fights back. So
And you know what? No, for a while I did think you guys were in a relationship, so it's fine.
That's fine.
Well, you know, go back.
We've known each other for 30 years.
Yeah, you know.
And since it's a bit limited.
32 years?
Wait, you
Right?
guys met when you guys were 12?
6.
Yeah, we were young.
Jesus.
You go to school and do math?
What's math?
Exactly.
Second grade.
What do you mean it's limited? It's
First grade.
It's a perfect situation.
Oh, I know.
We've known each other
Yeah,
for a long time.
Yeah, Starlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is Starlight?
Yeah. Well, I was talking about like the latest version of. I could go with Translucent, but like who the hell remembers him?
Oh, because we're doing just the 7.
Just the 7 for right now.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Because now that we have.
Because I was going to say, he's Ryan. He's literally Homelander's son.
Yeah.
And he's eventually going to be a member of the 7.
Yeah, it's true.
But we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping for a redemption arc for him eventually.
All right.
Yeah.
But
The next one's a
boys. The boys. This one's kind of tricky. This one's a lot of tricky.
It's not tricky for one of us.
No, it's not tricky for you. It's not tricky for you.
Well, I didn't know if it was going to be tricky for me. I didn't think it should be tricky for me.
It's not going to be tricky.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, for myself, because of limitations, I picked Huey. Not completely right, but not completely wrong.
I feel like there's another person in the group. that could
There
be-
is, but then who would I be? Because you are obviously Butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no denying there. Facial hair alone. That would make...
Oi.
Oi.
Come.
That would obviously make Kyle MM not only your favorite character.
That's accurate.
Not only my favorite character, but after season 3, there are very few characters I connect with as much as
Kyle was probably the one who calls me out on my shit on the show the most.
Absolutely.
So,
But also, the way he is about, what do you call it? Like having to do things like
OCD?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a real thing.
Oh, yes.
The checking the door 3 times before you go to sleep at night, that's a real thing I do.
Then you have OCD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Our Frenchie.
Megan's a black belt. I accept that.
Yeah.
Is she really?
So this is where it gets tricky, because the rest of the group isn't that big. I could be a complete dick and be like our Kumiko.
But he's not tough enough.
No.
Ouch.
We're not dating.
He's
either.
done Tough Mudders.
Me have?
He has done tough.
He has done Tough Mudders, it's true.
So are you going to say you're our girl?
I don't know. I've watched one episode.
I
of The
feel
Boys.
like Joe's
wrong
I
with
feel
that?
like Joe's our Huey though.
In a lot of ways, he's our Huey. But then what would that
I
make
do
me?
know who that is.
Would that make me like the Colonel? Sorry.
Could be. There's not enough, I guess.
That's
in the
right.
main.
That's what it is. I mean, for the last season alone, I could be our soldier boy, but I'm not that big of a dick.
No, I think that would make you Butcher and
Yeah, they would switch around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it's got to be. Which would make him our Ryan.
Yeah.
Am I the guy who dies?
No, you're the kid with superpowers, so you should be happy about that.
Sweet.
But your father is a psychopath.
Yes.
And the character on the show is.
The character who cares most about you is also a psychopath.
Yes.
It's all good.
That is your who's who. If we want to revisit Avengers Tower, we got 2.5 hours. I don't know.
Oh, do we count the dead ones?
Yep. is in the multiverse. Who's dead?
Thank you.
Eh,
Fact.
Do I still work in the post office?
So we're not going the original
in the
six.
multiverse? Because I am on the inside in all the universe.
I mean, since there have been so many movies, we could go beyond that now.
What?
Avengers.
Beyond Avengers?
No, just beyond the original 6.
Yeah, there's way more in the group now.
I'm still Captain America.
You can still take a fucking
So
walk.
you're Falcon Captain America? Captain Falcon America?
I would give you that. I would give you
idiot.
Sam. Because he talks more shit.
does.
Yeah, he's not real Cap.
And you're not
He's
souped
real
up,
Cap.
yeah?
No, you know what I mean. He's not Evans Cap. He's not Rogers. Because I'll give you Sam Wilson Cap.
He's giving it to you. Who's that making?
Thank you. Thank you.
I could see Vinny as Spidey.
If we're going not original
Thank
6,
you.
I think I know who I'd
I'm
be,
not
but I don't want
responsible.
to bring it up.
Go ahead.
I just want to see if it happens on its own.
I would be Spidey out of all of us.
Well, no, I could see Vinny as it because, like, he'd punch someone and knock him out. He'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
I would.
Joe Pravdo is Peter Parker.
Anyways, yes.
Peter 1, Peter 2, or Peter 3?
Peter 1.
Good one.
Okay.
Toby? You're a Toby?
Oh, no, I'm definitely not
No,
Toby.
he's
The way
Tom
you
Holland.
said that just kind of upset me. Can you?
He's our Spider-Man. Shit never works out, and he's
No.
always doing the right thing.
The old Pravdo luck.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You forget who I am.
It goes
No.
without saying. This asshole right here
His son.
is
Loki.
Hawkeye, but not Clint Barton
What,
Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop?
Kate Bishop.
Oh, I was gonna say Loki because I'm a jerk.
Yeah,
Kate Bishop Hawkeye's hilarious.
it's accurate.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
he,
Not
does he
wrong.
run like her too?
Sure.
Thinks he's actually better at things than he is.
Oh my god, yeah, okay, yeah. I actually accept that
But
she's
because
not a
it's
complete
so
liar.
true.
I got
Not
two
a
in my head
complete
for him. I want to do the agree-disagree thing. I don't want to be the first one to say.
I could be like
Go
Gogeta.
fucking say it.
No, I got two in my head for him.
For Vin,
Yeah.
Hit me.
Clint Barton, Hawkeye,
could be.
I like that.
or Ant-Man.
He's not him, man.
I think I'd be closer to Ant-Man,
Yes.
Yeah.
despite the not having children part.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I could do Hawkeye. What's the drawback on his belt?
What does
right?
that make us?
You know? That's,
What does that make
his
us?
Yeah.
hero-ness is like...
Hulk.
We haven't gone original 6.
For not having powers, he's
Because
like,
he's not fucking Captain America.
No,
so we
that's why I'm going.
I'm Iron
newer.
Man, right? Didn't we establish that I'm Tony?
At the
Tom
end of that
Cruise?
conversation, that's how it ended. Because
Yeah,
there was
we
no
agreed
fucking
that you
way
were
for
Tony
Captain
Stark.
America. Yeah.
We're all Captain America on the inside.
That make you T'Challa, not by our,
I honestly was
but by
thinking,
virtue.
What?
Like you share more similarities with the
You were
character.
thinking Thor, weren't you?
No. No, I said
Although-
outside of the original
Thor's,
6.
Thor's not bad. Outside the original.
Okay.
I was thinking Winter Soldier for myself.
No,
No.
I'm more Bucky than you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to fucking kill someone than you are,
I don't know about that.
and not have remorse about it.
Well,
he has
He's
remorse.
gotten very
it
close to it.
depends.
Eventually,
Eventually, that's
He
the
remembers
point,
all.
though.
so will I.
That's the point, though, when he's not mind controlled.
No.
Obviously, I'm not saying Winter Soldier in the fucking Winter Soldier movie.
No, but
White
even
Yeah, white. Okay, if you want to phrase it that way.
Ikwatsu Ocha.
even when he's not mind controlled,
White Devil.
Bucky
White Devil,
is
White
a lot more cold than you are.
Yeah. You care too much. That's what makes you T'Challa.
And you're willing to show it. He cares and just can't.
What does that make me?
Crazy.
I don't know. I'm the whole.
You're
No,
Maybe-
because he's smart now.
Maybe
Not that I'm
Fury?
not, but
Because you do try
and
to
you do
organize,
go
I do try to organize
and you overextend yourself.
all
Wong?
the time.
Would you be... You
Not-
kind of give me a Wong vibe.
Yeah.
Could be Wong.
Wong is awesome.
I could. Yeah.
And that's.
Underrated.
I
Strange.
could be Doctor
You-
Strange.
you-
No, I was going to say if
Whoa.
you're Wong, he's
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
That would,
because
Yeah.
I do what I think's right, even though it means fucking everything else up.
yeah,
Yes.
very strange. You are a very strange individual.
Guys, I think one more, and there might be a returning character to the show.
Okay.
One more alcoholic beverage, I think.
No,
Oh.
let's not.
Oh,
I
let's
think.
Hello,
not. Let's
we
not
might
go
have
there.
Drunkston.
You're one away?
Well, I already had 2
What are
beers
we,
and a shot.
18 minutes into this show?
Yeah, but I drank before the show.
You had one beer and one shot.
I've also not eaten today.
You ate. We ate with you.
Yeah, just the tacos now.
Wait, isn't that
but
2
I-
beers? Didn't he have one before?
2 beers and a shot.
Yeah. So we are on the precipice of pain.
Well,
Everything.
we're not going to mention Star Trek, in this
Diego.
episode, are we?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that fucking thing that happened. Don't you worry, this is a recap.
Why, did you
show,
want to do a
Essence.
Who's Who of Star Trek?
No.
Is that what you were going for?
Or Star Trek movies, a who?
Red shirt? Is that what you're going for?
Who's Who of Star Trek
No,
movies?
if we're doing Who's Who, I'm Boimler, which
We're
from Lower
not
Decks.
doing Lower Decks.
Yeah,
no
I'm
one, I don't
totally
even know
born
Lower Decks.
Boimler.
If you're Boimler, I'm janitorler.
I got what you did there. That was fucking clever. That was good.
That was double wordplay.
That was great.
Well
Do
done.
you know
Points.
who it is? Dude, get with it.
Points.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right, let's
guys.
introduce, I guess, the show now, proper, so we can get on with it.
That
No,
was-
like we did the us, but like they don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a very special episode.
Yeah.
This is our the beginning of the decade of distraction.
Yes.
Woo.
This is our 10th anniversary show.
You want to give them the nerdity's origin?
I think we kind of have to. Okay, so there's this convention, and his parents died.
This all started when you and I got bored, and we were like, someone should remake Monster Squad.
Well, back it up a little more. We wanted to do internet videos.
Yes.
Because we were like,
Ugh.
everyone else is doing them. Let's make funny internet videos. We can do that. So we sat there making a list of all the concepts we could have.
Like 4 in 10 years.
And none of
No,
them
we've
was
done more
written
than
down.
that.
Yeah, we've done more than that.
We've done like 8.
We got 8.
They were none of the concepts we had written down either.
Yeah.
It was
No.
just random shit that we filmed.
more
It's
than
been mostly interviews.
Yeah.
Actually,
We
those
do
videos
have
were interviews.
We do have an interview with Lionel Yu.
We have an interview with
And Brian O'Halloran.
Yeah, Brian
Yeah, we talked to
O'Halloran.
some solid people.
And
Ming.
Ming and Mike.
Did you
I
do
did a Jersey
Ming, or
Devil.
did the two of us do
No,
Ming?
we both did Ming and
Yeah,
Mike
we both did-
Zapchak. Yeah.
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 So we got...
We were all there
of-
for that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got all of the
Yeah.
comic book men.
But anyway,
That's not what we're talking about. But it was like, all right, let's do some scripted internet videos. And we wrote down a nice list and we're like, all right, cool, let's take a break. And of course, our minds were already cranking on creative shit. So I think we like sat there and had a beer and we're like, you know what sucks? Remakes. People should stop doing remakes. But if they're gonna do remakes, they should do them this way. And we listed a couple, and then we got to Monster Squad. And we're like, yeah, how would you remake Monster Squad?
Yeah.
And
Oh yes.
30 minutes later, we had a
Yeah.
plot for a comic book.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, first it was a
It
movie,
was a TV show.
TV show.
Because we were going to stretch it out to like a 12-episode season. And then we were like, wait, we'll never get it done as a TV show in time because we'd have to sell it and blah, blah. But you know what we can do? We have all the skills to make a comic book.
Yes,
Well, you called me about turning it into a movie.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna sell a script,
Yeah.
but then we got too protective of it
Mm-hmm.
because it's a really good idea.
Yeah. If you try and sell this kind of shit away, they're going to tweak
You're gonna
away.
do that. Go sit in that fucking chair by yourself.
Take your own seat.
I don't want your
stupid
Face
ass.
the
I
woods.
don't want your butt toots crawling all over me all night.
Smell like your own butt too.
Butt toots.
You don't know how to talk trash. So that's the. We weren't nerdities yet.
No,
No, we had no
this
name.
was just me and you.
Yeah, we were tossing around names.
The way we got the name might be the best part of the whole story.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts.
Good.
So then, within a few months, we had already had stuff written out. We had grab 2, please.
You want to get you?
Three?
Free.
3? Okay, 4?
Could you grab me a water, please, and a
Actually-
beer?
I'll take a Fresca.
So
Sleep.
3.
Flag license.
Oh, I can't wait to show him.
4?
That one?
4?
Yeah,
So 4, right?
yeah. When
Yeah.
when
Bring
we
out the fridge.
Okay.
It
Okay.
can't be the first one you show them.
No, you gotta start
first
with
Tarantino.
Wait,
You gotta start with Reservoir Dogs.
You have to.
Yeah, Reservoir.
Yeah, you got to start at the beginning.
True.
I saw
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction first,
Yeah.
and it ruined Reservoir. Not ruined it.
No.
But I was like, this isn't.
But it
as good.
established his filmmaking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Reservoir
going
Dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's not
I should've seen
ready.
it first.
No. I said eventually.
Yeah.
What about True
You're
Romance?
way too young for that.
I mean, is it all in the same
Foxy
universe?
Brown.
I don't think he wrote True Romance. I think he just directed it.
No, he did.
He did?
Yeah,
Yeah. Tony Scott directed it.
Yes.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
backwards.
flippy flop.
And what about oh my God, I can't think of the name. 5 Floors. With
Oh,
Tim
4
Roth-
Rooms.
4 Rooms. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, what about sidetracking? Let's get
Yeah.
back on.
Sorry.
Back on the origin story.
Yeah. So we were putting it together. We had the rough plot out there. Actually, pretty nice plot. We had episode breakdowns or it was episode breakdowns.
Episode
We
breakdowns.
realized, oh, we can just turn these into issues. Maybe split them. Thank you. And then we're like, no, fuck it. Make it as a comic book. Awesome. Let's start drawing. Let's start creating stuff.
Random.
Wait, is that what you were drinking?
What? This is the last drink I
Oh,
had.
okay.
It was not the last drink he had.
I mean,
So pretty random.
Well, switch then.
You know what? You've been very. I
no one
like it
cares.
though. You're changing it out.
I don't want to break the glass on the table.
Yeah, that would be really awkward.
You don't need it?
I'm not ready yet.
That's my table. Alright.
Sidetrack. So then, after we got everything together, we talked to Kyle. We're like, hey, Kyle, we're going to need other people to write on this because we need perspective.
Because we're aware that sometimes maybe we don't know everything.
We go down literal K-holes.
Yeah, I know you guys don't know everything. It's fine.
No, a lot of stuff. Not the important stuff.
Yeah, like
No.
that Henry Cavill is going to be in the MCU, not the DCU. But stop sidetracking.
You started it.
And you
I think
finished
it was
it.
just kind of like, hey, here's our like rough
Draft.
outline of what we're thinking. Can you do you want to look at it? See if you have anything to add or.
And Kyle liked it.
Yeah. And then we drafted him.
We did draft him.
He was all like,
That was on
college.
The telling of this story, and hey, we're gonna send this to you. You want to look at it? I'm pretty sure it happened on a ride to Hurricane Harbor.
It did.
Yeah.
Really?
Pretty sure we were all.
It was
in
one of
car
the times
together.
we got drunk with our underage cousins, who also got drunk.
Oh, at that bonfire?
One of
Where,
many.
because there was one where it was like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think...
That was the
we've
one
ever-
where like everybody slept in the fucking living room.
Yeah. Except for me, because I got a very important call.
Giggity.
Yeah, a giggity call.
Did you?
Yeah, guys... Yeah.
A couple guys.
No. It's like, guys, I got
Yeah.
a call, and this never happens, so have fun. Just come to pick me up.
Oh, did we?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought you were there.
Nice.
No, there's many times that I passed out drunk in that
Anyways.
house.
I wasn't there very
Well
long
done,
after
sir.
we got to the living room either. Definitely first one to sleep. If that's the night. I'm thinking
Yeah, you passed out.
So then around that time, we're like, hey, let's get Joe involved in this.
No. That's not how that happened.
Okay, fine.
It was, we were talking about going to New York Comic Con
Yes. Yeah.
to get the lay of the land and the ideas and stuff, and like early cosplay talks. That's when I drafted Joe, because I was telling him about how, because Joe is a cinephile.
Yes. Yes.
And
What file he is.
What is
Michael
that?
Bolton.
What's that?
Michael
that's a movie fan.
Movie fan. Okay, good job.
Yeah.
And Joe had gone to film school,
Yeah.
and he was
University of the Arts.
he was doing film editing out in California when he came back. So we're like, Joe, we're gonna go to New York Comic Con. You want to go? Yeah, no, I really want to go. All right, cool. So then I told him about Joe's film background, and Mike was like, "Oh, remember those internet videos we wanted to do?" He's like, "We should do like an interview."
Joe, you're bringing your
Yeah, that's how it was. Bring your camera.
Bring your camera,
Joe,
Joe.
bring your camera and bring like $30 extra because Michael doesn't have train right there.
And in line is when we came up with the name.
Was it? Because
That's where I heard the name. Was when we were in like the cattle call to go in.
Oh, yeah, the nerd cattle line.
Yes.
I
With
remember-
the people who smelled so bad.
And I thought it was a name
Did
that
it
had been
smell good?
discussed.
Well,
and I was
we
the only
also
one
were by
that
what,
knew about
7-foot tall Phoenix.
She was
Oh,
hot,
Giant
though.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Giant Phoenix.
Gorgeous.
She was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I heard it. I didn't
She was
hear it.
legit though. She was
Yeah,
tall.
she was like
I
7
think
foot
we
tall.
might have thought
You
the
see
face
some
was
It
thirst
wasn't
traps.
locked in yet.
No.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
That was the
not
whole idea.
necessarily-
Yeah.
Not necessarily that it wasn't locked in yet. When we first heard it, or when I first heard it, I thought, oh, the guys must have talked about this and like all agreed that this is going to be the name, whatever. But also, it started off not as Nerdities, but if you remember that
Oh, I
first
remember.
video,
Yeah.
I
the
remember.
way Joe said it,
Yeah, I remember.
What?
It's nerd titties.
nerd titties.
Nerd titties.
Because
I
the whole
thought-
idea was to check out cosplay chicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nerd titties.
That
Because
we-
that's
I
all
was
I
a-
heard was
I
nerd
was a
titties, nerd
very,
titties,
very
nerd titties.
horny
Real
single
classy.
Yes, you
individual
were.
back then.
And we were sitting in one of the halls waiting for one of the things to start, and we're all in a row. I specifically remember you guys being like, yeah, we got the name. I lean forward, and you're like, Nerdities. I just go, huh. And I lean back.
Well, because then
Is that what we're going with?
We were trying to do like
Foo Fighters,
like
really?
oddities.
It was like oddities.
It was like oddities, but nerdities.
Yeah,
but
we get it.
something couldn't work with it.
Oh, we get you.
We both got it.
No, but something
We know
couldn't
you're
work
going
with
for
the
it.
way it was spelled. We had to spell it.
Nerdodities?
Yeah, because ITIES was already
Yes, it
established
was already
thing,
taken.
which they disappeared. We haven't 10 years strong. Can I get a scissor? Scissor.
There you
yeah,
go. That deserves a. I don't know
6
if
to
that deserves a
midnight.
scissor.
I told
but-
someone the reason you guys have nerdities. I was like, yeah, I think they like the oddities from WWF. And
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that was an
that's why they
influence
did
for
it.
sure.
I did.
So, but
Everybody come to the greatest show.
yeah, I fudged it.
Gather up all your juggalos and whatever.
Yeah. Remember Luna?
Yeah.
There were some good interviews that day.
Did you ever watch
My favorite. Yeah.
Dark Side of the Ring of Luna?
No,
There's
there's
side now.
I've only seen a couple, dude. They're so good. I wish I watched more.
Why do you think I don't contribute too much to the
Tastes
wrestling
like
show
pork
anymore?
and out and
Yeah.
black
Makes me feel
cherries.
dirty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What was your
Comic-Con
favorite interview?
2012.
So Comic-Con 2012 is when it started. Actually, the whole reason we even turned it into a podcast that day was because we saw
Kevin Smith's
the
panel.
Podfather.
Yeah.
Godfather himself. That panel.
Is
We were
that
sitting
what
down.
the Mayan calendar was about? 2012 was the dawn of.
Nerdities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Due
It
to,
wasn't a death, it was a rebirth.
due to Kevin Smith's amazing, ability
Oratory
to
skills.
fucking pump
You have
people
something
up.
to say,
It was
go
great.
out there and start your own podcast.
Just do your
Yeah,
own
let's
thing.
fucking do it.
What was great with his panel was it was him and the comic book man,
It was mostly Kevin.
but it was him. But he talked.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Just the way
think any.
it is.
What was
I
Walt
don't-
there? Because maybe he talked.
Yeah, I don't think any
That
of
was
them
about
really
it.
talked.
And he was running the panel, and it would always be like, here, question for Ming. All right, here, let me do 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, question for Mike. And another 15.
So, my favorite interview of that day was when Mike interviewed that Black Widow cosplayer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking incredible.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
She looked
It's on
great.
YouTube.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
looked great as Black Widow, but I was just in a mood.
Dude,
Yeah.
Vinny, great
Oh yeah.
Really?
as Black
But,
Widow.
and yeah, she looked incredible.
Yeah.
I wasn't in a
She
mood.
knows.
Yeah.
She knew. She was in the mirror for half an hour before she came there.
Yeah.
Just doing like the hip
She
thing,
she
you know?
looked the part.
Yeah.
She
Love her.
crimped.
Look, I've never seen her, but I'm in love with her.
You
She
should be.
she
Yeah.
was Black Widow from Iron Man 2 with the curly hair.
Yeah.
That like
Yeah.
sexy
Hey, babe.
ScarJo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't.
Any ScarJo.
I wasn't. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Curly Sue ScarJo. I wasn't being a dick too.
Yeah.
I was busting
You didn't
chops.
start off big.
Hey.
I was busting chops.
You did
It's
call,
about a minute and 30 into that interview that tells a different story, sir.
You called the doctor racist because he took Billy Piper over free.
I was screwing with people.
I'm still shocked that that video didn't get taken down because of the Star Wars theme. It's still up.
It's still up. However, we'll get into that in a little bit.
I interviewed, Hot Jay and Silent Bob.
You did.
That was a good interview.
That was a good interview.
What was the one where I was? That was your interview where I was walking behind the whole time, like
You and I were right behind him.
Yeah. That's I'm gonna jump ahead here, but I don't think we talked about this as like a topic for this night. But
catch as catch can.
I had written down like if you have any regrets from the last 10 years of doing this show. I wrote down 4
do
things.
have- I
that
do have
Kick-Ass
that I wanted
interview
to
was
talk
one
about.
of the fucking 4 things I regret
You interviewed
from
Kick-Ass?
the last 10 years of this show.
That was the interview that him and I were like in the background, like making faces because Joe was doing the video.
Yeah.
You interviewed Kick-Ass?
There's a point.
Yeah.
Was he cool?
Not the real one. Not
Not the
Aaron
real
Taylor
one?
Johnson.
Oh, like a cosplayer?
Yeah.
So there's one point where like Mike and I come walking into frame like this, and we're like,
Like we're having a conversation in the background, and we just decide to stop middle of frame where this guy's talking to someone. And at one point, I just kind of I think you walked away.
I
I'm
did.
just standing there, like as the conversation's happening. I'm doing like, oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, huh? Oh really? Oh, and Kyle is seeing me in the peripheral, trying not to laugh. And I don't remember if you punched me or you just did the push off frame. I just disappeared.
Dude, that's so good.
Because I remember I said like a dumb like a dad joke, and Mike in the background was like, ooh.
I did the
Yeah, and I think that's why I pushed you.
Weren't we trying to find that weird monster creature cosplayer on stilts? The one that was like up really high. We were
That's-
trying to find him.
When we go back to one,
How
either
could
to
you
display, because well, you've been to the conventions with us that are nice. Like you've been to Secaucus, and it's like, wow, this is a fun
Yeah,
experience.
it's cool. I got
New
a
York-
giant Yoshi.
New York Comic Con is an insane asylum.
It's chaos.
Why?
And we went that the first time
Philly?
we went.
Well, no,
We did go to Philly.
we did go to Philly.
No,
Philly,
Oh,
was,
we went to
Philly's
Wonder
pretty
World.
good.
Wonder,
Philly was a notch above Secaucus.
WonderCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly was nice, but there was a lot of room.
Oh, Philly.
Yeah.
Any
Wizard
NYCC,
World.
New York.
Wizard World.
Wizard
That
World,
was it.
yeah.
What happened in New York?
Any NYCC, it is shoulder to shoulder. The vast. You know how Disney can get uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Double that.
Well, because the first time we went was the Friday, and then the year after that we did the Saturday, and that was even.
Saturday was
crazier.
fucking
No,
crazy.
Saturday is always.
Well,
Saturday
we waited in
Go to
line
Artist
days.
Alley just to have room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for The Walking Dead and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They wouldn't fucking let us in because of this stupid Teen Wolf thing.
I was so.
We were.
pissed.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
We
stood
three
in-
times we
We
tried.
Dude.
stood in line for so
At
long.
like an hour.
Yeah.
At
Didn't they let
least.
you in?
Because they'd filled up. Because
Yeah.
what happens is,
We did Walking Dead in New
Cassidy.
York, Wizard World, Philly, and
Yeah.
New York again.
so
Over
if there's a
third.
panel beforehand, they won't push everybody out of
Yeah,
the
you
theater.
could stay in the seat you were in.
That's tough.
That
Yeah.
first one, was that the one where we saw Adam West?
No, that was Wizard World because
How do we?
I was. That was when I was regrouping with you guys after I saw Shatner.
That's right.
I was supposed to go to his last Comic Con before he. My dad wanted to go.
We saw Stan through a
Yes.
like a partition.
Dope.
I have. There's a picture of a security guard's hand in front of his face. I'm trying to snap a picture of Stanley.
Wizard World was also when we dragged him to see Brian
Gotta
Daniels.
pay for that.
That was Wizard
No.
World?
That was Philly.
That was New
That
York.
was- I
What?
thought it was Philly.
No,
It
no,
was-
you're right. No,
it
it
was
was
Philly.
Philly because there was a panel.
Yeah, it was Ricky the Dragon and Brian Danielson, aka
That's
Daniel
when I was
Bryan.
in for
Where
Shatner.
we started a yes chant about his girlfriend's boobs.
Yes. Well, so back to the original New York Comic Con.
Hey, we're gonna keep it on track.
It goes into my one regret. We big leagued Robbie E from Impact Wrestling, and I still feel fucking terrible. So Joe and I, it was right after we saw the Bella Twins, and we were coming down that little alley with the wrestlers, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Robbie E." And he's like, "Hey man, you're doing like a podcast?" And you and Kyle were already fucking up the thing. And he's like, "I could do like an interview." Like he was real like eager to get in, and I was like, we gotta go."
Oh man.
Yeah.
Is he cool, Robbie E?
I mean, at the time he was pretty big. He was doing the whole Jersey Shore gimmick.
Oh, okay.
That was towards the end of the con. That was like before we were
That
gonna
was
leave.
before we went to go stand in line and get disappointed in The Walking
Yeah.
Dead.
Wait, is
Shame
that a
on you.
movie?
The Walking Dead's a show.
Oh.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's just when he was young when it came out.
Take a walk, and while you're out, give me
And our passes were The Walking Dead.
It has been
'cause,
around. Holy
I still
shit,
have
we
them.
almost
yeah, I
got
saw them too. I met in the Wizard World.
not much left.
I just started this one.
So
I got 20 minutes ago.
did we get to that night? Is when we did the first episode, and oof,
Oh man.
that first episode was harsh.
Was it were we mess?
That first episode was, yeah.
No,
it
we
was
were
like
very-
that night.
we were
as
very-
soon as we got to Justin's
We were
house.
just very quiet,
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know what to
Yeah,
do.
low
Yeah.
energy.
very low energy.
Tired.
We're still trying to figure it out.
We didn't have a format. I think maybe we did a who's who on that one, but we didn't have nerd and douche.
Yeah, we
yet
were
in that
who's
first
who of the
episode.
convention.
Yeah.
Were we? I thought we were the
We-
Turtles.
We were talking about the convention. We were talking about the.
No,
the-
Turtles was
down.
the second episode.
Yeah.
Because the second episode was
We had a
just the
fifth
four of
person.
us and not a fifth person at all. There was nobody there. That was the fifth person. I didn't know.
Was he there by the second
Yes.
episode?
Yeah.
Wait, he was
We
there
get-
in the second episode?
Started, yes.
Yeah.
We could talk
And that was
about
Turtles, because
the.
that was 5.
Bruno?
We could talk about Bruno.
What, Pete Best? I went there.
Wow.
Actually, but that's not a knock, because Pete Best actually was a good drummer.
Sure.
I hope that the sprinkler does not come all the way on there.
Well, if it does, I ain't getting it, so good luck.
Didn't even incorporate this into the sound profile, did we?
Nope, totally forgot about him.
Kind of freaked me out.
I know the one hits the
Alright.
gutter, so
Get
that'll
some
be a
snakes.
fun noise every once in a while.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it stops right there.
Yes.
Right fucking
I
there.
Catch a little bit of spray?
That's okay, because the fire is keeping me very warm.
This has been the first segment of the 10-year anniversary show.
I forgot to turn them off.
This is completely on par with Nerd
And they only last 6 minutes, like most of us in bed.
That's every time I do.
6 now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anymore.
Tonight's episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. You called forth Ricky the Dragon
It sounded like a
Steamboat.
wet saw.
That was good timing on that one.
It was a laugh track.
So yeah. So we had another member.
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that it was a co-effort for why he's not in the group.
Co-effort?
Yeah, so
Not
there's...
really.
We're gonna jump right into that. We're gonna jump ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we
Well, it's
can.
not that far ahead.
It's not that
You
far
gotta
ahead.
bring him up because he came into the second episode,
Yeah.
and you gotta go through.
But I'll give it this. He did add something.
Oh yeah, no, that was great.
Like,
he knew our shit.
yeah,
Fuck that! I wasn't gonna say it.
but he brought the rest of us out of our shell.
Yeah,
Yes.
he knew.
Well, we were gonna get there eventually, but yeah, he sped
He was
the
an
process
accelerant.
up.
He was throwing the
Yeah,
gasoline
yeah.
on the fire.
Yeah, he was napalm.
Yes.
And
But
He was
it was
herpes.
It
Or
was
he had
also
herpes,
it was
whatever.
also one more person to make sure I never had to talk.
so,
And then we would continue to get hammered.
Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah.
Two of us. Me and number 5.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of us would get kind of drunk.
Yep.
You
Me
two
and,
would
me
get
and number
fucking
5. It was
you
like
guys
a
would
coffee.
get-
It was like a coffee.
Yeah, you guys got sloppy.
I'm celebrating those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To return to form. Return to bad form.
We really brought a lot of beer to your house.
What's this
We
weed
drank a
shit?
lot.
You would bring a 30-pack,
Well,
and
you
it would
bring a
almost be
30 pack. I
gone.
bring a 12 pack.
And I'd always have beer in the
You
house.
have beer.
Jeez.
Yeah,
You
dude.
used to drink
Every fucking episode.
Every time.
I don't know
every
if
week.
anybody
Domino's.
realized this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since 19, I've had the same drinking habits, like 3 to 5 beers, and I'm like,
I don't want to break any illusions, but number 5 was a fucking straight-up alcoholic.
Yeah, he was.
I don't
Yeah.
want to break
Barely
any
functioning.
illusions, but
you're gonna call him number
We were-
5?
Yeah, we're gonna call him number 5.
Number 5 is not
That's a
barely
cool name.
alive.
yeah, we were.
That's a really cool
We
name.
were,
So-
we were like, oh, I don't want to say we were 2 peas in a pod, but when it came to drinking, we were 2 peas in a pod for a while.
You were 2 rotten testicles in a sack.
Yeah.
Hey! I was pretty healthy.
You were the good one. He was getting all the...
JJ, you grab me a cherry wheat.
I was like,
Wheat.
And grab me one of the other ones, because you grabbed me a cherry wheat this time. Thank you, sir.
I didn't want to.
What?
There's the the black cherry stuff.
Okay.
I didn't want to drink any more of your black cherries.
He brought 2 of these out. I just opened it up and took a sip. I'm like, what is wrong here?
All right. So
nothing. It won a tournament.
number 5 enters the fray,
Yeah.
and he is the accelerant in the fire,
Yes.
and he brings a lot out of us, right?
But we're really gonna stay out here while this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only hitting me. It's not hitting you.
6
I just
minutes,
went
right? We're
really-
like halfway there.
Oh, no, this is literally only 6 minutes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you realize what you're doing to me?
No.
We'll get by. Need a minute or 2.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So then we plan out our first episode where we're gonna intentionally all get completely shit faced
This is
for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
This was a while out.
Yeah, we did a bunch of episodes before that, including a couple of my favorites.
Yeah.
The
No
problem
makes
with
sense, right by the snakes like booze.
Yeah. The problem with the show became that we needed to plan out episodes in advance, like what the theme is going to be for the next 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So we could
We would,
plan.
at the end of each month, we'd be like, all right, we need 4 concepts. And we'd do an hour and a half, 2-hour show, and then spend a fucking hour just sitting there being like, what
else can we do?
What are we thinking?
We literally talked about everything. We did a show
Yeah.
about
Every
everything.
nerd thing that we
Almost.
think of.
Most of them, yes.
All the stuff we liked.
Yeah.
So we were like, for St. Patrick's Day, let's do a show where we just get drunk, we talk about alcohol. And past experiences. Okay, fine, no problem. So we schedule it. And I buy alcohol. And the guys buy alcohol. And number 5, 30 minutes before the podcast, is like, sorry guys, I can't make it.
Which he was wont to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And more than once, it would just be like, I can't make it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm not going to ask why.
Now, mind you, the podcast wasn't on Tuesdays at that point. We'll get into how it became a Tuesday
It was
thing.
Saturday.
It was Saturdays.
Saturday.
So we were like, okay, but we're gonna have to do the show. I just
We're
spent.
here already.
Yeah.
We're all here, and I literally spent $80 in fucking liquor. So we do the podcast.
Get good and ripped.
It's super sloppy.
Drunkston checked in.
Early.
Yes.
Early.
Very early.
I was making mixed drinks.
So, what was it? The Nerdgasm?
The Nerdgasm. It was delicious. Tastes like candy. Don't ask me what the fuck was in it.
Justin tried so many of these.
Don't ask me what was in it. Yes. So we make a comment about number 5 because some asshole, who was the asshole? Was it you or him?
Me.
Him. Asked, like, who has a better art style, Mike or number 5?
Number 5 was my closest friend since 6th grade.
Yeah. And to be fair, I own some of his art. Like, I paid for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's good.
I
But
bought
like
a bunch of his cards, and I also bought
in a way that I can be sometimes, I made a comment.
Especially drunk.
Yeah, schmacked. He took it to heart.
So what happens was
I still
the
don't
show.
know the part he was most mad about. I really don't.
The show ends. Show ends. Kyle decides to bear hug me and shake me like a fucking margarita shaker.
Nice.
We were outside for
That's
that.
We were
love, baby.
outside. I
That is
projectile
love.
vomit over my deck.
Oh yeah, I can show us.
It was like the fucking Exorcist.
Nice.
It was like
Only way to
fucking.
do
You
it.
see these sprinklers? They're low pressure.
Like,
comparison.
yeah,
Okay.
like it was just,
No,
and then
the scene in Scary Movie 2. the
Yeah.
beginning, yeah.
and
Love
then
it.
stumbled onto my couch where we all hung out.
Yeah.
Now, normally at the time, Joe was in charge
Yep.
of editing the podcast.
So there.
Don't talk yet; it's not your turn.
You sit in the corner for this one.
You don't have a talking stick.
You'll
So-
get your turn, boy.
So
Oh
for
my
some
God.
reason,
They're treating him that way for a reason.
so for some reason, Joe
I know what the reason was. Cannabis.
was like, "Hey,
Well,
number
No,
5."
That's a half
No. He had been asking
part
for
of it.
He had been asking for a few weeks to learn the editing software.
Yes. That is the other half of that truth.
So this guy just picked the worst possible show.
So
to show
he
him the
picks-
editing software.
He picks the drunk show to show how to edit,
It wasn't really a pick. It was just kind of like a.
lined up that
and he
show
lets
that
Chris.
needs to get edited.
He lets number 5 listen to it.
We can say his name. It's not like he's fucking
Yeah,
Voldemort.
he lets Chris listen to it, and he's like, he gets completely butthurt.
Well,
Well,
did he hear the whole thing, or did he just hear the part where
He literally stopped it after that point. But the other thing is, with Chris
What?
wanting to learn the editing thing, that wasn't the first one we did that we were doing together. I edited a couple other ones at his house. So this wasn't the first time I edited a show there. But of course, the first half of that had a lot to do with it because
Now.
we would get blitzed.
The big problem became.
Hold on. This motherfucker
Yeah.
doesn't tell us
Yeah.
that he edited the show with Chris. So we're at work, because Joe and I were working together. Joe was the delivery guy, I was the head chef. And the following message.
You still have
You
it?
found it?
I have it, baby.
Did you save it in photos, or did you just scroll back to it?
No, it's on my Facebook Messenger. I don't delete shit.
Oh God.
So the following
You gotta
message
scroll back 10 years.
comes back to me on April 20th, 2013 at 2:03 p.m.
Wow, first year?
420.
That was within the first
on
year?
420.
Timestamped it. Ooh, that's hot.
Wow, look at all of your face. You got bukkaki'd by that.
Speaking of which.
Oh boy. Catchphrase.
So I talked to Joe, and he said you guys wanted to know what I was doing as far as Nerdities was concerned, because at this point he no-showed the following week's show.
Yeah.
Because I was debating whether or not to do this week's podcast and continue on with things after a bit of discussion, but I've decided not to. Based on what I see here and what I've been told, I'm not interested in coming back to the same thing. If you want me to clarify, I can, but I think it'll be better for me to just do my own thing. I've had ideas and things in motion that I think will make a great show that I know isn't right for this group. I've been focusing on my art and have been coming up with really good ideas and pieces. Putting myself back into an unhappy situation will only set me back. Good luck, and to quote one of your own, the phone works both ways, so you can always feel free to hit me up.
Be a bit petty.
So at this point, I didn't know what happened, and he wasn't at work yet. So I respond, best of luck, sir. I'll get in touch when I have a phone again. That was me. And then I put in the thing. I was like, Joe, are you working tonight? And then Kyle responded, good luck with it, Chris. I'm excited to see how it turns out, especially the music portion. So, Joe.
Yeah.
Feel free to defend yourself.
Oh no, there's it.
No defense.
There's no.
No, I thought
No.
Well-
Because it was like the third one we've done together.
Yeah.
And I was on autopilot. Like when I edit, back in the day when I edited, the biggest thing I had to look out for was Justin dropping a bomb.
A certain word.
And I had to
a lot.
And I had to cue up the sound effect.
Did I say that often?
Yes, you
Dude,
did.
constantly.
Constantly.
Did I really?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
It,
ashamed.
it was so much that we had a sound effect.
No, there's a word.
Yeah.
A very negative.
Yeah.
I will say it. Racist.
But I
term.
wasn't finishing it with the ER though.
It doesn't matter.
No, but I would go. I was on.
No, it wasn't the full word.
Doesn't matter.
No,
okay.
But
I understand.
And
No, hey,
Washington
we all make mistakes.
so
I'm just singing along to my favorite song.
basically, my editing autopilot was go through the episode and find that and put the sound effect. And the only thing I'd ever do is basically put the intro and the outro. And
That's how I do it.
And do the intro and outro, and then I was showing Chris this, we did it a couple times, and it's like, I go through and I find that, and I put the sound effect in. And then we had the news. We also had a news,
Ticker sound?
yeah, we had the ticker sound, and we also had a news jingle
Okay.
at the time. So we put that in, and then, go through.
I
So
went upstairs and get the bag that he bought.
this came to the third, the
Does he
last
need a knife?
time, and
Yeah.
when I go sit down at the editing computer, I just instantly just never think, just go through what we're saying because I'm like going to listen to it at the time and, just do my normal edits. And then that popped up. And then he's just like, just stop it here.
But what was the thing?
That's
Because
almost the end of the fucking show, too.
Yes, it was towards the end of the show.
it was the.
We asked about your art, and I
Yes.
said yours was more realistic.
But I thought it was the whole the goth thing. It was the.
No,
it was
it was literally that I said
the
yours
art
were
style.
more realistic. The art style was
Yes.
more realistic. But that was me being a dick.
But that's not even like a dick, because as an artist, and I hate saying that phrase, but as someone who draws, let's just say, if you're saying my work sucks, you don't like it, or I have no skill, no, if you're saying you don't like it, perfectly fine. If you're saying I suck, that's a personal thing too.
So, go ahead. Keep going.
If you're saying I have no skill, that's when I get pissed off. None of those things were said about him.
No.
You said you like his skill,
No,
you just thought my
Yeah.
style was more realistic,
The-
which is not a dig, it's just a statement on perspective.
Dang it!
He
No,
took
it's not a beetle.
major offense.
Oh, I thought it was a beetle.
Yo, he took major offense.
So
His butt got hurt.
So I don't know before I got there if he was drinking or not because we normally.
What is it?
Okay, so we can pause for a second. So I'm sorry I didn't make the butter cake. I really.
No, this is fucking great though.
Shame.
I've been working a lot of hours.
that
So I went to
cake?
the bakery up the road, and I'm like, you can't send me to stores. You just can't. I almost bought 3 of those.
Is it like
So
a foodie?
It's
It was blueberry.
it's like crumb cake with blueberry and like
Did you
cream
try it
cheese.
while you were there?
No.
You know what I
So you
like
just
about it?
You almost bought 3 of them on a whim? Like not knowing what they
Dude,
tasted
There's
like?
sections
When
of
I tell you
non-blueberry.
I'm
Yeah.
a fat bitch,
This
I
is
cannot
perfect
go
for
to a
me.
bakery.
You know, you guys get some blueberry, awesome. But I'm gonna go for a spot with no blueberry.
Fuck, Vinny. Well done.
I have a
What bakery?
So far.
I don't know. It's right up there with my house. I don't even know that. I've never even been there.
Which house?
An accurate.
Silverton.
Is it Red Rose Bakery?
Was it La
I
Scala?
think so.
That's
Red-
my
red
ex-girlfriend's bakery.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy? She by?
No, not crazy.
Oh, thank God.
She didn't seem crazy.
I was
She
just saying
was.
she
She
could
hit it
bake.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yes.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
It's the one that she gave you the Cookie Monster cupcake.
Oh, her.
Dude, guess how much this was?
It's cheap.
$3.
$10.
Yeah.
I was closer.
Yeah.
No.
Because
As
I
soon
remember going
as
for a
soon
piece
as I
of this.
tasted it, I was like, I wonder. That's why I asked the question.
Dude, you got a palate on you, boy. I'll tell you what.
Okay, food rocks. So any hooch.
But I don't know. Usually when I get there, we normally did what we did.
Get high.
Yes.
Fat.
But
Sir?
prior to me getting there, I don't know what
good for your
any
diet?
situation was. I'm gonna have a little. I can't
Dude,
say
no. We have to kill the whole thing.
We have to kill the whole thing.
Oh, we will.
Dude,
Don't worry about that.
I I
It
can't
worked
take
over.
this home.
Oh, if we're drinking, we'll kill the whole thing.
Oh, we will. By we, I mean me.
Oh, me will.
Bro.
Me want cake. You saw what I did to a beer?
Cookie Monster.
I'm gonna have to pick another one up tomorrow. I got a party tomorrow.
You
to get
should, bro.
Okay, so you guys got zooted.
Yes, as we usually did. But prior to me getting there, I don't know if there was any other things that he was
Probably.
doing or anything like that.
Odds are.
Oh, there was always something else he was doing.
Yeah.
It was never just a one thing. At the moment you walked in the door, it was either that or a shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's the tale of the.
Well, then comes the ultimate sin.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad enough that he heard it and got all buddy. That's bad on his part. He talked you into deleting it.
Joe fucked up.
Yeah.
That was the real messed up
That
part.
was the messed up part.
So now we have no record of the drunk show. We're
One
out of fucking
episode.
show that week.
Not even just like the clip, the whole thing.
It's
The whole thing.
Our Michael Jackson episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was recorded. Yeah, but that aired.
Yeah, you're right.
The drunk show
I think I
never
owned that
aired.
season.
This is one of my top 5 movie quotes. We can look back. Guess what? It's not your fault.
No, it is.
It's not your fault.
No. He buckled. He buckled
Yeah.
to peer pressure.
You
Like a
known
fucking
me
belt.
for
32
so many
years. Yep.
Like, I hate confrontation. I
So
hate
much.
uncomfortable confrontation.
What do you fucking mean by that?
I probably would have did it.
What do you mean by that?
And he was so
I would
hurt.
know.
He's
probably
like, could you delete it? Could you delete it? I'd
have been like, bro.
Which is a very childish thing. I'm hurt right now. Can you
But
get
like-
rid of this from existence?
If Joe was a little less Joe, he could have at least been like,
And more manly?
hey,
ouch!
Damn, dude. Could have been like, I have to at least talk to them first.
Sorry, Joe, I couldn't help it.
No. At that time, I weighed like 100 pounds.
I remember.
Did you think he was going to throw down on you? Really?
I would have.
Dude, he
You
would
would
have
not. I would have thrown down. I would have thought
He
would
was
have thrown
upset.
down. Yeah.
Clearly.
But anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what happened with that.
So in your
I don't know. I probably would have.
Dad,
If it was
so
me in that
around.
situation, not you, but if I was him in that situation,
Alright, you're good.
I don't think I would have thrown down. I think I would have said, "Get the fuck out of my house."
Yeah.
But, like, he had no fault in it.
It
It's
doesn't matter. I'm just saying what I think I would.
No, he did not.
No, it's just
No.
projecting, which
Yeah.
was, if I'm going to talk out of school, wasn't the first time he did it.
So,
We do not want to go down this road for me commenting on number 5.
Yeah, we can skip forward here.
Yeah.
So that when he gets back and talk.
Much like Chris, delete.
but more positive things that came out of that. We did do a reunite. We did reunite at Asbury.
He came back for a while.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was the end of things.
No.
He and I didn't
Yeah.
talk for a while.
Weird. Yeah.
Oh, there was
I
the
totally
time.
rearranged that timeline in my mind.
That
Yeah,
was
he
the
wasn't
end.
all gone.
No.
Yeah, that Asbury happened after.
Asbury
Yeah.
happened after. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he came back and it was like he even admitted that it was
Yeah.
he overreacted.
We did the Avengers show with him.
Yes.
Yeah, he admitted he overreacted. Everything got back to being better.
You're right, because he tried to come to Comic-Con with us another time.
Yeah.
That was.
And I will say, looking back on it, I was not proud of myself at the time, even though I knew I was right. I wasn't proud of how I reacted to that situation at the time, but looking back on it, I sometimes think about that just randomly and pat myself on the back.
What are you talking about?
When we were going to split a table.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the four of us, or I don't know if you're
No,
still.
I wasn't there.
So
Joe
the
wasn't
three
there.
of us, we're going to take half a table for the three of us.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I have heard
But
about
it
that.
was also the three of us paying for the full table. And I just was like, no, that's not happening.
Right. Alright, so yeah. So that was the episode that we did that. We did our first Asbury Comic Con. Was very funny.
Were we the first time we exhibited?
That was my
No.
best interview.
That was the one we did with Zapsik and
Okay.
Oh,
Mike
we
John.
went there.
When I interviewed the guy with the Tiki PI, that was the best interview I ever
we're still
did.
friends
with
with
him.
them.
That was a great comic book.
Eric Powell, I
I
think.
had an interview that day too. With the
So
fucking Jersey Devil.
That's one of my favorite videos.
That is great. That was the meme. And then there's Kyle.
It was
And then
like
there's Kyle.
a girl with a Jersey Devil like goat Mask.
That was
Very
your
hot.
Comic Con.
She wasn't terrible.
No?
No.
Wasn't terrible.
So, like,
Very young.
question.
Okay.
Keep the headdress on.
She wasn't under
So
fucking.
were we.
She wasn't underage, Kyle.
You introduced
Yeah, I didn't
the
really
zombie
think
mud run people because I did the zombie mud
That
run
was
a couple years
that was
later.
Philly.
No, that was Asbury.
Was not.
It was Asbury.
No, it wasn't. Because Asbury was in the convention center. The only floor videos we got then
You were
was
there. At Asbury.
Brian O'Halloran.
Al Halloran, Shen,
You were.
Zapsig, the girl out in the concourse.
And
Because,
Kiki P.I. You're
Oh, yeah, I
right.
got
You're right.
that.
You're right.
Oh, it was.
Philly was
I don't
mud
think
run
Chris
because
and
you and I
Summers
went off on our own.
Yes.
That was also the first time I
No,
ran.
it's too little. No, it's too little.
As the first time I'd run into a fan of ours in the wild.
Yes.
We were giving out stickers.
Stickers.
We're giving out stickers, and I was like, "Here, man, let's do our podcast." And the kid's like, "Dude, I already listened to you guys. You guys are great." And I'm like, it was the first time we'd had anything like that happen, so I like sauntered back to the group and was like, "Guys, guess what? That kid over there, he said he listens to us and he loves us."
Did you tear up a little in the moment?
Of course I did.
What was your saying? You're not too cool for free.
That was when we started doing booths.
Okay. No, that
It's a
was
nice
that was
transition.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, booths. When we had a booth, I didn't get free
Second
hugs.
year at Asbury.
I didn't get free hugs until we started trying to shill
No, second New York Comic Con, we were giving out
tattoos.
tattoos, and you said you want free tattoo? You want free tattoo?
No, that's where the quote
Yeah.
came from.
Yeah.
No one's too cool for free.
No, it's good. Yeah.
That was the year we did X-Men.
Yes.
When Kyle had a cool girlfriend.
Oh,
shit! Wow.
Now he's got a great wife.
That's
There you
yeah,
go.
I wasn't
Let's
dissing
put
his
it-
fucking wife.
Put it this way.
Oh.
Well, because previously when he was dating someone, we didn't even meet her.
Oh.
And because she was up north,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
Nice.
Her name was Linda Glass.
Mantateo stuff, right?
Yeah,
Fist bump?
Scissor.
got that kiss.
You got snailed, dude. What a nerd. What a nerd.
Apparently walked into that instead.
So, his girlfriend at the time, prude, but cosplay.
Big God Squad, but really nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was funny.
She
So
did Rogue.
she went as Rogue, he went as Havoc, and Mike went
Because
as...
Angel's just way too fucking involved to do.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't feel as bad with my body shape being Havoc. If I was Angel, everyone would have been like, "That is the fag." Those wings couldn't carry that fucking guy. That's what they would have said.
Fat Angel.
They might not have said it, but they would have thought it.
Mike spent like 3 months making the most perfect Cyclops visor,
Still have it.
handmade it.
Only
Still
for
have
it to, only for the suit to fall apart
Yeah.
during the walk around.
I went
the
as
suit came-
The strap.
The
came
strap?
off.
yeah.
No, that was Venom. That was Agent Venom. Constantly kept.
No, I
falling
wasn't there.
off.
No.
No, you had the.
Was
you
it?
did the Cyclops with like
Yeah,
wide,
you had
with
you
the
had
strap,
the
like,
yeah
wide,
you had the strap.
I felt
and
that.
it like came loose on the shoulder or something.
Okay, that did. So I got
Yeah.
that back together for that Halloween.
Yeah.
I used that like the whole year.
I went as Old School Beast, not Harry.
You-
And I got the feet and
The
everything.
feet were made that costume.
Yeah. I ran into someone who was dressed as the blue furry Kelsey Grammer version, and we did like a thing.
The best part about it was we initially wanted to be like, all right, we're going to all be in the same generation, all the same costume. I want to do this version. I want to do this version. I want to. Shit.
I went
Let's just all do different versions.
Yeah.
I
And
went as
that's
like Marvel now
Iceman.
Iceman.
Yeah.
Which was really good though.
Good. Dude, I spent a lot of time dyeing that. I dyed my hair blue. I was
Yeah.
that's when I was starting to go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I was actually like, yeah.
It was good cosplay.
You remember that though? Because the early talks of that was like you were gonna try to get a wig, and then you just messaged one day, "I'm gonna dye my hair instead," and we were all like, "That could work.
Yeah.
There's a chance that will work."
I dyed my hair.
And
And
you
it
want to
did.
get a blonde wig, and you're like, guys, these fucking things are really expensive.
Yeah.
Not just guys who think they're fucking expensive. No, I bought one. I found one that
There.
wasn't like a bank breaker, right? I found one, and I tried to like shape it to be correct, and it just not happening. Nope, did not work.
The gloves I wore sucked. I hated wearing the
Yeah.
stupid gloves.
They were pretty bad.
We still have a picture of that, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
five of us. Yeah.
That's
Put it on the web.
That led into one of my favorite Halloween parties that has nothing to do with the show.
Was that the jelly bean party? Not the jelly bean.
That was the gummy bear
Gummy bear party.
Oh,
What a mess that night was.
God.
That was the headlock party.
Yes.
Fucking drunk psycho.
That lasted like 10 seconds.
That
Joe-
lasted
Joe
like
was there.
30 seconds.
You were there for that, because didn't you two go vape?
we went out front. We were on the gazebo, not the gazebo, on the corner, talking about the show, and I had to get Real World on Joe. That was when you were like, not sure what you wanted to do anymore.
Yeah.
And it's cruel to say now, and it's kind of cruel to say at the time, but like verbatim, I was like, look, dude, I like you, I enjoy you, but if someone came up to us with a bunch of money, it was like, we want to give you a show. What's the setup? And I was like, we've got 4 funny people and 1 really good producer. Because you just weren't talking on the show.
Yeah, you weren't, man.
No. Well, my whole problem was, back then, I would get very on a different level, and I would just not talk.
Yeah.
That was my issue.
Well, I mean, at a certain point, we also had an issue with, we tried to write 2 shows and got shit on both times.
Can we talk about this?
We can definitely talk about those, because his show got shit on way worse than mine did.
So, Joe, for you and James, Joe is a huge Star Trek fan.
I know this.
No.
Oh, was it the fucking Beatles show?
I was talking about, I don't think they were back-to-back shows, but they were pretty close.
They were very close.
They were like the
together.
same month.
It was a hip-hop show, right?
Usually...
Yes.
No, that one was pretty good. You ran a decent show.
Back in the day,
It was okay.
every show was like based on a topic.
Yeah.
We did like 2 or 3 news stories in the beginning, and then
Focus on the theme.
There would be a main theme. So these 2 wanted a shot at writing shows, because usually it was Mike and I.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, you can do it.
Such a fucking... To go with the theme, it was such a John and Paul thing. And Ringo and George were like, hey, can we do a show too? I'm like, yeah, do Yellow Submarine. Yeah. Go ahead, Paul.
So,
was it about fucking octopi?
Was it the Beatles show where you yelled at me?
Was it?
Or was it the Star
No,
Trek
it was
show?
the Star Trek show.
I think it was the Star Trek show.
No,
because Star Trek show I could get into a lot. Beatles show, I remember going into it, I was like, I can't even name 5 Beatles songs.
No, that was a question.
Yeah.
That was a prepped question.
Yeah.
Your top 5 Beatles songs. This guy comes in with like, all you need is love, and I don't know any others. It was like, fuck you, dude. You had 4 days to think of 5 songs.
The Star Trek show, I thought we were going to go in it so well. Justin,
I tanked that fucking
torpedoed it
so hard.
In that spite?
He got so
the definition of spite.
wrong.
You don't like Star Trek.
No, I'm okay with it.
No, he
doesn't like Joe, apparently.
However, it was just an ongoing thing between him and I that we'd always bicker back and forth about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you should have a debate
Star
over.
Wars.
So you're like Spock and Kirk here.
So it got to the point where like
Bones and Spock.
Mike let Joe write a Star Trek show.
Mike let Joe. Okay, Joe, you can do it. Tap,
And
tap, tap.
I was tanking it so hard, and I know it was bad because he looks at me at one point. He's like, "Are you gonna let him fucking finish?" And I was like, "No."
I think you were drinking liquor.
I was drinking liquor at that point.
During that
That was a dark time. That was when I was fat, Justin.
Was that during the end of days between you and the ex?
Oh yeah, I think we were divorced at that point.
Already divorced or getting there? I don't remember.
Probably in the process.
Because that was before. That was the first house. That was the Lacey
That
house.
was still at the house in Lenovo.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, we're still in Winoka.
Yeah.
So
you guys tried
right
again.
around the corner from my house. It was weird.
You guys tried again at the other house in Waretown, and that just didn't.
For like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was bad times. I was the fattest I ever was at that point. I was drinking heavily.
Feel that. Everything in that
And
sentence.
yeah,
I'm feeling that.
Mikey got so mad at me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm still gonna tank this fucking thing because I hate it."
We had some good,
Yeah, we had a conversation, but it's like
I piped down.
it's like talking about anything and having a parrot sit next to you and go. "Ah!" No, but see, what I really love about the moment. Suck my dick. Like the moment in the Wrath of Khan where he's like where Picard like, this fucking sucks. No, it's from Hell's Heart. I shall stab it. You fucking blow.
All right, so we haven't really said how the setup was for that show. So the idea was Justin was defending Star Wars, Joe was defending.
We didn't get there. We didn't get there yet. This was just
the
Star Trek show.
Oh, okay.
That was actually
sir.
when we started planning the debate.
Committed.
Oh.
When you set your mind to like, fuck this guy.
He went full Meisner. He went method.
Yeah.
Then he knows. Whenever I set my fucking mind on anything, I'm gonna fucking do it.
It's sorry, not sorry. This is it.
I've made my mind up, gentlemen.
I gotta get to the river.
Can you stop? No, I'm not finished. Go ahead.
But that was the start of my downfall with the show.
That was the what the
When
fuck am I
Justin
doing
pissed
here?
on my efforts.
That was the start
Star
of it.
Trek was the start of it?
That was the well, actually, no. The Beatles show was.
That
we
happened
did
first,
the Beatles
right?
show.
Beatles
first.
show was first.
Because
That was
I
at your house, right?
No, that was at
my house.
No, the ones we did the Doctor Who show at my house.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yes, we did that one.
And we did one of my favorite things we've ever done at your house.
Oh, The Shining?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Shining.
Hold on, wait, don't jump that far yet, because that was. This
That
was the
one of
first
my high
time.
points.
That was your highest
That
moment
was-
ever on the
I
show.
loved the
So
show.
Joe at this point was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, blah blah blah. He started getting all wishy-washy.
I'm gonna go
because-
back to California.
Well,
Because you guys,
I would rather go
because
hang
I was
out with
bullying.
people who
No,
don't
it's
talk.
fine. I'll admit it.
Well, I was supposed to move back to California. Like
We didn't know this happens after.
Oh, okay.
So Kyle runs a hip hop show, which I'm down for, right?
No,
Kyle was just
the hip-hop
nervous.
show was great.
It was really good. Kyle
Yeah.
doesn't give himself enough fucking credit for it. It was a really
I didn't
good
like
show.
the way the show turned out because I put a lot of prep into it, and I thought the prep was good, but my delivery as the person running the show wasn't.
But it was
good.
your first
It
time
would have
running
almost been better if I had given Mike the script for the show and just said, "Read what I fucking."
But like,
You're so
you know, I'm
hard
not
on
a
yourself.
script guy, so it made
Yes.
sense for you. But it came from the heart.
He's
was
good
it,
though.
Was the problem
I
that it
know.
wasn't funny, or that you didn't get the emotion?
He doesn't
out
give
of it?
himself enough credit.
No,
it
when
was
Kyle talks,
it's
then listen.
It's because when I write stuff, I don't write stuff like word for word. I don't write it in paragraph
It's all
one.
shorthand.
I write it as bullet points.
Yeah.
And then when I go to deliver it, I'm trying to do like a recall on what I mean to say.
Yeah.
And a lot of times,
So-
especially when I'm drinking, a lot of times it comes out
If
As long as it flows,
Yeah,
it's
but
What if I
got
wrote something?
We had
Could
a-
you read something I wrote.
aloud or in secret
Yeah,
to myself.
aloud.
In his
Well,
room.
I'm not Ron Burgundy. I'm not going to read whatever the fuck's on the prompter.
No, you
but,
got to read it verbatim.
like right now. You
Yeah,
gonna write
right
something
now.
and I'll
We'll
read it?
get to. You guys are in the middle of a thing. We'll save it.
I mean, if you want to start writing,
No.
now, I'll read
You
it
guys
when
do
you're
your
ready.
thing.
Fine.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Our thing. You're part of this too, Vin.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm listening. I'm
We'll
having
get
a
to
great
his part.
time. We'll get there.
We'll get to his
it's-
part. At this rate, it's
I
going to
feel
be the
like
last
it's a
fucking
fast
3
forward.
minutes of the show.
Dude, we're only an hour in.
Oh my god.
We got another hour and a half of this, and then we got the fucking
We're
tournament.
still on year 2 out of 10.
So
No.
Kyle does hip
Number
hop.
5 is gone. Go
Kyle
ahead.
does hip hop and does great, but he like most of the things he does, he's just like, I don't think it was good. We were all like,
It
dude,
should have
it was
been
really
better.
good.
It could have
No, it,
Every-
He's
I
his
like
own
great.
worst critic.
Yeah, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you need to plow ahead.
Love
Alright.
you.
So then we start doing.
I love me every night.
At that point, we started like rotating where the pod was going to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
between Kyle's house, Joe's house, and my house.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Mike was living with someone at that point, and he was just mostly at my house anyway.
We did do one.
I was living at your parents' house at that point.
No, not
No,
yet.
no.
That was still early? I was
Yes.
in Lacey.
You were in Tom River.
Holy shit, we weren't even
No,
moved.
he was in Lacey.
He was in Lacey?
Yes. So we do some commentaries at Joe's house because, unbeknownst to most listeners, Joe's dad has a movie theater.
Yeah.
It's a nice little setup, and
Solid
we did
theater.
we did a couple commentaries there, but
Video
the-
commentaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Like,
best.
what is that, Mystery Science Theater?
Yes.
Kind of, just not
Did
scripted.
you
So
have
we
your
did-
silhouettes in the...
It was from in
It was
front.
from
Like,
the
they were
front, they
shooting
were
us
looking at
Oh,
us.
okay,
from,
cool.
from the screen.
So we did like
fucking
Frosty
missed
and
that. That
Rudolph.
was fun.
Yeah.
We
Claymation
did.
one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, God, that's so good.
We picked stuff that we all knew.
We did
so we
South
could, like-
Park, but that was the first time we did it, and it was a fail because we
We
loved
did
the
South
movie
Park.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, we did.
We did The Shining.
Megan's never seen that, and she refuses to watch it. She's like, it's too long. 2.5 hours.
I was gonna say it's not scary. Oh, it's too long. You're right.
It's
Yeah,
long.
that's what I said. I'm like,
It's slow too.
Let's watch the last half hour. That's what I
So
said.
it's going good, and then Joe hit the fucking best moment
Like,
in his Nerdities podcast
Home run.
career.
Fucking bases loaded. Game 7 home run.
Yeah, like this was a fucking career-defining moment.
You know the moment in The Shining where Wendy goes up and she's reading all of the stuff that all work, no play?
The shot is panning over her shoulder, and you're about to see what get right.
It's the moment where it's looking low shot and she's like she pulls the ream out of the typewriter and she's like Joe out of nowhere in a lull drops the line, "It's brilliant," and
fucking popped.
Destroyed us for like a minute and a half.
Great commentary.
Best moment of Joe's life, all downhill from there.
So we put it up. It's on
agree with
it's
that.
on YouTube. And about a month later, I get an email from Sony. I
They
get
want
a
us to direct the
cease
movie.
and desist.
It's still weird how that got popped, but the Star Wars theme didn't.
I still have.
It's an entire episode.
If you keep saying it, it's eventually.
No,
gonna
we
take
got
it. You're
a
jinxing it.
notification on YouTube about
But
using.
it
It still plays.
it still plays.
Yeah.
Oh, the nose plays.
Shining, we get the cease and desist letter, and I'm like, holy shit. So I screenshot it, and I send it to the guys in the group message. I was like, guys, look! Because, like, that's the biggest thing that's ever happened to us at that point.
Yeah. Notary.
But actually, there was another
Yeah, we
big
talked
thing that
television.
happened before that. We had to leave our old podcasting
Because they
host site.
Are
Because
both of you double jointed in your elbow? You're both bending your arm down. I'm sorry. Ew.
yeah, oh yeah,
That's
we
extreme.
had to do it.
Yeah, you got mom's elbows, apparently.
But we had to leave our old podcast hosting site because they wanted to charge too much money for something.
There's Podbean.
Yes, it was Podbean. So we moved to Podomatic, and Podomatic gave us
Podomatic low.
it gave us
Headaches.
yeah.
Recently is what it's given me, headaches.
Nothing
But it also
apparently.
gave us demographics,
Yeah, I do still.
which was cool. And then we find out people
Huge.
listen to us in Germany.
Huge in Dubai.
What? Dubai?
The
Yeah,
fact,
we were huge in the United Arab Emirates.
one of the most mind-blowing things.
We were big in Dubai for a while, Korea for a little while.
Yeah.
Did we
Germany.
figure out that it was military guys?
It's mostly military
military,
bases,
yeah.
but not Dubai, because
Dubai.
it's Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
But
So, like, rich people were listening to us.
There's a German website that had like 12
There is,
episodes of
there's a
ours.
fucking German fan site. It has our, like, their, like,
Nerdities
top
was
10
on it.
favorite Nerdities
Yes.
episodes.
we were on that site.
It's incredible.
But
That
that's
goes to
what-
show there's way too much space on the internet.
But that's when
Yeah.
I started saying, "Give us money." that's how
when
that
Give Us
started.
Money started.
Good
So
job,
then,
Joe. You ruined the career.
so then, my divorce happens. We start doing the shows at my mom's house, which nods mom and
Love
dad
you,
for
babe.
putting up with our shit.
How can I? No, it's not.
No.
We because we flip flop between your house, my house, and Kyle's stuff.
And Aunt Joyce, because they
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
have the shit.
Yeah.
So then,
Basement shows were great.
basement shows were.
Yes.
One of my favorite basement shows was the first time I ever met Kelly Holacek.
I don't know. I don't remember this.
Who's
So I had
my
made,
sister's maid of honor.
yeah,
the
I
blonde?
crushed
It was
on her.
It was her big sister. It was her big sister and her sorority.
Which
crushed
show
on her
was that?
hard. It was the one where I made fruit salad, where I bought a bunch of the gummies and I put them in one giant
Yeah.
bowl.
Oh, it wasn't the interview, right? Because that was not.
We'll
one of our
get there.
favorites. Okay.
No.
Yeah. But she had, like, they had come down, I guess, after pre-gaming because they were going to go hit LBI.
That didn't make my
And
top 4 list of regrets.
She was in Daisy Dukes, and she had just, like, intentionally leaned in front of me over to the bowl of stuff, and I was like, fuck. But, like, Matt Norman was fucking mean-mugging me from the corner.
Who the hell's that?
Crystal's husband.
Okay.
The Matt Norman.
The Matt Norman.
I know it's Matt. That's all I know.
Two name Matt Norman.
Second-
You always call him Matt Norman.
Third favorite moment was the episode where we did an interview with someone that Kyle's family knew. She had written a book.
I heard this story. I remember this story.
I had read the book.
I got
You-
10
you
pages
guys
in.
gave
I had read
Not
a
the
little more
business.
than half of
He
the
read.
book.
I didn't give it the business.
No, I
give
was
her
going to say,
business.
you didn't give her the business, but, like,
I called her out on a detail.
yeah.
Honesty's a hell of a thing.
Post
And accuracy.
show, she was more mad about Mike's demeanor the entire show.
Probably.
What, my crassness?
Yes.
Okay, I can see
So,
that.
like,
Because she, in her opinion, at least Justin was asking her questions about the book.
absolutely, I was asking questions about the book because I was the only one.
Hey, I'm trying to run a dick and fart show.
We're highbrow dick and fart jokes.
We
now.
are excellent dick and fart jokes.
So, I asked her a question about, she had mentioned she hated Twilight, and I said, well, you said your vampires sparkle in this book. She's like, I never say that. And I was like, au contraire. They do. As a matter of fact, right here.
Yeah, let me check my clip notes.
Yeah. And she's like, well, and then...
Yes, suspect!
Apparently that's what started Mike off to act the way he acted afterwards.
I was swimming around, and all of a sudden a drop of blood fell into the ocean a mile away.
The fucking
and
pupils go...
Fish are friends. No, they're not!
Well,
we're having fish.
So, the episode happens. I think nothing of it.
I thought nothing of it as was
So
happening.
we're living together at my parents' house, right? And we come home from work.
Element of it.
We come home from work one day, and my mom's like, "What did you two do?"
I love that it's a YouTube situation.
We're looking at each other. Well, because I think it was one of the rare times him and I both walked into the house at the same fucking time, and I'm like,
"What did we do?
What did we do?" She's like, "What happened with the girl on the interview?" And my dad's sitting there and like holding back the laughter, and we're like, "Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
Yeah, it wasn't. I was most likely like, "Yeah, it wasn't a great show."
So he starts laughing. And he's like, "Apparently you were rude to her," and I was like,
"She didn't say that."
Fuck, was I rude to her? My dad goes, "I don't know, something about you picked apart the book," and I'm like, I made one fucking, I pointed out something she wasn't even aware of that she wrote.
Yeah.
So apparently his mom took, umbrage to this whole fucking situation because her
Dolores.
mom... Yeah. Because her mom called our Aunt Joy and was bitching and moaning, and then she attacked us. But my dad, being the mensch that he is sometimes...
Logical. Utterly logical. He came back with the perfect.
He goes, well, did you read the book, Joy? And she's like, well... No. He's like, I know Justin did. So...
Here's the thing, though. Who read her book? Did she read her own book? I mean, who edited it?
Clearly she wrote it.
Here's right, and it came out in the interview, and I think this is the real reason why she had such a problem with the interview, is because there's probably stuff in the interview she wanted edited out, because she made a comment about when she brought the book to the editors, they made changes to the book to make it more of a romance.
Yes.
From when she originally had it, and stuff like that was probably added in editing. So when she said, I didn't write that, she probably wasn't lying. It was probably added in editing.
Okay. I don't remember that because I don't really remember much of the interview except for the uncomfortable moments.
But yeah, she was pretty direct about the fact that there were some things sacrificed during the editorial process that she wasn't exactly thrilled with.
I was talking about something in the early days.
We'll get there.
You know where I'm going with it too?
I don't know, does it involve a relative?
that?
Yes, it does involve a relative.
So, my other favorite basement show moment was the episode where we created our creature. One of our early Halloween episodes was the one where you drew the, ram-horned lizard man thing.
They go all out on those Halloween episodes.
Yo, that was one of my favorites. We just put together the whole backstory for the thing.
Yeah.
Is that where that thing came from?
Yes.
Where it had horns and it had kind of a long body and long arms?
Yes.
Matt Damon?
No, Matt
Damon.
Damon was something I drew randomly, and I think it was Justin saw it. I was like, oh, I fucking love that. We should use that as the... at first I was like, I don't know, man. It doesn't necessarily fit our gimmick. It could, but now it's just synonymous, and I've done 20 different friggin' designs with it. It's like, yeah, he's our guy.
So...
And Pat named him. Second shout out to Pat.
Now, highlights
Someone else could have named him if they fucking answered us.
Yes,
yeah,
they got
because
for sure.
Lazy bitches. But, anyway, so we did Joe house shows, which were fun. We did the movie commentaries there. I would always comment about Joe's sister.
Who he's also known for a very long time.
Forever. I've known your sister since,
It even made me kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, but she's an attractive woman.
She's very lovely. I do dirty things.
Yeah.
That's the point.
She also, I don't know this for sure.
She played it.
But it seemed like she lived to make Joe's life awkward.
She enjoyed every moment of busting his chops.
Yeah. So, like, anytime I could, like, passingly flirt with her, I would, to make Joe uncomfortable.
And it's the notion that both of you knew nothing was going to happen.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still there.
Yeah.
You had this running thing that you and Dee were married.
Yes. So there was time travel involved.
Yeah.
About how I went back in time and tag teamed her with myself.
Was that
Paradox.
like? Was that
the Paradox Paradox?
Paradox.
I mean,
you
if that's
shake
not a
your head.
Homelander thing,
Right?
I don't know what is.
But my sister also agreed to be in our first movie.
Don't skip to the movie yet.
Damn it,
That's
Joe.
right before you leave.
All right.
So my other favorite Joe house show episode is we introduced a character who was a one-time character by the name of Snagglefish.
Well,
She got her name
Let's preface
after.
this. Let's preface this. We're having a show at
Yes.
Joe's house.
Yes, you can be
and
more
I
accurate with it.
think about. I'll give Joe some credit here. I think about an hour and a half before the show,
Was not
Joe
even.
said, "Hey, I have somebody that came over here. Is it cool if she stays for the show?"
It was literally before we got there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it was Joe. He was not giving us.
I
He was
trying
not
to give
giving
Joe
us
some credit.
He
He's not
wasn't
even
giving us
taking it.
space to be like, nah, dude, that's not cool. Like, it was straight up.
Joe was not always the heads up kind of guy.
He's in Tubby?
Adorable.
Oh, he's behind schedule.
Well, he ate late, so we didn't give him a second. So
Hey, Kel, try some of this crumb cake.
Dude, for real.
Do it. Don't think about it. No,
Just take a little.
don't do
It's
that.
blueberry.
None of that.
You know whose bakery it's from?
we're done with it?
No, Red Rose Bakery. We already discussed this on the show.
It's gonna be really good then.
I know. Remember how
What are you
good her
doing?
shit
What
was?
was that? What was that?
I took a piece.
That's one of two
That's
things.
not a piece.
That's one of two things I really miss about her.
Pieces
The other
laugh
one's
at the
No,
end.
she had really fucking good dessert.
The other one's what?
Yeah, it's like so smooth. The cake.
things.
It's
Okay.
So, Snagglefish
Snagglefish.
is a friend of Joe's who I'd never met before. I didn't even know who the fuck she was.
sounds hot.
I knew the person she was married to at the time.
So she was married
Wait,
to.
she was married at the time?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what?
Well,
This whole friggin' time, I didn't
No, she was
realize.
married at the time.
Snagglefish.
So
She's basically dry humping your leg.
She
She's
was.
basically dry humping your
She was
leg.
trying to jerk me off under the table.
Really?
For the whole goddamn family.
yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Maybe I'm a little crazy too. We play a little game called Just
just-
the
because I was told by her husband, like, she's lonely. Just just hang out
Sounds
with her.
lonely.
Just hang out with her.
Was she
Yeah.
married to a cuck?
No.
No, but
I-
he was in the service.
He was in the service.
I believe they
No.
were polyamorous.
You know,
she was part of the
she
lifestyle?
reminded me.
Yeah.
Do you remember the
they have a
early
pineapple
Mikey?
on the front
That's
door?
right. I
Okay.
just found out about that recently.
Yeah, right? I see pineapples a lot lately. I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
now I can't
Michael,
not see
wondering.
them.
Yes?
Do you remember the early episodes of South Park with Kitty and Cartman, and Kitty would always be like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
lady.
that's how Snagglefish was.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like her husband was just like, So,
Well, if he was off serving the country, then she needed a little bit of service herself.
the show ends, and I leave.
Yes!
Wanted
Because
to-
I was safe. I was safe the whole show
After-
while the show was happening.
Yeah, because she was molesting me.
She
And then we went to the
got
car.
very
to
flirty
smoke.
with you because of that.
And then we went to the car to smoke
She got very flirty with you.
How did nothing happen? Because I remember I was
Wait,
single
when?
and I was desperate.
When?
That night when we were
When was
We were smoking in the car.
So this is during
Okay,
our
we were smoking in the
time
car.
when I was still, it was
We were-
right
we were smoking
after
in the
my
car.
divorce.
I don't know
but
whose
still
car it
living
was.
in Lenoka.
I don't know whose car it was. Whoever's car it was in the driver's seat,
Joe
and the
did.
other one of you was in the passenger seat. And I got stuck with her in the back seat. I was safe the whole show, but when we were in the car is when she started trying to like rub my leg and shit.
Hell, that was the same move she was putting on
Straight up
under
in
the
heat.
table.
Yeah.
Nice. So she's consistent.
At
She
least
was.
Insistent.
we go. It was right about the time that Bahama Breeze opened in Tom's River.
Nice.
So we go to do a restaurant review. Because at that point we were just randomly looking for shit to do.
Right.
Joe didn't go.
No.
Damn it, Joe.
So that's how she got the name, because we're driving around our grandparents' old neighborhood. I was like, yeah, Joe was too busy. He had something else to eat. He had some Snagglefish tacos.
Nice. Hey, well, you know, good job, dude. Someone had to do it.
Was her jaw a bit jacked?
At that time, yeah.
What, did she have like
She
Invisalign
had
or
a-
something?
No.
Do you
She
hear
had
what
an
you
Uncle
just
Daddy's sister.
did? That's what I
mommy.
was doing with her.
Because of me, yes. Yes, she was.
Sorry. Did I take your
She had the old Uncle
What?
Daddy.
No, when I was done with
Yeah,
Was
Uncle
she a
Daddy.
little bit low in the jaw? Did she talk about shrimp? I'll take those shrimp in the mouth. I'll do it.
Do you remember our road shows? Well,
Yeah, we used to do driving
road
shows
shows.
sometimes.
Yeah, with gas was
Do you
a lot
remember the
cheaper.
time that you
Yeah.
got us involved into a sex poetry show?
No. I got you.
Was that you?
With
Yeah,
that.
that was
yeah,
the
that
Dr.
was-
Why did I
Sketchy
think that was
stuff.
him?
No, it was the
Definitely
Dr.
wasn't
Sketchy
me.
stuff. I had
Yes,
gone
it
to them.
was.
I had gone to them on a regular basis.
That's
James is
Howell,
like,
wasn't
oh my god.
Wasn't that number 9 in Howell?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
I had
the-
gone to them in Asbury, and I'm like, oh, they're
It
doing
was
a
like
Dr. Sketchy over
the
here, guys.
Roman spa.
We should go check this out. Oh, they're doing a poetry slam, too.
Oh my god.
We were all like, all right, you know what we should do? We should all wear our nerdy
Nerdy
shirts. And, like, we'll
Yeah.
promote. We all four walk into this place together.
If there was
It's-
one thing we ever did that I wish you were there for, it was this night.
Dude,
It was this night.
we walk in, and there's like we are
Sorry, dude.
we're a bunch of whiteheads in a field of blackheads.
Yeah?
Best way.
no, it was mixed.
It was like
mixed.
it was like 20% white.
It was a very ethnic
But there was
evening.
still enough.
Yeah.
It was a,
We walk
The
in.
ratio is fine.
It's fine.
It was interesting. We walked in a little. You remember that scene in Animal House where they go to the bar and the fucking music skips?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it felt like for me. We all walk in with our nerdity shirts on, and we all stop together like the fucking Ghostbusters. And I saw a few heads turn and look at us. I had my hoodie on. I went zip.
Yeah, who hasn't been there?
I didn't. So we're like,
You can't like 4 people with the same shirt on walking into a place. What a fucking knob are you?
we're walking around, and we get upstairs to
I
realize, like,
I walk in. I went there intentionally.
the tables I know you're gonna say.
Because we went there.
so much variety.
There's so much variety. We did a show getting there. We weren't going to do a show there. We walk in. The moment happens, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go find the sketch part. Peace. And the three of them are like, what the fuck?
Dude, there was a burlesque show happening during this.
We go
We had to pay
upstairs.
to get in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we paid to get in.
Okay.
We get upstairs, and there's bowls of condoms.
And every bowl is different kinds
Yes.
of condoms.
It
Some
was-
of them were flavored
This
condoms. Some
motherfucker.
of them were scented condoms.
How many did you grab?
Oh my god, so
Just
many.
Filling
Just in
pockets.
case.
Just handfuls.
It wasn't like it was an orgy or anything.
And I swear
it was
I
like,
saw
here,
one of the
if you're
girls at
gonna,
the table go, yeah, right.
It was one of those things where they're like, hey, everybody, if you're going to do it, use protection. And Joe's like, I need a fucking Kevlar vest, apparently.
This poetry's too good.
He poetry slammed.
So
Well, do you remember when we went down?
We
to the
went
room?
downstairs.
We went down to the room where the poetry reading was, and they had all like the chairs, like the individual chairs set up, like a small auditorium, right?
Oh,
and
God.
they had the. It wasn't like a stage or anything. It was just a person standing in front of the chairs, and then in like the back corner of the room was a fucking hot tub.
yeah, there was a hot
There
tub.
was a spot.
There was a hot tub,
Yeah.
and some heavy-set fucking guy was in there with 2 chicks. It was like a big pun video. And then,
Oh, you know he was the plug. He supplied the condoms.
yeah, absolutely. But like the poetry was really good. There was some interesting stuff, and then there was a burlesque show.
Yeah, when all came was said and done, it was a fun night.
I remember the
Dude.
theme of one of those readings. So you know the Beyonce song, to the left, everything you own in a box
Yes.
to the left? It was a dude, and he did a reading that was the concept of the guy's perspective or something like that, but it was everything you own in a box to the right.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah.
We get home.
Now, before we get home, I was upstairs the entire time doing the Dr. Sketchy things where live models you
Yes.
draw and they change them out every 5. Sometimes we're 30-second poses, up to like 10 minutes.
Oh god.
And it's
Yeah.
just I do this every month, like once a month. I was like, oh, here's one of these things. Let's go there. You guys show up. This should be interesting. We walk in. Even I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm gonna be drawing. They show up like 2 hours later.
No notepads, nothing
Yeah.
to draw with.
2 hours later, they come up. We're like, all right, we're ready to go. All right, guys, let's go.
That burlesque show is
It
very
was good. No, it was good, Joe. You could say it was good.
It was.
She was well endowed.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stacked?
Yes.
Load of bricks.
Yes.
Nice.
I wasn't even there, and I'll say it.
Okay.
Jumps like a truck.
Truck.
What?
What?
Women are pretty cool, huh?
Women are good.
Yeah.
So
I like them.
I wouldn't know anymore.
we get home, and my mom comes out of her room, and we were pretty quiet. It wasn't that late, but it was like during the middle of the fucking week. And she's like, "How'd everything go?" And I look at Mike, and we look at her, and we're like, "You don't want to know."
I don't even know where to begin.
There's not enough time right now
describe
to
the
tell
night.
you. The Boondock Saints show was good because we practiced like 18 times to try to do their prayer, and then we still botched it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I saw the one guy, not Daryl from Walking Dead, but the other guy. I saw him at a
Indiana
Comic-Con.
Jones Splinter.
Is that his
Young.
Young
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
dude, he was like the happiest guy to be there. He might have been a little lit, but like he was like standing up the whole time, like, hey, that's that picture. He was all about
He's
it.
loving life.
Yeah, he's like, this is the only movie I've been in.
That's why Big Madison.
So right around this time, we start picking up a bit more traction with Podomatic, and we start doing more social media stuff. And this is about the time that Joe's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I might go back to Cali, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, all right, well, we want to shoot a couple things before you go. So we shoot the first movie in Joshu.
With the Cali thing, I had me and one of my friends were like, we're gonna go back. He was my other roommate in California.
John, right?
No, this is Mike. We were gonna go back. We were all ready to go, and then literally, I gave my 2 weeks at work. We were like literally a week before we were supposed to go. He bailed on me.
Can't go get a beer?
Can you go get me another one, please?
I got it.
Can you grab me a water, sweetie?
I got it.
Kelly, can you?
But,
3 weeks?
No.
Next time.
Give me a Bud Light Orange, sweetie.
What do you want?
What's that?
A soda?
She's drinking the black cherries.
Cool. I would go with cool.
But like a week before I was supposed to move, he bailed on me. So I'm in Jersey. But we did shoot a movie.
We shot a movie.
We did shoot a movie.
And
we shot 3 movies. Well, a movie and 2 shorts.
2 shorts.
Yes.
The shorts are good. We shot. The movie turned out real fun. It was fun.
I was have fun doing it.
We got Joe's actual sister to play
Joe's actual sister.
Yeah, my sister.
his sister in a dream with me and her.
She
was going. No, you don't know what she was willing to do.
Oh, I know, but me and you had to explain it to her.
If it's for the art.
For the scene, we had to say, "Will you do this?"
Yeah, she was willing to do more.
You saying she wanted to do more?
Anything to make him squirm, she said.
Yeah.
And I was like,
What about to make me squirm?
I was like, we can't go that far. We shoot the movie. He does a couple more episodes, and then he drops the news that he's going to be moving back to Cali. So we killed him off on the show.
Yeah,
that's right. We did the mash.
No. My last episode, though,
It really was a mash.
I paid, and we did it in a studio. We actually did a.
Was that the last episode?
That was my last episode. That was That was a Batman.
we went to Manchester.
Yeah.
That was a Batman comic episode. Yep.
Yeah.
We did it in a professional studio, and it was professionally.
And then we murdered Joe.
everything.
Yeah.
And then we brought Joe back from the dead for a Halloween episode because he never left.
And then how'd you do it?
Was that the seance, the pre, is that why you did that?
Like, it's a better
I can't remember if you did that.
Yeah, we did a seance.
Well, no. Did we do a seance, or was that your seance at the pre-con?
The video was just like a good luck
pre-con.
Was a Ouija board involved?
No.
You were like you're a thing where you're the eccentric artist with the
transmutation circle.
Joe,
Perfect.
fucking
Everyone
Kyle
has to
smashes
be-
a beer bottle
Yeah,
on his head.
Perfect.
Really?
I didn't break on my head. I
No.
just for real hit myself in the
And then
head.
we
with
did a
beer
Candy
bottle.
Crush one because I didn't play Candy Crush and all you guys played Candy Crush.
Fuck off, Joe.
We should do a Pokemon Go one.
So I'm playing
Yeah,
it.
with James,
What's up?
though. In reverse. Guys, you should
He
play
infects us.
Pokemon Go.
I should. That would actually be really cool. Because
So,
I'm probably
Joe-
gonna
You
be a
know what
higher
ends up
level
happening at
than
the
you
end of the
like a
video? I'm the last one to join, and I joined Team Yell, and you guys are all like, fuck you, Kyle.
I'm on Team Yellow.
Right?
How dare you? Team Red, bro.
Yeah, that's what everybody said, and that's why I didn't do it.
I'm contrary myself.
Shame.
Yeah.
Which is why.
So Joe disappears for a while. We do some more East Coast Comic Cons. We get the comic out for a bit. And then at this point, I was doing wrestling news on, because we only had one podcast at the time.
Do you remember the night before we had to print the book, where we were scrambling?
We were at your parents' house?
I do.
Yeah.
We were up till like fucking 2 a.m. Erasing fucking pencil lines and
inking, filling in inks. It's much better
Oh
now
my
with,
God.
with an iPad.
Yeah.
So, wait, what did you just set up that I cut off?
I said
East Coast Comic Con.
I was doing wrestling news.
Oh, that's what he's setting up that I cut off. Because
Well, this is how we started getting into more podcasts.
Yeah.
Because then I started doing a wrestling podcast on my own called Wrestling with Myself.
wrestling with myself, because you wanted to do a podcast on your own, right?
No.
You just wanted to do a wrestling
I wanted
podcast.
to do a wrestling podcast, but
On
he
your
started dating Jill. So that meant his schedule got cut down. And you were like, I'm not doing a fucking wrestling podcast with you.
Yeah.
So I started doing it by myself. And it sounded crazy. And then finally Kyle gave in like a year later. Within this time, too, we had so much overrun news because we were still kind of doing the topic format. And we decided, like, we're going to change up the show to an all-news format.
Yeah, it was one of those, we lost Joe, we're like, we gotta make a change now. This is a perfect opportunity for us to shift this thing. Let's get rid of the themes. The themes are driving us crazy, they're taking up too much time.
Yeah, it was getting
Let's
hard.
just do a news show, and, well, originally it was 3 stories from each of us, and reviews. It's basically the show we have now, except we wanted it to be like, each of us brings 3 things, we'll have a nerd and a dude, blah, blah, blah. Never happened.
Never
like,
was just 3 things.
Yeah.
Because news just kept, like...
We'd bring like 1,000 things, and Kyle would be like, yeah, I heard a couple things, but
This
you guys
is when,
do too
like,
much shit, so what can I throw in?
Nerddom started taking over hardcore. Like, Game of Thrones was hitting HBO, the Marvel stuff was warming up, DC was starting to get back into the game. It was just like a fucking tidal wave of shit.
Nice.
So we're just like, we'll just do a new show. But we had so much overrun news, we're like, we should do a second episode where we catch up on the rest of this news. And then I was like, I don't want to just do another news show. So I was like, I'll ask a couple questions. So what it turned into was originally was called the Imagination Station.
Yes.
Pigment?
So as the train of thought was rolling into the Imagination Station, because we'd do 3 news topics we couldn't get into, and then we'd ask these questions. And then eventually they started enjoying the questions, especially after one of them, because I would do 2, and then these guys would ask questions. One of them was Kyle, I think, asked us to write a song from the perspective of a Marvel character. And Mike wrote, to this day, one of my favorite pieces of music ever. And it's the Rocket Raccoon song.
I don't remember all of it, but it's kind of like a lounge singer.
Yes.
Who blew up that moon? It's Rocket Raccoon. That's all I remember from it.
It was fucking great. So from there on out, we kicked out the extra news. And I'm like, we're just going to do the questions. And that's how The Weekend was born. At this time, we had to move the show from doing weekends because it went from Friday, but that wasn't working out with their date schedule, or Saturday to Friday. That wasn't working. Then we went to Sunday nights, which I thought we were great in Sunday nights, but because Jill, and I love her, but they do so much shit with her family that Sundays weren't working either. And this was this was 8 o'clock at night on Sundays.
Yeah. It's not all year round, but there's probably 3 or 4 months of the year where I don't have a free weekend.
Right.
Like September, it's a blessing.
Right.
Right now, that we're at the beginning of September, and I could even be here today.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's just a fact.
In no way is that a dig, but it's
But
true. Your schedule's that fucking
why
crazy.
we're doing the show this early.
Well, we're doing the show this early because when the show drops, you're having the fucking baby the day after.
That's not the only reason.
It's a big one.
That's a huge reason.
It's because for the 3 weekends before that, I have no
That's
vacation.
It's like an 8-pound reason. If it should be around an 8 to 10 pound reason.
If it's anything like its older sister, 8-pound, 9-ounce reason.
Yes.
So we move it to 2 because at that point I was like, just fucking do it during the middle of the week, which doesn't help me at all. I was like, I don't fucking care. So we drop it to Tuesdays.
No, it was Wednesdays first.
Was it Wednesdays?
Yeah, but then there was trivia.
Oh, that's right.
No. It was Tuesdays. It started off as Tuesdays, but then there was trivia at Doyle's. So then we moved it to Wednesdays, but then there was Wingman's at the Check. So then we moved it back to Tuesdays.
Right.
I hope you appreciate it.
Son of a bitch.
Because we used to do the show, then go over to trivia. It's like, all right, this works fine. Some nights we go over to trivia, some nights we wouldn't.
What kind of trivia? Trivial Pursuit?
Bar trivia.
And we'd fucking
Bar
rule,
trivia.
too.
Yeah.
If we went more, we would have dominated that place. Because we are a wealth of useless knowledge between at least
So
the two of
much.
us.
And you used to get, at the end of every month, because it was one night a week, so it was like, at the end of every month, they gave a separate award to whoever had the most points for the month.
So
Contributing more than you do.
that happens. We start. James kind of starts popping on, but he was young still.
Well, let's not forget, we have to doff our non-existent cap to lifetime intern.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, we
Yes.
should.
We
We
should.
should.
Say your name.
We should. You
Kelly?
don't have to, but I am sitting here.
I mean, it's not that big of a
I did do a lot of
She's
shit.
like, I don't want to. Fuck.
She was.
I will say,
I
I only remember Kelly fucking up one time ever. And it was the time she got me a Kids XL for a convention.
The yellow shirts.
Listen, that was not that bad.
That's
The amount
the
of
only
times I
time.
normally fuck up,
That's the only time I ever
not
remember
bad.
Kelly ever messing anything up.
And I felt
Yeah,
so
no,
bad.
she was good.
too.
Yeah, she was very good.
Intern for life.
And then Joe returns for a bit, on and off,
It
like
was
he is
on and
now.
off. Yeah, it was on and off.
Joe would float in.
It was weird when I came back because Justin would send me this like paragraph of shit for the show to prepare for.
Yeah, Joe's like, wait, we're organized now?
Like it was like write out a scene of how give me an alternate take.
That's the
of
weekend.
This
That's the
Marvel
weekend.
movie. I'm like,
Handful of
holy
questions.
shit.
Then he had his 2 weeks ago, the first episode of the weekend. I love that fucking show.
Alright,
What
was it?
No, but it was
The
the
weekend
midweek
show.
show back
Where
then.
the
wasn't
questions
the
get thrown out and you have to like write stuff and come up with a concept.
That's
Yeah, I
because it
did
airs
that.
on the
It's
weekend.
fun, right?
Yeah.
Get your brain going.
I love it.
I
Should have one coming up this week, right?
It sounds. Yeah, we're doing the greatest breakfast
Oh,
cereal
wait,
of all time.
so it's not that. We're doing
tournament. Tournament episodes.
Tournaments are fun. They're not weekends. Though.
Not to toot my own horn, but the weekend is my favorite fucking
What's your
show.
time to shine?
Well, it's, I think anybody, if you're creative at all, it should be your favorite.
Even our listeners though, the guys that listen and girls that listen in my office,
Folks.
all love that episode because I think it allows us to be our most creative for sure, and how fucking insane we are.
We are best when we have some time to prepare.
Well,
Go ahead, Joe.
I'm sorry. When I came back the first time though, you guys didn't call me Joe because I came back actually for the Fat Kid show.
Yes, you were
Hey, you were
cameraman.
I was
recording.
cameraman.
It's cameraman.
That's the
Cameraman
I was just
Shlomo.
known as
We
cameraman.
have a video episode. It's on YouTube. It's called The Fat Kid Show.
It's the whole episode.
And it was about food, of course. Love it. And I made a dessert that fell apart where I ended up turning it into dessert wads, which was essentially like chocolate chip
wads.
cookie dough, ice cream, and then magic shell, and I think there was caramel in there.
Wait a minute. I have something to say. I just noticed that Joe has his beard back, and he's been here for like 3 hours.
Brother's
You're
been back.
a very observant individual.
That was literally months ago, James.
My
Hair grows at
beard
a...
came back.
Dude,
2 days
Like
later.
yeah, like 2 days later. Because I
Just noticed
got as soon as I got home from that, which
did she want to kick you out?
the first thing she says to me is, "I can't look at you. I can't look at you." I'm like, and then what I said, when I tiptoed around, we might have to reshoot that.
You were
got so mad.
You're like, we need to do reshoots, and I was like, bro, I really don't think it's a good idea.
It's
I
not
don't
like
think
it's
we
right
need to do
now.
reshoots. We don't
Oh
need
yeah,
to do reshoots.
but it was the coldest when we shot that scene.
That was not comfortable.
No,
It
it
was
was
fucking-
so cold.
Yeah,
nippy.
if only someone was like, we should probably shoot this earlier.
But that was supposed to be a night. The
I
night
know.
thing was part of the thing. The nighttime is the right time. But also,
Ah!
you really just noticed that. You really just noticed that.
I'm gonna throw out two things, okay? So the first thing is, I believe before the Creation Station, before Imagination Station, before
Consternation
Right.
Station, Constipation Station.
we had a series of, and Joe was on there for some of them. We used to do debate shows.
Oh, how did we miss
my
the debate?
God.
No, not shows. Didn't we only do one?
No, we did more than
couple.
one. The one I remember the most was the best Robin Williams character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I should have won because I've seen so many other lists on Robin Williams' greatest character, and everybody always said the genie. But I was voted out for the genie because you guys had said it wasn't a live-action character, but it was based on his live-action movement, so I should have won
See,
that.
the problem is, Joe, the way you're not going to win is because you don't articulate well enough.
No, but that was my best
argument.
If
That's your best argument.
No, I mean, no. But as far as any debate happened, my defending the genie as his best character, that was my best
that we even did
show.
Yeah, because debates became so marred by the worst one ever.
Well, hang on. But this was a separate thing because we had a rule of whoever won the debate was the host of the debate, the next debate show.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there was a semi-political thing where some of us would say, I don't want this person to win because I don't want them to be the judge next week. And so the second thing I want to throw out there is while we're on the topic of the midweek shows,
yes,
I don't want to get into every person's opinion on everybody's stuff. Does anybody have anything that you remember yourself throwing out on one of those shows that you're really proud of? I only have two.
I know
that I was
Unreputer
really
is going to
proud
be there.
of.
Unreputer's got to be
Unreputer is
number one.
Number one favorite thing because there was a callback to it.
Yeah, there was a callback.
Yes.
But I still think we should make an Unreputer fucking t-shirt.
I will say, the only other thing that I specifically
that was our
remember
knockoff Harry Potter.
being really proud of is every once in a while Justin would throw out gritty reboots, and I pulled out a gritty reboot for Heavyweights that was a fucking home run.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
I remember I did one that was really fucked up. It was the cheerleader one. Oh, it was The Purge. I was really proud of that. It was like, take the title of a movie that already exists, but rearrange the storyline and the plot.
Oh my god, I was there that day.
And mine was about a girl who had moved into a new school who wanted to join the cheerleading squad. And
Bring it on?
No, but in order to fit in, she was heavier set, so she had to, become bulimic, and the name of the movie was The Purge.
I get it now.
I was so proud of that. Kyle cringed so hard.
Obviously.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
It was great. Anytime I could get Kyle to cringe or pop Kyle, I consider it a fucking victory.
Mine might be Oopsies.
Oopsies is fucking
That was a good one.
Oopsies, I believe, was I the person who asked the question, or was it a question? No.
That was my question.
What was the question?
It was come up with a new restaurant concept based on something that already exists. Mine was Olive Garden, where, there's the head of the table eats first, and then everybody eats the leftovers.
Now that makes me laugh so much now. I don't know if it's because I was drunk. I'm drunk now, or because I was so focused on mine. I was really. That's what happens.
Clever.
With the
It was
weekend.
clever.
Yeah, it's great. That's what happens at the weekend, though. You hear the questions, you're like, I wrote something okay for this one. This one's alright. I knocked it out of the park with this one. I can't wait till I get to say this.
Yeah.
And someone has to do something just as good or better for you to laugh at it. Because for me, I'm so focused on, I gotta hit this moment. I gotta make this one funny. And oopsies, as usual, Kyle couldn't handle oopsies.
No. Again,
you
it
lost
comes
it.
down to any time you can get Kyle to fucking cringe or break is the best thing. So Mike's concept for this restaurant was that it was filled with handy-capable people. And the name of the restaurant was called Oopsies.
No.
Because they would, accidentally drop shit.
Yeah. The cruelest way to say it is, it's a bunch of mistakes making mistakes.
Yeah.
This is my... Yeah,
now you understand.
There's
now you understand why it's like a deep breath.
Yeah, there you go.
For the
But
entire...
this is my Opie and Anthony influence coming out because they're horrible people, and I listened to them for a decade and a half, and then they could be cruel, but cruel comedy is fucking funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's supposed to be inappropriate.
Now,
yes, thank you.
I will. Let's clarify something. You and I have had our moments. He is the darkest piece of
Yes,
shit.
we make messed up stuff. He makes cruel Clive Barker Hellraiser shit.
That's
come to
not
life.
true.
You
That's
do.
You're full of
You're
shit.
a demented individual.
Wait,
Because
you need an example.
You've admitted that you seem all nice on the surface, but you've got a lot of fucking issues.
So there's this thing that I have where, since I don't want to say like I'm a super outgoing person, right?
You're not.
No. What? Well, that's the thing, right? I very much enjoy being around people. I very much don't enjoy being by myself. So I kind of
the opposite of me.
I kind of have this thing, and I don't know if it started with like all the stuff that happened with my brother when I was a kid, but when I'm by myself, my mind tends to go to very, not necessarily dark places, but negative places, self-deprecating places. Like I get very.
That all sounds dark.
I get very depressed. Okay. And when I was younger, it used to be like very, very, very negative thoughts. Even now, I get like depressed when I'm by myself, but it's not as bad.
Really, you have Higgins blood in you?
And so
That's that Catholic shit.
Yeah.
and so I think a lot of the stuff that I come up with comes from that kind of concept of like. I think that's why my concept for heavyweights hit so hard, because the idea of a weight loss camp that is just absolutely over the top brutal, but not in the funny way that they made it in the movie, is like a real issue that I dealt with for so much of my life.
I think that's the thing. When you do stuff that we look at each other, when Jess and I look at each other, we're like, dude, you really like that? You don't do it like funny.
Yeah, Kyle goes dark places.
Yeah, it's more. There's morbidity to it. Like we do it, be like,
we do it for a joke.
Oh, that's messed up, you knucklehead. He'll be like, and then they ate each other. Well, where's the joke?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to laugh?
That is the joke. That is the joke.
To get to the other side. You got demons, kid. You got demons.
Yeah. So now we have.
It's not your fault, Kyle.
They're all named Matt.
Yeah.
On the not so rare occasions that Kyle can't do a show, Mike and I have thrown together shows ourselves, and we got tired of doing the regular news shows.
Rare occasions. This motherfucker.
So we
fucking motherfucker here.
We started doing a comic book.
Now this is the show I pretty much always wanted to do on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Because I read enough comics that I could talk about comics, much like you're wrestling. I could talk about comics every week, and I believe I could have a strong conversation about it.
I could until I got
life happened.
Until I got a younger child.
Yes.
Because he's old enough that I was able to keep up.
I could do the show you wanted to do initially, wrestling with yourselves.
Yeah.
With yourself.
But I did.
could do issues alone. But like,
dude,
why the fuck would I?
I did it for a year.
Yeah.
You go insane. That's why I had to drag him into it.
Dude, I talk to myself regularly.
So do I.
One way to say
But I'm happy
Another
being
way
alone.
is
So
to
am I.
stay insane.
Yeah, you're
But
married.
after a while, you're just like, hello.
But we started doing issues. Issues is tricky now because the scenario is I buy comics. I spend about $30 a week on comics ish.
I read them
I compile them.
I keep them in my house for a year and a half. And
Yeah, I never
read them like
half
read.
like 10 decades old
One
fucking
day.
story.
I had them in the corner of my desk, and I was supposed to bring them today. And I totally fucking whoopsies. I totally fucking forgot.
I will hand them to Justin. He'll read through them, and then we'll go over the major stories and stuff. But like, I'm so removed from it because I read it literally months ago that it's gonna be. And usually it's like, so what do you think of it? And he'll start talking to me like, oh yeah, that moment. Oh yeah, this is what's going on. Oh yeah, cool. So it's like I would love to talk about it every week, but we just can't.
Not yet.
We all love comics, but I love comics at a 10. Justin loves comics at an 8.
Yeah.
What was your first comic? Kyle has comics in his house.
Yeah.
My first comic was not like superhero stuff. It was probably like Rescue Rangers or something. Like
really?
Like it started out. I don't know if you remember back in the day the Sears Wish book.
Yes.
Sears Wish book was one of the greatest things ever.
Right, Cal?
Every like October or September, Sears would send out what was basically a phone book full of shit you could buy.
Get off your goddamn phone. Mm-hmm. You're not even supposed to be on that fucking game.
Seriously, you're fucking around now.
Give me your phone.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my
You messed up.
god. You're in timeout now. You're in timeout. Eat some of this freaking cake, boy.
Eat the cake.
Eat the cake.
No.
Come on, Brucey! Put your cock in your mouth. Way to go, Bruce! So, the Sears Wish book would be like all different types of stuff that's here sold, whatever. But we would get it, our grandparents would get it, and we would run it instantly, go to there, and be like, bullshit, bullshit clothing, bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Like 3/4 is all bullshit.
Toys, electronics, and toys. Whichever one's first, start there, and you salivate.
You're like, a fucking playset looks awesome.
Oh, this is gonna be great. They also sold something that at the time I didn't pay attention to. They would sell a box of comics. It was 20 issues of comics in a box. It was like a starter set. It wouldn't fill up the box. It would be like a third of it. So it was meant to create the collector. My mom got me two of those. It'd be like $20 for 20 issues. You'd get 20 Marvel, 20 DC. That was like, I got 40 comics. That's my collection.
Hell yeah.
And I didn't realize at the time, I got some pretty good ones. And it was all first printing too. So it was like, you get an actual decent thing to own.
Nice.
I had Todd McFarlane fucking Spider-Man stuff, Amazing Spider-Man. I had like a couple of Jim Lees in there. I had good stuff.
McFarlane Spider-Man's overrated.
It's
I thought you were making that, so like, can we change the topic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, McFarlane's shit was overrated.
He redefined the character.
Did you ever hear of Kung Fu Master or Kung Fu Man?
Shang-Chi?
No, it was like it was the first one I had. My uncle gave it to me. He gave me two.
Shang-Chi.
It was like I think it was Kung Fu Man or Kung Fu Master. I don't know if it was Marvel or DC, but he was just a guy.
He fought
Kung Fu.
I know.
You sure it wasn't Kung Fury?
I'm gonna give it a little goose.
Oh, dear Lord.
Because it's honestly the bother. It's pretty sentimental to me.
I did.
So yeah, Issues becomes a show.
And we do it sporadically.
Yeah, we still do commentaries, and then now that James is older and he's joined in on the podcast for the last couple of years.
Taste as you say.
And
Master of Kung Fu.
That's true.
That's Shang-Chi.
Should be Shang-Chi.
Is it Marvel? Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi, bro.
Sure. No,
Yeah, it was pretty
I'm
fucking
telling
awesome.
you, it was different. It was not Shang-Chi.
Pretty fun.
I
That's
swear
not Master Kung Fu I know.
Yep.
Actually, no, you know one other.
Not you.
Jackie
Karate
Chan.
Kid.
Shut the fuck up.
That's not Kung Fu. It's
Kung Fu
karate.
Kid.
Do I have to smack you right now?
Honest Trail.
I've got a bottle in my hand.
Honest Trail. It
Shut up,
strictly
Joe.
says-
Don't validate him.
Thank you.
But that was also a shady
Nightman?
You did. I did it twice.
Nightman?
It's like, what?
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Champion of
Alright.
sun.
So,
Master of karate.
James gets involved in the podcast. Mike and I have been showing him, like, shit from our past. He likes it. So we're like, let's do a podcast with James. So that's how Exposing James started. Which has gotten some traction. I hear good things about that. They like that it...
I think they listen to me better.
We see a lot of fucks. We see a lot of fucks and shits every once in a while.
Shit balls.
And then...
What? I thought we were saying bad words.
I can announce... I mean, I think I've announced it on prior shows, but I can definitely announce it now for sure.
We're doing a Zach show?
The wife and I are doing a Disney podcast.
Reluctantly. 50% reluctant.
Well, no, she wants to do it. She's just like, I don't think I'm going to talk much. And I was like...
She's not going to talk much.
She will.
I told her she could take lessons from me because I don't stop.
Do you want in?
If you ever want,
Right.
Yeah, we'll take guests all the
You
time.
know what you got to do? This has got to be your regular drunk show. Smashley and Drunkston's Disney experience.
Holy fuck, that would be the best thing
Yeah.
ever.
Because she won't shut up.
No joke. That needs to be... Dude, that could be the thing that puts Nerdies over. If the two of you
That's
get
the thing.
shit-faced and talk about Disney...
Dude, I will plan
how
to
did
get
you
them
get your
drunk.
peanut butter and my chocolate and I came?
How'd you get your fluff in this?
How'd you get your fluff and my nutter?
So, there's the long and the short.
Went from, this is a great idea to, I'm uncomfortable.
Well, at least I didn't say Peebus.
I hate elf class.
I didn't say vagina.
Yeah, bro.
I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah,
I
it's still
thought
around.
they were getting rid of it.
No, they can't get rid of it.
They can't,
Eric
right?
Idle
People will be all over it.
They'll riot.
No.
Journey into Imagination.
Eric
Are they
Idle
refacing
might
it?
go as the head,
thought
you
they
know,
were.
as the main.
They're gonna spruce it up a little? Didn't they just spruce it up not too long ago?
No, it's been like a decade and a half.
Yeah.
I would really like them to turn the ride into the fucking Marvel comic they did a few years ago.
Oh, that was adorable.
It was fucking
I want
great.
them to bring back the Dreamfinder.
What about
He's
the ball?
in the fucking
Is
comic.
ball-
I want to
I'm
take
there.
a piss.
Okay.
Is the ball back?
The ball's always been
It's never changed.
Because last time I was there,
Those
I
are
was
our bottles.
No, it's never
Mike's,
been.
Mike and Tracy's bachelor
There's a
bachelor
recycling bin right behind you, Ken.
They were gonna
It was
redo
closed
it.
down.
They were supposed to.
They were supposed to do a refurb.
Yes, but COVID happened, and then that delayed that.
A rework, actually.
Yeah, which I was looking forward to, because when you're on the end of the ball, the end of Spaceship Earth, and you're going down and Judi Dench's talking, you can still see
the scenes that used to be there.
Yes, they're totally there. Like where it said bridges upon bridges and this and that.
Another.
Oh, actually, I'll do another. I'll do another one.
Good.
Get me whatever.
Dealer's choice.
I don't think they
Just
have
not
that.
the Kona. I don't
Get him with Truly. He'll love that.
Let's not.
Dealer's choice, whatever you're getting, sir. So, dude, I thought it was hilarious. They have like those like old school Toshiba TVs, like parents talking to their kids.
Yeah.
In the future, you can.
still-
But like now, it's just here. Like they totally missed this.
Well, that part
It's kind of there now.
is not where there's TVs that used to be there, and it's not that you can
it's all
still see
gone.
it.
You can see it. It's behind the curtains. They have more of that like cool mirror effect, like starlight thing.
Yeah, when you're looking up at the actual
Remember
Earth.
going with Danny and Poppy? Like we're looking at the show. Like this is gonna be so cool.
Do you remember going with Nanny and Poppy and she didn't let us take a break and like
stop walking?
We had to be in the park all day long, and then we were like, "Can we go to the pool?" And she's like, "I fucking paid for these tickets."
Yeah.
You respect that now, though, right? As an adult?
No, bro, I have to take that break.
But that stop? That like sit
We
around
gotta
for a
take
hot
that
second?
midday break.
Yeah.
Like
you
I need that pool
understand.
time.
You understand the money.
I remember.
I know how much I'm paying for that fucking hotel. I'm gonna use that fucking pool too.
Valid point.
Well, dude, you know what it was too? We loved that Speed Racer game in
That
Rampage.
speed, yeah.
We were like, can
We
we go
fucking
back?
owned
And
Rampage.
she's like, no, we're at
You
the
just
speed
want to go to the
park.
fucking arcade.
Yeah. Because
You're not wrong.
No, it was a great,
You toilet
great
beer.
game.
Oh, I just knocked over. Alright. Now that we've gotten like the long, short edition of the entire history of Nerdies. Well, Vinny has joined like literally recently.
3 or 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually, after the passing of my mom, he decided to come on, and then he's been, and Kyle said it before, but he's like the greatest addition.
I
that we've
want to
had.
be closer with you guys. That's kind of...
That's beautiful, bro. Not even sarcastic.
See, we've all, like, we grew
It's
up
really
together.
just me, and they're just bonus.
Your brother, if
It
he
is
wasn't
what it
such a shithead sometimes.
I know. Well, I'm a shithead too. It's just, you know, I'm actively trying to not be.
You're one of our shitheads, though. You're our
Yeah,
kind of
thanks,
shithead.
guys.
John is too, though.
No, he is.
John just doesn't make himself available enough.
No, he doesn't.
Like, I didn't know either of you guys that well, but now I know you.
Yeah.
Because you've made yourself available to us.
Yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve, friend.
I'll tell you what. If you think his opinions provide comedy to our show, you should hear some of the shit that his brother will say.
Yo.
Get him
Because
on a roll.
at least I will agree with some of the stuff he says.
John is so fucking outlandish sometimes.
Yeah.
What's funny is he would say that about me.
I know.
He says, I say, I'm over the top.
You are. Your worst.
I'm over the
your
top in
worst trait.
such of the right way, though.
Yeah,
Your worst
but
trait is that you've taken the role from Kyle that Mike and I have always hated, that we can never tell when he's being sarcastic. We have no fucking clue
This is juice.
when you're being genuine or not.
Cherry meat, bro. You're sipping some of the nectar of the gods.
You drink some
like
water
it or
and
not?
then drink the cherry.
It's a skill. No, it's good.
I can get
Right?
you something different if you don't like it.
It's already here.
I'll finish that.
Appreciate it.
I'm almost there.
It's a skill. I've been working on it for a long time, and it's kind of. I have like an only child syndrome almost, because like
Which I don't understand.
I'm out in the world by myself sometimes, and I'll fuck with people actively, and they'll be like, what did he just say to me? And then I just walk away, never to be seen again.
You know what?
Kaiser Sosa.
You know what? It's probably not going to get better for you guys. It's probably only going to get worse, because now that we're on the show together every week, all I have to say is iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. Well, can we go to the thing?
And so we're just going to make each other worse, I think.
Can I give Kyle the thing I wanted to...
Oh, this is the thing you set up like an hour ago?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So do I have to read it any type of way?
Just read it aloud.
Just out loud as myself.
He's
read
got
it
a-
aloud. Not, you don't want me to accentuate it
Well,
at
this
all.
is me writing it.
No.
It's a letter.
He's got a Hannibal Buress.
I'll preface it as that way. It's a letter. Can you just? I just feel like I can't read it aloud. So I want you to read it.
You've got a Hannibal Buress level of just...
Yes.
Just cut it and take it.
Yeah, just kind of we've been before.
Don't you want me to read it as me?
Well,
I read the first line of the
Well,
read.
That's why I wanted you to read it, because I was talking to John today. I was like, he's going to read it first, and then he's going to... Go ahead. Just read it.
Just
out.
read
Okay,
it, Kyle.
okay.
I didn't bring the miner because I saw the shark too.
So,
Alright, let me know when you guys are ready.
Go ahead.
Say the
Alright.
words.
Dear Dwayne, I feel like I can call you Dwayne because we're so much alike. I would love to meet you someday. It would be great to have a wrestling match. I know I'm not as strong as you, but I think you'd be impressed by my agility and speed. I know you have not been getting my letters, because I know you'd write back if you did. I hope you write back this time, and we become good friends. I'm sure our relationship would be electrifying. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for taking a seat at the table for DC and trying to bring Henry Cavill back where he belongs. P.S. I smell what you're cooking.
Now, should we have been playing the music stand behind that?
We should have.
Because I had an Eminem feeling going on there.
Dear Mr. Johnson, you still haven't written.
Dear Mr. I'm too big and muscular to call back my fans.
Well, I told you guys I was
You're
going
the
to
last
write a
one I
letter.
ever said
I
yes.
said yes. You got that eyebrow. I don't give a shit.
You did it great. You did it exactly how I imagined it. It was between you two. I didn't want him to read it.
Oh god, he would have ruined it. It would have been so bad.
Yeah.
It would have either been as electrifying as we all imagine, or it would have been what once. Today, Junior.
Yeah, you picked the right person.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
It was good.
Hey, thanks, guys. Shout out to Always Sunny. I kind of plagiarized.
So, I want to open the floor to you and James.
Sure.
To ask,
Youngest members?
to ask questions about the show. Any questions you have about any like favorite moments we might have had, or bits, or
Secret beefs we may have had.
I say Vince should start first because James takes forever to put a thought together nowadays.
No, I actually got one right away.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I got
We had
one.
secret beefs.
What?
A secret?
We had
Not
secret
really
beefs.
secret beefs.
There were beefs.
We've talked about it, I think. Not really at length, but it's been mentioned a couple times. The time you tried to choke me out, and I.
The Tarantino show.
Yeah, the Tarantino show.
The Wet Willy?
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't try to choke you out. I gave you Wet Willy, and you overreacted. And you almost
Well,
put
it
me
wasn't
through.
an overreaction.
You almost put me through a fucking door.
It wasn't. I almost put us both through.
Nobody likes wet fingers in their ear. I mean,
Don't
And it's not like
stop.
it's not like I put you through like a regular.
No,
door.
it was a glass door.
Yeah, it was a sliding glass door.
that was an extreme reaction
James.
to crumb cake.
James, you
Not-
still
not
remember
to
your
this.
question?
Okay.
What was
Yes, I do
To
actually.
the story.
I had
So-
something. I had it stuck in my throat.
it? Oh. You want some beer?
No.
It's cherry,
Sure.
so it kind of goes with the
And
flow.
wheat. Okay, so you had a question. Let's hope
Yes.
it's not dumb.
Okay,
It's
so
heavy.
you wish it was.
It's gonna be.
You
know it is.
I wish it wasn't.
So, were all of you guys Disney fans, or did someone out of the group have to convince you to be
So
Disney
until I
fans?
met your father, I didn't even know what Disney was.
I am fucking
Shame?
stewing right now. I am literally like, out of all the nerdities questions you're about to ask, you pull Disney back in.
It's like forever.
No, I'm
Joe,
just-
we're gonna throw you in here too, so we can get like some
I
intelligent
mean
questions.
this.
Yeah.
I mean this. Until I met your father, I didn't even know what Disney was.
Okay, good.
Justin and
Mike,
I.
what about you?
That's an accurate
no.
fact.
You're right.
Yes,
And
I
he's
know
too
exact-
stupid to
yes,
realize
I know
what I'm
exactly
saying.
what you're
James.
saying. Well, he wasn't around.
James, I've known Kyle since he was born.
So,
You get it?
Do you get it? Do you get what he's saying?
You get it?
Oh!
You get it?
No, I don't. Nope. Still don't
Justin
get
and I
it.
used to sing random Disney music behind the line.
Yeah,
in the
when we
kitchen.
were cooking together, we used to put the Disney playlist on.
Random
Yeah.
Disney
Oh.
songs.
My second fight, like, I remember getting my hands wrapped, and I had "I Want to Be Like You."
You've said this before.
Yeah,
This is
and
your
I
idea.
want to be. I like a playlist. I want to be like you. I'll make a man out of you. And what's the fuck else?
You can do that in prison.
Oh
Am
yeah.
5 beers deep. How are you? 6 beers. 6 beers and a shot.
Justin singing "Part of Your World" so loud that the
Customers have heard it.
could hear it.
Where?
I do it at work now, still.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen. I'd be in the kitchen, I'd be like, look at this stuff. Isn't it?
Top of his lungs. But you'd hit the note. That's the crazy thing. That's if he just would hit that note.
What do you call them?
Bitches. Vinny, you have a question?
I do. I remember you guys had the comic Dark Days of Britain, right?
We still have it.
You still
That's
how many issues have you?
that
you
is
guys
the
have?
Monster Squad reboot.
Yeah,
it got
yeah.
turned into our own story.
3.
No,
Well,
Like,
we have
it's
3
like-
completed.
3 are printed.
That's the question.
5 are written.
4 are. A 4th one's completely written.
Yeah.
Fifth one's bullet pointed, isn't it?
I have yet to show you guys. The 5th one is about halfway written.
Because I've done the lettering on the 4th.
Yeah. But the 4th one's not completely drawn. You've done some of the written.
Most of whatever you've given.
Yeah.
Do you guys have an ending? And
yes.
Well,
yeah, 3.
Like, do you plan on ending it, or you want to like extend it as long as
we have a
possible?
3-volume concept.
Yes.
Okay.
There's an ending of this story.
Yeah.
Wait, I got another question. This time it's a serious question.
Wait for Vin to finish his question medley.
Do you guys have any future projects outside of that you've been working on?
Funny you should ask.
So many.
We have a lot. When we were coming into this, I've had an idea of a comic called Prodigal for 20 years now. That I have bits and pieces of. I drew out most of the first issue, and then I was like, yeah, we'll do this. After we're done with Dark Days, we'll do this. And then we started writing Dark Days, and somewhere in the writing of issue 3, we're sitting there together at a table writing it, and I just stopped and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm writing Prodigal alone.
No, because usually
I can't
we do
fucking
it at 9,
take this.
but
Because it's like when you're writing,
took it away before 9.
when you're writing as a group, it's not that the things they're saying
Was that
are
before
wrong.
us?
No. Well, Prodigal, yeah. Prodigal I came up with 10 years
Right, but
before.
you were writing Prodigal prior to us anyway.
Yeah. But like the idea was, when we were done with Dark Days of Brickton, we'd go to Prodigal. And I was like, alright, cool, yeah. But we were really early in Dark Days of Brickton. Writing as a group really is writing as a committee. It's not that the ideas that these guys have are wrong.
It is hard.
It's what they want to do isn't necessarily what I want to do.
So I think the idea, and I think we've kind of worked this out in a way, is that whoever is the driving force of a project, right? So, for example, Prodigal would be you. The idea is that person bullet points an entire story and can flesh out most of the story.
Right.
And then one or however many other people come in at parts of the story to contribute at different levels in the editing process. You can't have like 5 people at the start of writing a story. It doesn't work.
Absolutely.
You can't have one person writing a story and then 4 people jump in at the same time. It doesn't work. You have to. It has to like be slowly mixed in to get the final product.
I'm really good at laying out concepts and like story bullet points. What I'm very shit at is what Mike's good at, and that's fleshing out the idea.
And I'm a dialogue guy.
Right.
That's where I suck.
We know.
Oh, you are.
We know.
Big dialogue
You
guy.
are.
I'm an idea
Sometimes
man.
too much of a
I
dialogue.
thrive on enthusiasm. That's
Right.
my move.
So like,
You're an energy guy.
Yeah.
he's writing Prodigal by himself, right? Sure. But he started this NFT concept thing with a friend of Kyle's.
Love it.
I
Kevin.
love how you don't say a friend of ours. It's a friend of Kyle's.
I've known Kevin since.
But the
Kyle
wording.
moved-
Yeah,
The
you
wording.
kind of like
Because-
parsed him out of your
Yeah.
sphere.
Because I don't trust anything he does.
Well, that's
Just honesty.
Hey, I get it.
So, like, I wanted nothing to do with it. And then Mike comes to me. And he's like, he wants to
sad.
possibly do this, this, and this. But, like, Kyle and I are kind of, like, stuck. And we do, like, I think we work better as a team than any of us work better alone.
I agree with that, but I think it's because of the different perspectives.
Well, he had started Prodigal on his own to begin with. So you and I aren't going to be of any fucking help. He knows the story.
No, but I think the way Dark Days worked,
I
where you
already
two
had a
started it,
question,
and then
Vinny.
I
Wait
came
your
in
turn.
as sort of like a,
No,
as sort of like
wait your
the,
turn.
just like finishing touches to whatever. Just like, okay, as someone with an outsider's perspective, this doesn't really make sense. Why is it this way instead of this
Right.
way?
Which is utterly
Like,
important.
The wording of this, I think, could be tightened up. That kind of stuff, I think, works. But
So Mike comes with me, he tells me what's going on, and I'm like, okay, well, this, that, this, and then I would do this. So, like, now I'm interested. So I'm like for like weeks, I'm like, talk to Kevin. Yeah, he hasn't responded to me. So I'm like waiting to see if my ideas are good. Because, of course, I have like issues where I need validation, right? That's why I got into cooking. I'm really fucking good at it. And I know I'm good at it.
And you get instant validation there.
Instant validation. So, like, when it comes to other things, like, I need it. I was like,
Is that true?
yeah.
Dude, I'm weird.
Doing a good job?
I hate validation and I'm self-deprecating. I don't know where I fall into any line of like.
If anyone gives you a compliment, you're like, I know you're lying.
I'm like, I think you're full of shit.
I kind of am suspect if I know the person.
Well, you brought me up years ago before we started this podcast. I wrote these scripts, and you read them.
Yeah.
And you loved it when it was a comedy. You totally brought me up from that because I went in such a dark,
really
dark.
Don't
place.
tell me.
Well, it's not the project Joe and I wrote together.
No.
That was paper something. Right?
Super
glue, which I was just about to talk about because that was a great idea.
I still want to do it.
I would love to do that as shorts.
If only we had time to do any of this stuff anymore.
Yeah, but super glue would still be a great short. But those scripts that I wrote, like Justin's like, I want to read them, and I hate everything I write. And you're like, this is good.
That's the problem with being a creative person. Like, I get people telling me your art looks good, and I'll be like, eh.
I hate everything.
Because you always think it could get better.
Yeah, and there's also it sounds dismissive, but it's like, people in the industry, if someone who's an artist told me my shit looked good, I'd be like, oh wow, it must be good.
Well, yeah.
If a random person who's not an artist told me you look good, I'd be like, there's a part of me that's like, thanks, but it's also like, what the fuck do you know?
Yeah, well, if another person who fucking is a chef told me that my food was good. Yeah, like, the fact that I'll never get the fucking award I got from TripAdvisor kills me. It's sitting in Jay and Danielle's office.
I know.
Fucking eats away at me every day.
They didn't do anything for it.
Not a fucking thing.
But also, the show we tried to get on, because that would have worked.
I found this out after I left.
Yeah.
But we were almost on fucking Kitchen Nightmares, right?
Yeah, Kitchen Nightmares. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
I would have been on Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, they didn't want anybody to tell them how to run their business.
That's
we were
a perfect
up
Kitchen
for
Nightmares
it.
story.
How?
A customer of ours put in for the fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
The producers came to Jay and Danielle.
Yeah.
Yo, they suck.
We were this close,
so
dude.
close.
This fucking close.
Dude. You know, I hate to say if we did do it, someone would have got, somebody else would have got thrown right under that bus.
Oh, yeah. I would have loved to have seen that.
Well,
I would have loved to have seen Chris on that.
yes, but unfortunately, it would have been him.
Yeah.
Because he would have got
Too
thrown under.
hot.
Yeah, because the way
That's gonna happen.
he ran the place,
It's not pretty.
you know.
All right, that's awesome. That's cool. Has nothing to do with nerds.
But
Sorry.
I got a
Back to-
question.
What's Chronicle about?
It's a space
My
opera.
turn.
No,
It's my turn, Vinny. You wait your turn like
I
a
have
good
already
boy. No cutting lines.
I
Guardian of the
have,
Universe.
I have
You know
one
what?
more project.
Okay, go ahead.
The trilogy. The Joe trilogy.
Yeah,
It's happening. We're not going to say anything more.
He always goes up
We
there.
have ideas. We had ideas as we were finishing up the second part of the trilogy.
That's the way I want to go.
Yeah.
Before we jump into the description of Prodigal or James's question, I do want to throw out another project
right,
that we
James,
started on. Because
I'm
there was
so mad.
There was a time when there was the 5 of us, and the idea was everybody bring a project to the table. And I had a couple, but the one I really liked was a superhero project.
Oh,
I don't even want to say the name of it, but it was.
Did we
an
ever
idea-
get to a name?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
I came up with a name, and there was an idea where each one of us got different power sets.
Yeah.
And I came up with the details of almost everything, and then we fleshed out the first 12 issues together, right? And it never made it beyond that point because by the time we were actually ready to start doing something with it, Umbrella Academy Season 1 came out, and it basically fucking slaughtered my idea, or our idea, of how of basically how issues probably 10, 11, and 12 would have gone.
You can
in the story.
still do the story and tweak a couple things, but it's so good, Kyle.
I have an idea I want to pass to you guys.
Well,
Jesus.
We can do it Tuesday.
Jesus is so bad right now.
We'll talk about it Tuesday. It's kind of like it's a pie in the sky idea.
It's stuck in there. You're not going to forget
It's
it.
something I want to talk
Is that
out.
the story you guys wrote? The 3 of you?
No.
Because
So,
you wrote
like,
a Game of Thrones like
dude,
story
we had a story
that I read once.
The problem is exactly what you guys are talking about. I'm an idea man, so I've always said I'll throw out shit ideas, or just not even shit ideas. I'll just keep throwing ideas out because 100 no's may equal 1 yes.
Yeah.
And 1 yes is kind of all you need.
It's all about volume.
Right? So, like, I just kind of keep throwing shit out, and it's like, I'm fine with no's. So fine with no's.
Well,
when I hear
yeah,
that yes, it moves a little.
Twitches?
Yeah. I get happy.
Oh.
But, like, you know, I just keep plugging.
There's 2 other projects. One I completely forgot because we haven't done anything with it for years.
Nerdling?
3 other projects.
You forgot about Nerdling?
There's 2.
It's the only other thing
No,
we
because
did.
I mentioned to you the other day, I was like, we should start writing the second fucking book. We really should. If we're going to get into conventions again next year, we need that second one.
Yeah.
I forgot we started the EPW comic.
That's
We have a
right.
wrestling
Yeah.
comic book. And it's incredible. Even I did some of the art on it.
Well, you tried to do some of the art.
I did some of the cross.
You inked it.
Remember, we had like a session where you were like, okay, this is the character we're
Holy
drawing,
fuck.
and it was our version of the Brooklyn Brawler, and
Yeah.
we were like, we're drawing this character.
My hands
and then
shake
we
too
each,
much. I can't help
We
it.
each took a shot at drawing it in real
Can't.
time. As you
My
were drawing it.
lines are so thick.
Dude, it was like an every night
I
thing
just
too for
remember-
like a month
I
where the
just-
2 of them sat and they were just drawing and you were just like going, fuck.
I just remember Justin, like, I'm done drawing, and I'm like, all right, this is as good as it's gonna get. And I'm talking to Mike, and Justin's still drawing.
I felt like a Catholic nun. Like,
Sorry.
I wanted to stand there with a ruler and be like, lighter!
Yes.
Lighter! Because it would be like, all right, I have a handful of rules, like loose rules to drawing.
Yeah.
And the first rule is always start light. Like, the first rule is...
Operation.
And like, if I was going to teach a group of kids, I would get all like, rah, 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 and be like, the first rule is...
Because I can't.
Relax.
Yeah.
I have too much strength in
Relax.
my hands.
Always be relaxed
My
coming
hands
into
are
this thing.
Because it's easier to erase.
Yeah, always come in light.
we all have to see.
There's the standard shapes
Yeah.
that become the more detailed stuff. And I tried to lay that out to him. It's not like he doesn't understand the concept. But when he was laying out the initial lines, I'm like, bro, lighter.
He was like,
Yeah, he was
can't
like,
help it.
he was like all 4 fingers around it, like,
Drag, draw, circle!
I know.
Drag, draw, arm!
Justin, why are you ripping holes in your paper?
I
yeah.
can't help it.
It's like, no, bro, lighter. And there became a point
You know
where
what
I
it
was
is?
like,
It's from cooking.
it's a brutality. It's a deliberate the way you do things.
Deliberate with your movements.
Well, no, because so
I feel like Yoda.
in culinary school, you got it.
one! We
You got one. You
I
got
got
one.
all over.
Scissor.
What is it? What did he spit?
Water. So
Is this what you've been trying to do all night?
because
It
like
just happens.
so like I can make cool like fruit art and sculptures and stuff.
Yeah.
But because of that, I have to hold my hands so tight with the knife
Yeah.
that like I can't work lightly with the pencil because of it. I'm just used to that like conditioning to where like I have to
You
be
have to like retrain yourself. Almost.
right. But yeah, so we have the wrestling comic book, and then I have a book that I started a while ago called The Gods, which is essentially an Italian
Yeah, I remember
mafia
that.
story.
We didn't get too deep into that, but that was a funny concept.
That was
We
a good
have
one.
it's an Italian mob story, but it's based on all the pantheon of the gods. So it's like every family is a different set of gods.
That's cool.
It's a good
I
one.
love
really
the whole
cool.
concept.
Me
The
too.
But
concept was badass.
again, I need both of them.
But that's what
Yeah.
makes you guys so good. You all have different aspects of where you're strong, so when you're all together.
Yes.
There are few
Badass stories
things
come out.
in life better than a good creative writing meeting. When it gets rolling, you're like, oh, we would need a person who's really good at steno, who could just sit there and just run out there because we throw out ideas so quickly.
I can get a
It's
dictation
a high.
It is.
Yeah.
You could dick my tation? Dick your
I don't have much
Can I get to my question?
Go ask your question.
Thank you.
Oh, I want to talk about the.
Shut
Can I go first? Can I?
No, Vinny.
Ask your question.
Okay, but he needs to stop talking.
You need to ask the question.
Shush. Okay, so how long do you guys think you'll be doing the podcast? Like, it's the 10th anniversary.
Forever.
I'd say about another month.
Will you stop with that?
What?
She's only gonna be a baby for like 2 years. Stop it.
Stop
That's it.
being a whore.
Like, that's another thing. I said, if you have another one, and then if we have another one.
No.
It's just talking into a microphone.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing heavy lifting
Honestly.
here.
About another month.
Stop it.
Well, you guys got Vinny now. You don't need me anymore.
That's
Why'd I
his-
turn into Tony Danza?
That's his wife talking.
Yeah.
What
Relax,
does not
Joe.
sound like
Fucking Yoko Ono.
Come on, Kyle. We got 2 fucking kids. We got a mortgage. What are we gonna do here? You gonna be talking on this fucking microphone for the rest of your life? You're not even making money.
Technically, we make money. It just pays for the
Yeah.
podcast.
We don't see it in our pockets. It just
We've gone from not making money to we make money. It just covers our costs.
yeah. We gotta talk about that stuff we tried recently too.
Oh yeah, we do.
Hey,
I
on
gotta
the next sound.
write a small review for them. Cool.
I'll help with
We
that.
got a
I'll
free
help with
product.
Nice. You want to talk about it?
You want? No, they're not
No,
getting
'cause they haven't
free
paid yet.
advertisement.
Anyway,
that.
It was
10
pretty good,
years
though.
in. Yeah, I will say that about the unnamed product. It does what it claims to do.
Definitely did.
Either that or it was in a really
is
good
it the
mood.
bidet?
Yeah.
Dope.
It's good.
So it's not suppository.
We also have
No,
a
as much
vegan.
as-
liquid.
We have
as
a
much
vegan
as I
chocolate chip
hoped.
cookie. That has the herbaceousness to it.
Yeah, there's another one.
There's a cookie.
They or another.
No, same company.
Good. Yes. If there's one thing I can get behind, yes.
For years, I tried to get one of those shows happening, and it never happened.
Well, yeah, we were all about that.
Yeah,
Because it was
but
only half of us would do it.
Joe.
I wouldn't do it.
No, Mike is gonna be like,
It's because I don't smoke it.
Oh no.
But I take the lesser of the evils.
Still,
3 out of 5 of us during the 5 period could have done it.
Oh, yeah.
The other
Oh,
2
yeah.
would just be sitting there like,
Well, 4 of the 5 of us. But if you know anything
Also,
about me, I would have been even more useless than I usually am.
yeah, because there were a couple times you went over to Five's house and not much got accomplished, right?
There was one time specifically that I went over to Fly's house to teach him how to use Photoshop, and that lasted about
ended poorly.
10 minutes, and then we went to pick up.
Because you always got to pick up.
Because why not?
There's always you always need more. That's the way the life
We
works.
should try to start really quick rapid
And
fire.
we reached our 2.5 hour time limit.
We're pretty much there.
All right.
You said you had regrets.
Yeah, we touched on all of mine. It was the show that should not be named, the interview that I did with Kick-Ass, and then the way we ran the Beatles shows and hip hop shows.
Is there now, besides regrets, is there anything that anybody would like to redo? I have 2.
we do
I would like to redo the fucking debate and make it an actual
an
debate.
actual debate.
I would love to do it.
We talked about this too.
We have. And the second thing I'd like to do is I would love to do the interview with what's her face again.
Okay.
Just because we've come a long fucking way since that first interview.
I do not want to go down that road again.
I do.
Tell he's being
I really
honest,
do.
though. Check out his posture right now.
Yeah.
Look how honest
He
he's
He
being.
is so erect.
Straight up.
Yeah, I trust him right now.
The only real regret I have is that we don't not have a studio to go to. We don't have our own studio set up. I would like to be talking into individual microphones.
So,
Yes,
no,
but
well,
it's not ridiculously expensive. It's the situation we're in as individuals. We can't all come
Yeah.
together once a week. That's the biggest problem. At this point, I would have purchased this stuff if we had a place to go every week. If we had the option.
I mean, we could easily turn the fucking basement.
Yeah,
I
but we
have-
can't all.
on my supercomputer now, I actually set it up.
You have a supercomputer?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Does it talk to you?
I can't. But
Yes.
Do you
I
want me to
actually,
jerk you off,
Yes.
we can do a podcast if we could. Right now I have one microphone, but I know you have the other one. No, but we can.
It's a one-man podcast.
If we can actually produce it
We're talking with my.
semi-professionally. I do have the programs.
One-man Joe.
Now,
That's
this
great.
thing-
No, that's your podcast.
This thing that's just a third of the size of the fucking PKE meter that you used to
Oh,
carry around.
God.
mess?
No. Well, the PKE meter
That's half the price.
went well.
But the sound quality's better.
It's so hot. Like right now, it's on fire.
Well,
No, it's not even hot. It's
No,
not
that's
warm.
the one I got from
Yeah.
Best Buy, right?
well, we stopped with the PKE meter because we went with just the microphone on that computer. Because
Yeah.
I would just bring that computer with us.
Is the PKE meter still working?
I sold it years ago.
Well, at least you got money out of it.
Yeah. But I do have a semi-studio at my house now.
Semi.
No,
Semi
well,
bottom
I'm
of my
recording.
pocket.
I'm trying to record
Ew.
music,
Hey-oh.
and I have
Scissor?
streaming. I could
Long distance gizzard.
I can stream and audio produce now. Just saying.
Yeah, but how many times are you going to leave for California?
Son, I own I bought a house. I've locked it for 30 years.
Because you can't sell them.
It's not how it works, Joe, but okay.
Sam, this isn't, you're not landlocked,
You can sell it whenever you want.
I have a necklace. I can't go more than 5 miles away from it.
Those were my regrets. You have none?
Mine was basically that our technology isn't where I'd love it to be.
But it can be.
It can be.
It
no.
can be.
Sir.
Mine, I would definitely the debate. That's a big one.
I really want to do that, like, with you.
I wish we could have archived those old shows.
Do we have them all?
I do.
I have a CD of them.
You gave them to me. I have them on the hard drive.
Like, I still can't believe we went through this entire episode and not mentioned how to properly seal.
Because
your
it's
honor.
overplayed.
I know, but it was.
But it is one of the greatest
It's
episodes
great.
we've ever done.
That was going to be my next step. Was going to be like, what was some of everybody's favorites?
That is definitely the greatest first format.
Actually, I got a regret.
Yeah.
At the time we did the show, the Doctor Who show, I wasn't really watching Doctor Who, and then after you gave me that, both of you gave me that, actually the three of you gave me those lists at once, because you kept saying start at 9, start at 9, start at 9. Eccleston.
The Doctor.
Yeah, the Doctor Who show.
Start at 9, because that's where I started. I didn't watch it before that.
And I went in with the 50th anniversary, and then I became obsessed with it. I would love to rehash that topic.
We kind of
I never,
watched it.
in watching it, I never got
We gotta
to
get
the
back.
Matt Smith stuff from start to finish.
He's my doctor because that's where I started.
So that's the thing, is I stopped. I mean, I've seen episodes where he was the doctor, but watching it start to finish, I stopped right before he started.
I'll always be a Tennant guy.
Yeah, so
He
I
was
mean,
the
yeah,
first
I
one
got
I watched.
Eccleston and Tennant, and I watched that start to finish, and then I just stopped watching.
Tennant's so good. He was so good. Jessica Jones.
Yes, he was.
He could be so nice and so maniacal.
Oh my God, he was
Great
such a.
Did you ever see Broadchurch?
bastard.
No.
Check out Broadchurch, dude.
Yeah. He's kind of one of those guys, like, I'll watch whatever he's in.
Yes,
like,
but the
that,
the creative force behind Broadchurch, not great with Doctor Who.
Yeah. What was that, Moffat or was that?
No, this is Chibnall.
Okay.
Writing terrible.
Broadchurch was just messed up.
I have another question for the round table. What's your favorite Van Damme movie?
Oh, here he goes.
All right.
Oh, here he goes. All the way off track.
So before we answer this question, the next thing I asked everybody was going to be if we have any favorite running gags or callbacks from the last 10 years, because I have a top 8 and JCVD is on the fucking list
Is it already?
It's number 7 on the list already.
Two.
Ben has brought, like, I was always the occasional bring in JCVD guy.
Yes. No.
He is the king.
It's been
of
so
the
solid.
split.
Dude, it's been so solid that it's already number 7.
So
it's consistent.
Background on that: I come from a broken home. To your face.
I was there for you.
Every weekend.
Spock's visit. Oh, cool. There you go.
Every weekend with
Now
my
I feel
dad.
left out. Fuck you
Want
guys.
scissor me?
With my, you want to do one?
Do you want scissor?
Triple scissor.
Oh,
chain scissor.
Chain scissor.
Chain scissor.
Oh my God, Joey!
Such a fit. All 5 people. All 5 people.
Oh my God!
This is useless. It was fun.
That was so good. Anyway, so
family.
every week with my dad, it was Van Damme.
No, you got a scissor.
Van Damme, Seagal.
That's not gonna happen.
You watched the
All those
acclaimed
dudes.
Scissor Man.
So
Come on, sis.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mike, you go first. What's your Van Damme?
James, don't
My
let me down.
greatest Van Damme moment?
Greatest Van Damme movie.
Kickboxer, dude.
Yeah.
Kickboxer is so utterly quotable. I will still randomly just say, he was kicking the pillar, the plaster was falling down.
Right.
I got a
Hold
bad
on.
feeling about this one.
Before we
Look,
get,
soon cow! They call me White Warrior.
Dude,
hold on.
That's it.
We weren't done with favorite moments though. Before Kyle gets into his
JCVD will rule all.
That question. What do you mean?
Segue?
I was saying, what favorite
Give me the ball!
Is there favorite segments you have of the show? Like any bit that we ever did?
Top
Like
8,
we
right?
know.
That's what I'm saying, like running gags and callbacks, right? Or is that something separate?
I was just saying. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, run through the 8.
Run through your 8.
So 7 was JCVD. 8 because it's not. I don't know if it falls into this category, but I love it. And I try not to laugh every time it's said, but every time flogging a deceased equine comes out, there's a part of me in my brain that fucking loses it because that happens more often than you'd think, and it's always the same person who says it.
Whatever that would be.
6.
Oh, me.
6 really only applies to wrestling with ourselves, but there's a setup for this. It's Kyle hates when a wrestler works a body part. And it's almost always the same setup every time.
It's always the same person.
Okay.
And I don't understand why. It's such great psychology. Anyway.
Number 5, Weighted Joe.
Weighted
Weighted
Joe.
Joe.
Dude, Weighted Joe is a
Long
classic. Did I
time.
create that?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, I must say though, before you go on, you have become a much more vocal individual.
I like it.
And what you bring to it has been more eloquent. There would be times we'd be talking and Joe would just be like, and then Pootie Tang, he would do that, and yeah, he does that shit too. And I just look at him and be like, Weighted Joe. And we'd move on.
As I said, super inebriated.
You're more man now. You're much more of a man than you ever were.
You have grown. Don't worry.
You have grown to Nuxum cow. Fight warrior.
Back, and it brings it
All
back.
about circle.
Strong like bull.
So good.
That's bad guy.
Number 4 is actually probably my favorite, but it has to stay at 4 because we basically flogged the deceased point about it.
Bring it back.
The Italian Job.
Oh, it drops on Netflix this month.
Holy shit, I totally forgot. I have to do a review. You know what I did today?
No,
You know what I did today?
Not watch that.
You know what I did today?
You didn't watch that.
I watched The Italian Job.
didn't.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you
Because
fucking didn't.
for the 10th anniversary, I wanted to bury the bit. I can't believe I forgot this. I fucking watched The Italian
No, you
Job
didn't.
today. I did.
I don't believe you.
I did.
I don't fucking
You
believe
know how
you.
I believe you? You know you should believe me? You know you should believe me?
No.
So, Donald Sutherland doesn't last for 10 minutes in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The chemistry between Charlize Theron and Mark Wahlberg is like, eh.
Yes.
The chemistry between everyone else is excellent.
Yes.
Holy
the chase scene
shit,
with the Mini
dude.
Cooper is pretty good.
Yes.
It's one of the better, actually. The way they use the sign to drop on the fucking hole, that was beautiful.
Yes.
I will say.
Yes.
It was a really good movie. It's probably a shame that I didn't watch it back in the day because I would have loved it, but it's definitely a good movie.
Top 3 characters in the movie.
Top 3 characters in the movie. It's obviously Seth Green's Napster.
Okay.
That Napster, the way they just drop shit in there, like, call me the Napster from now on. No, I'm not going to do that. Like, that kind of back and forth was like us. Wasn't that what you were setting up? Like,
said
there
it was because of his nappy hair. It's because I was napping when he stole it.
Is that the dude? Did they actually get the dude in there for that? The guy who made Napster?
I don't know.
This looks a lot like him. Obviously, Mos Def.
Left ear, yeah.
Yeah, left
so
ear.
good.
And Handsome Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's fucking Statham. It's Statham like, oh.
You have to give it.
It's
give
over.
It one round
Dude,
of applause.
it's done.
10 fucking years.
It's done. The gimmick is over. I had to end it now because we have to move on. We have to do new stuff. Italian
I
Job.
am so fucking happy with you.
It
Would
had
you
to
say?
happen.
Would you say?
What? Jeff's kiss.
Jeff's kiss?
Okay.
Oh, he
Funny.
gave a Jeff's kiss.
Funny.
What
Funny.
a monumental night.
Funny because after my top 8 callback running gags, I have a list of running gags that I hate, and there's only one fucking thing on it, and it's Jeff's kiss.
Yeah,
So-
you just got involved.
So for anybody that doesn't know, if you don't listen to the Fat Man Beyond podcast with Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin, that's
should.
where it came from. I think it was Kevin who said
Chef's
kiss,
kiss.
but fucked up and said Jeff's kiss.
He said it, but he was high,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Did you say Jeff's kiss?" And they chuckled over it for a while, and it became a T-shirt.
Right, but like I loved it, and Mike and I listened to the show, so we drop it the first time. Kyle gives a little chuckle, and he's like,
The fuck are you guys
It was
talking about?
it was pretty much the same thing. Did you just, in my own head, did you just say Jeff's kiss?
"Yeah."
And then the second time you said it, you definitely just said Jeff's kiss. And the third time you said it, why the fuck you saying
Yeah,
Jeff's kiss?
so we fill him in on the bit, and he's like, "This is fucking stupid." So because
It's gonna
Kyle
be
said
Richard.
it was
He was
fucking
just
stupid,
done.
every time I can do it.
Well, at least once an episode.
At least. So continue with your
Alright, so
tops.
3. Because I don't remember us ever doing a build-up to something as good as our build-up to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hashtag Guardians of the
Oh
Galaxy.
my God,
is one of the
Guardians
best
of
things.
the Galaxy
We
was
knew.
excellent.
That
We friggin'
we
knew.
did.
we made that movie popular.
We built those
Yeah, it was all
fucking
us.
train
It was
tracks.
totally
Yeah,
us.
we really did.
Yeah.
Every-
James Gunn who?
Yeah.
That started early on in the podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Was that
when all of us were on.
2014 they came out?
I think it was within the first year and a half, 2 years.
When it was just a
When we heard the rumor.
Yeah, we were like, what? And then you see the first trailer, we're like, we're in.
Yeah.
Nerdities is officially in.
Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Every episode ended with hashtags already. You know what? Hashtag
Hashtag.
Champions of Integrity.
Champions of the Integrity might be one of my favorite things that's ever happened to us. It was not had nothing to do with the podcast.
No, but it's still.
I'll tell the story real quick,
Yes.
not to ruin Kyle's flow.
Yes.
So we're doing East Coast Comic Con, and it's like our second or third time, and like we're having a good show.
We have no room though.
No room. And
Us and number 5 are in one booth that's like
Yeah.
4 feet wide.
And like the people next to us were called the Champions of Integrity, but like they no-showed. So like
We're doing 2 days here too.
yeah, so they no-showed the first day, and I'm looking at Kyle, and I'm like, bro, if they're not here tomorrow, we should like totally gank the fucking booth space.
Yeah,
right?
I think we said we'll give them the first hour of day 2.
Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah.
So it's like 11 o'clock, and the show floor opened at like 10 on Sunday. And I look at Kyle, and I was like, do you think we should?
It was like the minute we were in.
It's like 11:01.
And you stop the promoter guy and you're like, yo, our
Can
neighbors
we-
didn't show up.
can we-
just... And like, I don't even know if he broke stride. He's like, yeah, just take it.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, go ahead. So we took a double fucking booth. And...
Because they didn't want empty space. Empty
Yeah,
space
they
was
didn't want
better.
empty
Set up that whole side.
It was me and 5 next to each other selling, like, doing work and stuff, and they took all
Kyle
the
and I.
comics and pushed them over there.
Yeah.
And the Tumblr thing.
Yeah, and we were just fucking working the crowd.
It was beautiful.
That was a good one.
So we stole their sign. I still have it.
We can't do any more games of chance then. Fuck you.
Jag-offs.
Oh, I'll find a way around that.
Yeah.
We'll be shooting craps in the fucking back alley.
You remember one of those fucking paper wish makers? Yeah, watch me.
Okay, so Kyle's list again.
Which 2?
Alright, number 2. 2 and 1 go together. So when I say number 2, you're gonna know what number. You guys are gonna know what number 1 is. Number 2, the anime show. So can you guys guess what the fuck number 1 is?
I should be able to. I can't.
Can you guess? The 1910s show. And you know why? You know why? You know why? You know why the
I
anime
know why. I know why.
You know why the anime show was 2?
Why?
And the 1910
Because
show
the
was
effort.
1, guys?
Because the effort.
You know why?
The effort.
Because Justin never sat down to write a fucking anime show. These
gotta lay this one out.
these
gotta lay
assholes
this one out.
convinced me that at one point we were going to do a show.
This wasn't a fuck. We weren't fucking with you.
We
though.
weren't fucking with you. This was gonna happen.
No, it wasn't.
It
There
was.
we were
It
going to do a
was.
show.
What?
We were going to do a show for each decade.
We were gonna do
it was,
decades.
It was going to be the decades, and it was, you know, it was starting from the 1910s. We were going to do a decade of, you know, covering the topics of each decade.
Like popular
whatever,
culture of the
anything, right? So, and think about the 1910s. What happened in the 1910s?
I
The
totally
fucking
forgot about
Titanic
this, like,
sank.
3
What
years
else,
ago.
guys?
What, you guys gonna cover
What
the
else
car
happened in the
accident?
1910s? The
So-
Titanic sank in what?
World War One.
What?
Great Depression?
What?
That was
World War
funny.
One was not in the 1910s.
Yeah, well, 1914.
19 was in there, war in 1912?
There was a war of 1912.
Bro.
1914 was.
So-
Was it?
Was it?
Well, yeah. Was it the 1900s you were supposed to do?
No, it was the 1910s.
1910s.
Because 1917 we were in World War One, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah. But the fact of the matter is, Kyle wrote out an entire show, and I
For
don't
the
remember how it
1910s.
happened, but we were like,
Mike and I both looked at each other because one night we were sitting in the house because we were at my mom's house again, and I looked at him and I was like, "What? Dude, it's all fucking depressing shit.
that's what it was. Like, we can't do a show about this. The
It's all
1910s
fucking depressing.
sucked.
We can't do this. The teens sucked.
Which means we
Don't
can't do
tell
every
Kyle.
decade.
We don't fucking tell
Oh my
Kyle.
God.
So we go to record the show, and
So
Kyle's
I need to preface this. So this is when it was just the 3 of us left.
yes.
We were going to do the 1910s show. So what 2 shows came before this show? The Beatles show and the Hip Hop show had already come before this show. I wrote one of those shows and co-wrote the other one of those shows. This is now my 3rd attempt at writing a show.
Were they like bang, 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 or was there space? in
No,
between?
no,
I
it
don't
doesn't
remember.
fucking matter, Mike,
Well,
because
that's
I
important.
only ever wrote 3 shows.
That's important. If it was like 3 weeks of your
No,
life
it's
that
not
were just
important. I only
horrendous,
ever
can
wrote
understand.
3 shows. And one of them was the Beatles show, which you intentionally tanked.
Did
And
I
the other
tank-
one,
You take the
did
Beatles.
take
and the
No,
other one was
I
the
just
hip-
didn't give it 100%. I was just
you
there.
didn't give it 20%.
I gave
You
it at least-
torpedoed that yellow
No.
submarine, you motherfucker.
I'm trying to make it fun. I didn't Star Trek it like you. I didn't try to hurt
I
it.
took a page out of your book.
Oh, blame it on me. I was at least trying to make it funny. You were trying to undercut every word out of their
I
mouths.
said I took a page. I didn't say I took the whole book or a chapter.
You took the appendix.
Fair enough.
So anyway, 1910's number 1.
Yes.
Because I put effort in, and it's still never going to fucking happen.
And the anime show, never. never gonna happen.
I have an idea.
You can keep that idea. You can take that idea, shine it up real nice.
Oh, baby.
We do a show about the anime from the 1910s.
We do an exposing Mike episode where we let James...
We've already done that. It was fucking Naruto. And I
That's
sat
Naruto.
with
You didn't
James.
discover Bleach. You didn't
No,
discover
we
Demon
sat,
Slayer.
dude. We sat
He
there for
hasn't
Naruto.
watched My Hero Academia, which I think
What
he
is
Didn't
wrong with
we?
you? I'm about to slap you.
Didn't we? I remember watching more nonsense.
Food Wars is the one I watched.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not watching Food Orgy.
One of my favorite moments from the show was well, I have two. This little running gag was there was a guy whose parents died because that worked on
The
multiple
fucking
levels.
Batman show was one of our best.
Batman
I forget
show-
that one in my
The
list.
Batman show was
The
incredible.
Batman show was the only show we ever did from my dad's house because I was
We
watching
had KFC
that.
that night.
We had KFC, and I must have been really out of my head because I, of course, start the normal shows. Wow, he's really going to town.
Yo,
Right.
don't hump Vinny.
Chill.
I mean, he is the prettiest.
Seriously.
Don't.
Okay,
You've had enough.
The
I'd
start
help you too if it
was
wasn't frowned upon. Yeah.
the start was all right. So there's this guy.
So I'll be in the bathroom next time.
There you go.
Let me know if you want me to join you.
Finish it off nice. There was this guy and his parents died, and that's what started the Batman show.
And then we did the Spider-Man show,
Which
and it worked.
Yeah, there's this
it
kid
became a bit.
and his
Yeah.
parents died.
And also, which hasn't popped up on this one, the walk-in. The walk-in appeared in every
did do a lot
one
of
of our
Yeah,
episodes.
Walken was my go-to impersonation. I don't do as many impersonations nowadays.
You were
Again,
on.
that was my Opie and Anthony inspiration. They made me want to do radio, and since we're never going to get a radio show, podcasting is the thing. Well, radio's dead.
Not the way you're thinking, but the
all
last topic is future stuff. But yeah, the walk-in stuff was always great.
Yes. We would cry laughing.
Paradox
Oh, the tsunami.
was always one of my favorites.
Bukaki.
Bukaki Tsunami.
Quick shout out to Nerdy Superfan number 2. Like, friggin' Kaiser Sose, that is Mike Carballo.
Oh yeah.
He brought us Bukaki
yeah.
Tsunami.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Like, he was one of our biggest fans for the longest time. He was one of my friends who came on a lot. He was on
for Otter.
Yeah.
Carballo was here for Otter.
Yeah,
he was a big part of
part of the
House
House.
He was a big part of that one 8-person show we did at number 5's house where my boy Topher showed up.
My God.
That was a great show. That was the
nuts.
movies show.
Yeah, that... Oh my God.
The Who's Who on that was great. The energy in that room was incredible. That was an excellent show. And that was the time we got Carballo piss-ass drunk, and we're like, yo, dude, we're going to leave him here.
Yeah, we did.
And he puked off of his back porch for he passed out on his couch all night.
The working a body part on Wrestling with Ourselves is always one of my favorite bits.
Yeah, I don't get that. That's great work. It's part of wrestling.
And then to go back to...
It's because if I was a wrestler, I would do it. But watching this, it's the
I know,
truth.
I know.
If you're trying to be a tactician, which is what I would be as a wrestler, could fucking look at me. I would do it. But I just hate watching it.
If it's done well, like Benoit used to do it well.
Yeah. And then the intro to the wrestling show.
The way we do it
is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
I don't.
Like when you say
I don't necessarily like the wrestling show as
Me
much
either.
as I like the weekend, but getting to do the intro is one of my favorite things in life.
If we had the opportunity to do the wrestling show together, and we could do it in a studio where you can get energy up, but the way it is now, where you got to be kind of quiet because you got the baby, and if it was a situation where we could do a wrestling show as wrestlers, essentially, it would be the best thing we could ever do. But I lose energy because it becomes you recounting stuff that we don't care about. It becomes me being sarcastic about
you
80s
don't
stuff.
care about.
Okay. Let's think of it this way. As a future variation to the show.
Yes.
Okay. The way you present us, right, as characters. If you were to do the show in character, but we do it like Cornette does it, and it's still reviewing the shows that we're watching,
yes.
but we're reviewing them all in character, it would be excellent.
We can tweak it. So that leads me to the.
It's like you just saw the head motion. We can tweak it. We're fucking not tweaking it. Not in the head.
No.
No, you did the head.
I don't.
You were like, we can tweak it. No.
We can tell it's not gonna happen.
So the last thing I want to get to then before we close out is the future.
Oh, I had another thing before that.
Oh, did you? Go ahead.
Well, no, because we were. I was gonna ask about like favorite specific shows, not just like callbacks and stuff.
Oh, Fat Kid Show.
That was a good one.
I fucking love the shit out of that. We never finished what I made that night. So we made the dessert wads. We made Wachos, waffle fried nachos.
Oh my god.
If you remember those.
I do.
And then I made the Nerd Witch,
Yeah.
which was Dr. Pepper glazed ham steaks,
My stomach don't feel good.
ribeye, bacon, pulled rotisserie chicken, Colby Jack cheese, and did we have a sauce on there?
I don't remember. It was
No,
too much
you
to eat.
didn't.
I didn't finish it.
It was so good.
No, you put mayonnaise on it.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't put
Because
mayonnaise
Mike
on
doesn't
it.
eat
Yeah, I don't eat mayonnaise. Yeah.
I think we had a variety of
It's
sauces.
eggs
on
and
the
oil.
table.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
I've tried to
I agree.
explain this.
So good on fries.
Yeah.
Bro.
So Fat Kid Show, almost all of our interviews, with the exception of television, because
Technical
it was just a fuck up on everybody's part.
Yeah, when we interview people, it's fun.
Yeah, anytime we get Sophie and Poppy on
I
the
had
show,
that as a separate list.
I
of
love
favorite
them.
guests / interviews.
Love them so much.
But
tournament shows are my absolute favorite because of the shit I catch for it.
because of the way you organize
But
it.
it is done so random, and you don't fucking believe me, and I don't know why.
Because it doesn't look random.
I know, but ask him. He's the one who picks the
Look at
fucking
him
numbers.
selling it. Look at him pushing it. Look at the energy and anger he's
Vinny,
got in him.
tell
Yeah, I
me,
know, I can
tell
see
me
the
I'm
muscles
lying.
on his chest.
Yes.
Tell me I'm lying right now.
The muscles on the picture,
You
on the
seem
drawing, on
pretty
his
like,
chest.
you seem about it.
Right?
You're pushing it pretty
That's
like...
what I'm saying.
I think Shakespeare said it best. Methinks he protests too much.
But
Yeah.
I catch so much shit from Kyle all the time, and it's mainly because Reese's always gets the shit out of the stick.
It's not just that.
Some reason
It's
it doesn't
not
make it far in the
It's not just that. Even if you don't want to mentally pre-rank things in your head to pair them up highest and lowest the way they do it in the NCAA tournament, even if you don't want to do that, there are obvious things. that
I'm
should
not
be
seeding
paired-
fucking edibles.
It doesn't matter. there's obvious things that should not be paired against each other in the first round because
It's
there's
random.
certain things that should obviously not get eliminated in the first round.
My feeling
Brody.
is, if a thing is strong enough to win, it doesn't matter what it's paired up against. It will win. If it's like cherry wheat won because it's the favorite drink out
But
of
it
most
was
of us.
it was fucking close though.
It was close.
Bud Light Orange came out of nowhere.
Because it was nice. We were surprised by how good.
The
But we were
thing is,
also
though-
a fucking wreck that day.
A lot of it's about matchups, though, too, because you expect things to be, like, the top 5, yeah? And then, like, you put, like, the Chipwich up against Italian Ice in, like, the first
It's
round.
gonna get destroyed.
That's a tough one.
It's like, what are we doing?
You spend a minute thinking
Literally,
like, holy
both
shit.
of those are
So-
top 5
So
items.
you're agreeing with me, though?
I'm just I mean,
There's no reason
I
to speak
agree
against you.
with the unfortunate nature of how things work out when they're random, but you can't set it up to try and get an ending.
so here's what I would say. One could say it's random if, so like, say I randomly pick numbers and I get numbers I don't like. I can just randomly do it again, and I can keep guys that it is randomized.
But then you're not as much randomizing as you're waiting for the perfect situation. It's like if you had a million monkeys on a million typewriters, eventually one of them would bang out Shakespeare. My second Shakespeare reference of the night. I'm really surprised it's
You're
happening.
doing well.
Thank you.
So, how I would say the best way to do it would be, right? You take, say it's a 32 thing, right? You pick the first 16, and you do every other. You fill out every other, okay?
With the ones you know are good, or with just like random?
No. With the first 16 that you pull out, you alternate every
Okay.
other. So the first 16 are set in there, and they're however they are.
Okay.
So everything that will go against those things then, right? When you pull it out, it's the...
You decide where that goes?
So number 17, you pull it out, and you go down the list in order, like however you're going, top left, top right, bottom right.
Fucking complicated.
And then you're like, no, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. Okay, it works here. And then you do the same thing. And you just
But
go through
that's
the list.
stacking it.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
not.
And trying
That
to
is stack-
coordinate
that's absolutely stacking
randomness
it.
is wrong. to me.
Right.
I agree.
I feel like my idea is a little more mentally. He can convince himself it's randomized if he does it
Okay,
that
so
way.
tell him your idea because he was inside.
Yeah, I was
So
cheating.
I said, let's say like
This is something Justin would do. So
you
I wonder
know,
if he's gonna bite
you
on it.
draw like your randomized thing, and you go, "No, I don't like that," and you just kind of do it again until you get like a thing that you like.
It's not
No,
random then.
because
I'm
then
not
he's
saying
gonna
you
have
did
even
do
more
it.
fucking ammunition to yell at me.
If I'm playing devil's advocate within myself,
Yeah.
it wasn't legitimate. I would say that's how I would do it. Right?
I know the devil.
The whole thing is that it's completely random. Now, some of the matchups don't seem it, but that's gonna happen.
It's
when you-
unfortunate.
It happens.
Such is the random. That's why these tournaments, the NCAA, like, when you
Some of
have
them don't
things
make sense.
organized like that, sometimes bullshit happens there
The
too.
problem is when Tom Brady wins it 7 out of 10 times.
You check the pressure. of the ball,
Black
you know.
Cherry
People
site,
say
if
he
there's
cheats
any
every year. When
Only
Justin has older
Got me
brother
something,
syndrome
please.
his whole life, and
I'll take
Kyle
the
and I are
cider.
left with, well, he's got the older brother syndrome. I remember playing like
It all comes back to
like
older brothers.
blackjack with John or like poker, and he would be like, "Oh yeah, I got a flush," and I'd be like, "What the fuck do you mean you have a flush?" And he would just like, "Yeah, I
What's
win."
that got to do with the
Did he not
tournament?
show you the cards?
Well, I'm saying like it's a big brother thing. Like
It
you
always
have
comes back.
you have something, and you win this hand, and then the next hand I have the same exact thing you have, and you go, "Yeah, it's not real."
I win.
But that's not how that's not how
I'm
the
just
tournaments
saying.
work.
I'm saying, like Kyle's jaded.
Is that what you're getting at?
You've jaded Kyle into that. It's
No,
kind
the
of your
problem-
fault.
Aerosmith.
At the end of the day, it's your fault.
It's amazing. The blink of an eye. Thank you.
I'm
It's only when you're living on the edge.
Where did I get blue moon?
I
Nobody
had
heard
those
that.
last time.
You guys
were
get
here.
blue moon.
But I have no orange. I need fruit.
It is orange to drink this beer.
Did you bring the limes
can't
down?
Drink it.
I did. They're on the.
Okay.
Give me
bar.
a
Drink
Landshark
it
and some
without
limes.
an orange in it.
So if I can say,
Sorry.
do
Dad,
you
my
still have more
phone just
stuff?
went off.
I'm booze.
Oh, I have 4 other things on my list of
No,
favorite
didn't.
episodes.
Okay.
I'll show
Not
you.
necessarily
Where we
what
at
the whole
time-wise?
episodes.
We are
What?
pushing 3
The,
hours.
I know.
episode, the tribute episode we did to Robin Williams was excellent.
Yeah, I loved it.
That was at Rich's house.
Tyler was on that.
Yes, he was.
Might be hearing things.
Any of
Good
the
job.
couples/Valentine's Day episodes we did always ended up pretty great.
Truffle butter.
For the rare instances where Matt Norman and Crystal.
I was the rare instances where I was single and trying to hit on Jill's single friends, but it never
Yeah.
worked out.
That's true. The one where the 3 of us made our own Christmas movie this past Christmas. That episode
Dude.
turned out amazing.
That is
was
one of my all-time favorite episodes.
one of our
we
best
did.
creative efforts ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
That should be made into a film.
And then
What?
the last thing
We
on
made
my
a
list,
Christmas movie
I
this
wrote
year.
kind of wrote this list in reverse order, but I'm reading it correctly
Really
now.
good.
I think my favorite episode that we ever did was our first Christmas special, where we had the voiceovers and the guest characters
music?
on it,
Yes.
where like we all did different
Did the
voices. on it.
Gollum does a fucking Christmas
Oh yeah,
song.
that was
Zombie Christmas
That
song.
was wonderful.
We recorded it like an actual radio.
Radio.
play.
Yes, where you did like Bill Cosby.
Where I did Andre the Giant.
You did Bing Cosby.
Bing Cosby.
Bing Cosby.
Luscious Fox.
I have a follow-up to that one. Do you remember this? I still have the script to what was supposed to be the Christmas special that
Well,
we were supposed to do.
Wasn't that that's not the one I did where I was
No,
Andre?
We never recorded it.
We also we have the script to the politician.
The politician
That's
one.
what it was, right?
One of the favorite things that you and I did was the Grinch Who Stole Hanukkah.
I loved that.
Oh, that.
skit. That
Yeah.
I
skit was-
fucking
That
love
was
that.
I would love to still do the Christmas special if we can.
Joe, come on.
Well,
Like,
that's what I said. I want to.
You don't have a kid yet? Come
I
on.
want to set up the recording
I have
studio at
kids.
my
It's not
house.
an excuse.
'Cause I
I
have
had
a
pneumonia.
microphone, and I can see if it's omnidirectional.
Wait, what?
Remember I had
Kind of
pneumonia when I
recording
had the show?
Remember there was a phase. I don't remember what we were doing at the time.
Yeah.
I gotta say, my favorite thing to come out of, not my favorite thing, but the thing I'm most proud of doing physically that's come out of it is, like I'm looking at it right now. I'm really happy with myself with our shirts.
Yeah.
Our shirt
the
game
art
is
that I've
fucking
done, like
great.
that design right there, I'm fucking so happy with myself. It's such a nutty notion, especially the way your beard sits right now. Like if you're looking down, it looks like you're like a cartoon head on top of it. But like the luchador head and like the road warrior head.
So, funny story about the shirts. So every episode that I've ever been on always ends with Joe Pravdo, you bought a shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I did today?
Is it on there? Check it out. Check the email.
No fucking way.
Yeah, before I
Joe
came
bought
here.
a shirt and
Before I
Mike
came here.
watched Italian Job.
Holy
the
shit.
same fucking day.
Before I came here.
No fucking
You know
way
what?
that
Second.
Which one did you buy? Which one did you buy?
The logo.
Logo, company logo.
Yeah.
The standard one?
Yeah.
That's a shame. I thought
We
they were better.
have. I know there's a shirt coming that I know you're gonna.
Maybe
want.
he got
Well,
the situation
it was
where he only
between
saw
that
three
one
on the website.
and the X-Men one.
The unruly?
The unruly absurdities one.
You do not know.
How freaked out you were?
Fucking angry.
I was like, no, fuck, because I thought, oh, maybe it's because he was looking on his phone,
Yeah.
so I didn't look on my phone, and I was like,
I pulled up my phone and
The
was
other
like,
day.
It's all there.
The other day, we got a random T-shirt sale, like an legit random T-shirt sale. So I like one of the dudes in my office overheard me talking to my buddy Joe at work about it. And he's like, I didn't even know you sold shirts. And it's like, yeah, a podcast and everything. He's like, oh, let me see the shirts. So I go to pull them up on my phone, and it only brings up 3 shirts. I'm like, what the fuck? So I messaged the guys, and I'm like, can you look this up? And I think both of you responded.
I responded with, yeah, I got them all.
And then Kyle said he had pulled it up on his laptop at work, right?
I was on my phone.
And he only got the 3.
I thought you said you got all of 3.
No, I got all of them. They were all
Yeah.
there.
I read all of
So-
3, and I was like, what a dick way to say
For
you
2 fucking hours when I got
I
home.
really thought that's what you said.
You like me. You
Yeah,
just read
all of 3.
Yeah, read
Messages
just like
I'm
it
trying
looks
to
like
get
that.
it all worked out. It's worked out now. We have a Transformer shirt coming.
oh, no way.
Oh yeah, let's hype it up. We have a Transformer shirt coming. We have a Predator inspired shirt coming. We've got we've got Justin's shirt coming. We've got a Jurassic Park themed shirt coming, which you threw out the idea. I was like, I wonder how I'm gonna do that. I wonder if it's gonna look
Dude,
good.
it's really good.
I threw did you see the one with the texture that I threw in there?
Yeah.
The texture adds.
Yeah.
The texture sells. And then the one that I've been hoping for a while, inspired by the dead man himself, as I started the show, Decade of Distraction shirt coming out.
The 10th anniversary New Year's.
Only going to be around for 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's also
You can't cancel your order now yet.
an
No.
incredible Dragon Ball Z shirt that he did.
It's alright.
That's cool.
No, it's really fucking good. Dude. And the Drunkston 365 shirt, a take on the Austin 316. Instead of
Oh, is that what it was?
Instead of the skull. Podcast Kyle. It's a dumpster on fire.
I love it.
Yeah.
You guys are good.
Last segment I want to get
drawing
into.
them. I'm looking for more icons, more logos to do because it's
I
so
gave him
much
Harry
fucking
Potter.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Harry Potter. What happened? What? That's somebody else.
Watching Star Trek.
You know what? Not crazy.
It's not crazy.
Not crazy.
So the last bit is the future. And what is there anything anybody wants to do for sure? Is there ideas that we have? Like again, I said the wife
Fornicate
and
with a woman. It's been too long.
I, for the podcast.
Oh,
I mean,
The wife and I are going to do the Disney.
it would just be
podcast.
audio, not video, right?
well,
That
if
would
you
be
want to
fun.
sell these days,
OnlyFans.
I'm liking the movies.
you have to be fancy.
I love the
I
videos
do
that we
like. I do. Our movie game has gotten pretty fucking.
Actually, I do have to say, even though it was a hell of a lot of work, this is definitely the best. Well, it is the best movie we've done. Yeah. Hands down. Like we put production value in it.
Would you say? I don't want to be like, oh. Would you say I was kind of the director of it? Because we both do a lot of the creative angle on it.
So-
but when the moment came, a lot of people were looking at me to be like, what do you think we should do? So I felt like the director, and I fucking loved it. It's so much fun. There were moments where I was on screen where you
I
had
would
to.
both of you as the director.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the time I felt like
I feel like we're the
Russos.
Russos.
we're kind of Russo.
We're the Russos.
His name was first.
We're definitely we have to look at each other to be like, yeah. But there were a lot of times I felt like you would look at me to be like, so what do you think?
Right.
More than I would look because like
I'm not trying to.
yeah,
Despite
I
the
know.
show bullshit that I catch.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take control of anything.
Yeah.
I like working as a group. That's why I get mad when this asshole's over here is like, oh, I only got him one month of the show.
So
yeah,
with the movie thing.
Oh, you got Vin. You don't need me anymore. Yes, it's not about me. It's about
still
want.
pretty fucking funny. And I think it's funny that you guys think of yourselves as the Russos when I kind of think you guys are more like the Wachowskis.
I have a dick still.
So do I.
He has a child. He's probably gonna make another one.
Who knows?
Yes, we stepped up the production value on this one.
We did.
I would really like to just
stepped
go
up the writing on this one.
Dude, everything on on Joe's section was legs up.
The only thing I'm mad about.
Do we fuck it? What? Sir, we gotta take a second. What was that phrase you just threw out there?
I got the same.
Are we a chorus line? What is happening? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to fix that.
Chorus line of movies.
Own it, Joe. Joe, do not backtrack.
No, Joe. Be a man here. Be a man here. You have a moment to correct.
No, don't correct it.
Did
Go
he just
first? Keep
Is that
going.
the first Joe?
Hi, Joe.
You know what?
You just have a Joe man?
You know what? Way to Joe.
If you backtrack,
This
you Joe.
magic Joe man.
Yeah.
But I think for the next one, we go all out.
Absolutely.
We green screen.
I don't know. Justin's got to think about green
I
screen.
fucking hate green screens.
Well, then we
If we need a green screen, yes. If he's gonna do superhero stuff, he might have to fly.
I, for one,
we might
love
have to fly.
CGI. You guys know I love CGI.
I
so
want
much.
Joe.
Doomsday's the greatest thing to ever happen in a movie.
She-Hulk CGI is probably the best CGI
I'm
I've
gonna
ever
twerk
seen.
right in your fucking face if you don't knock it off.
Are you gonna see my Megan Thee Stallion unit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Shrek was great. Anyways,
I
Joe.
gotta say, with Joeception was the first time I ever used After Effects.
Okay.
Because there was a shot where I'm in the shot, Mike's behind the one camera, and you totally see a leg in the shot. And
Was it the werewolf stuff?
No, it was the bathroom.
Okay.
It was the first bathroom scene.
Yeah. It's my leg because I had to stand inside the
Yes.
fucking shower.
Yeah.
And it's the only shot that it's the only it's the only take of this that we had. We had to just
Because you were trying to do 2 cameras at once.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to use After Effects. First of all,
But it came out good.
it did, but After Effects is really hard to use.
I'll take a minute right now to say that everybody who was involved with that upped their fucking game. James was incredible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Give him all the props. Kelly came in like a fucking PA master. She's like, all right, there, let's go. This, that. What are we doing? Where's the shot? It's like, all right, Kel, fucking yeah. Kyle was. I hate how like understated you make yourself about things, but you were great.
What do you mean?
Like you're just like, it's all right. But like, you were really good at keeping everybody's morale up in between takes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I'm good at.
I know, but you're also like you were really good when you were in scenes.
Yeah.
The whole under left thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The way I walk.
The way
Yeah.
you
The hands
did
up.
it.
Yeah.
I was like,
great.
I don't know if I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna do this or if I'm just gonna do it, because I was like, so there was a lot less speaking for me in the second one than there was in the first one, right? Like the scenes were similar where I didn't talk in my actual scene, but in the before and after parts, I talked a lot more in the first one. So and in the first one, we did a lot of takes where specifically Justin and I were just riffing in our scenes. Like, I remember there was one scene when we were talking about what we were going to do to Joe. And I just kept coming up with, and I guess this is part of the thing where you guys are like, Kyle's more fucked up than,
Yes.
yeah. And I was just like saying stuff. And,
So his
I didn't really have parts to do that in the second one. So I was just like, alright, I'm gonna try to make my movements as awkward as possible in the scenes that I'm in when I'm not talking.
But like your werewolf work in this, the two of you,
Yes.
was so
I can't wait to
fucking
see that.
And not
I
just
couldn't be back there
that
for that
scene.
part.
the debate, the third dream sequence. The way I put it together is great.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like your acting was really good this time. Not that you sucked the first time,
No,
but like we
but
were all like real timid.
I committed in this
Yeah,
one.
but like the work you've done editing has been fucking above and beyond what
I'd
we've
come
done
home
before.
from work. I'd say to Beth, she's like, I'm like, are you taking a nap? Because she works 2 jobs and she usually naps. And I'm like, are you napping? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm editing. Like, I'd come home from work, sit at the computer.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, edit. Like, I did that. My whole goal was to finish that by the end of last month.
You did a really, really good job.
I love doing these things, being in the like when we were coming around here doing that stuff, and I was working the camera, and we're like, all right, we need to do this. Like the moment where I scared you, like, when we get those little moments, it's like this is fucking fun. I get why these people do this now.
The next one, we up it to, we dial it up to 1,000.
And sitting around, like taking a minute, be like, all right, what's the problem we have in front of us? What's the solution? Looking at each other, and someone just says, "How about we do ABC?" Yeah, that'll do it.
Just finish it, Vinny.
I also realize, and I sound so like full of myself on this, but when we did the debate shit, I didn't realize how fucking good I was.
You were in the moment.
You were
the last one where you did the solo cup thing. That's why I had to put in the trailer. Because I'm going through, I'm like, okay, what do I include in the trailer? And that popped up. I'm like, I have to use this. I have to do it. It was great.
This show has done so much for me as like a person for 10 years. Like, I was very quiet, timid.
Yeah.
We started the podcast.
Was he?
Yeah. Prior to this? You can ask him.
Yeah.
We went to high school together. Well, I mean, he's been known me since first grade.
He's been known me.
He's been known me.
You've been known man.
But like, this show has been there for me through literally the worst fucking parts of my life.
You're gonna cry now?
No. But like, I went through a divorce.
Daddy pants.
I've had kids. I got remarried. I lost my mom. And like,
it's always been a thing that you can do to get stuff out.
Right.
Why is my voice so... Why am I sounding like hungry?
Beer. And like, even the side projects we get to do. Like, I get... Like, we take that week off, and like, we need it every winter. But like, I get fucking almost depressed that we're not doing shit. I've always wanted to do this stuff. I always wanted to be an actor. Mom was like, you're gonna end up living in a fucking car out in LA.
No, we just gotta go there.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to do professional wrestling. I went to professional wrestling school. I never got to do that. So, like, this is the closest I've gotten to do, like, the entertainment stuff. And it's, as a person, it's brought me out of my shell. In a positive way and in a negative way, because some people don't like the fact that I'm so crass. But
I love it.
I don't know. You got a little schmutz. You got some schmutz in the beard.
I can use my hand or my
You got cut in your beard.
Yeah, I got a long drive home. I'm saving it for mind your business.
That's what I like to do.
Fucking people, Jesus Christ.
But like, even though like when he's like, I only got a month left, like that makes me sad. I don't want anybody to leave.
Who?
Well, Kyle.
Yeah, he's threatening.
Like, I don't want anybody to go.
Yeah,
like this is
JF. Hold down for a better contract.
It's good luck. It's like my favorite thing to do. Like, I got upset when you left the show.
Jesus. That was rough.
Yeah.
Like,
we all did.
Like, I was pissed.
Well, Justin and I did.
I was a dark time I was going through.
Like, I'm super psyched that Vinny's a permanent fixture on the show. I'm very excited that James joins us when he can on the podcast. When he can on the main show.
We're happy to have you here when you can.
3,
But I'm like,
4, 5, 6. He's got to do 6.
Whoa. 7. The
7.
fact that we can do the exposing James with him makes me so fucking happy inside.
It is fun. Yeah.
Like, when he's older and can join in, and we keep doing this, I don't want this to end.
I do wonder about Zach, like what his reaction is going to be. He seems like such a cold Tony. Like he just
reminds me of you.
He's
just so laid back to me.
He has Ashley's like no emotion sometimes, but then he's a fucking goof.
Yeah, he's gonna be goony at times.
I'm telling you. When I looked at him as I was pushing him, and I said, "Is Aunt Kelly allowed to do this anymore?"
Like a champ.
Joe,
no.
Joe, I cannot wait for November. Like,
yes,
dude,
it's gonna suck to not have other things going on. It's gonna be weird to like not.
It's gonna
work and do this, but like we need this. I'm
Dude.
so looking forward to November
so much.
for him.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like we've already experienced it with you,
right?
Like, but it's gonna be
Tracy's
us looking at him.
Yeah.
Right. Who's all going?
Tracy, Mike, Ella. Uncle Mike. Ella, Hunter.
For a little bit.
Hunter is going. I didn't think he was going.
No, he's going, man.
No.
Yeah,
For part of it, I think.
most of it.
Too far. Bridge too
Really?
far.
Is that
What?
bridge too far?
I used to talk about Uncle Mike.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Mike.
Gross.
I know.
Oh yeah. Ew.
But like, yeah, the show's been there for a lot of stuff. Like you too, and you.
My life.
This isn't me.
My life has.
Yeah.
That's a long stretch. Don't burn
By
your
the
hands.
fire, everyone like it?
There you go. My life has changed in so many ways in the last 10 years, and there's always been this thing to do, to be like, to just get the shit off your chest. Be like, oh yeah, so yeah, I'm single again.
That's it. Like you get your shit off off your chest, and then we hit all the nerdy stuff, and then there's like the other fun stuff that has happened. Like we would have never years ago ran into the opportunity to talk to someone like Jesse Corman. I mean, J.D. Simo, he did the fucking music for Elvis, which is currently on HBO Max.
Oh wow, nice
Wait,
plug.
you
I
guys
think they need it.
interviewed the dude that did the music for Elvis?
Yeah, and he's a fucking Star Wars nerd.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Like I said, we've made friends with Sophie, who we met through you.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Poppy, who's changed his name 3 times since we started doing the fucking podcast, but I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
He's
like future-wise.
He's vulgar as shit though.
I love him.
Which is
Everyone
amazing.
is fucking. It's like we have number 5 back.
Yeah. I'd like for us to get a few, like...
The goal from now on, from this point on for me, is to get Bernard.
I would love to get Bernard.
He's an intellectual, creative, funny dude.
We would have fun with him.
If we can get a half hour with that guy, but you know it would be more than that, because given the chance to talk, which he isn't a lot on his talk show,
yes,
given the chance to just expound, you know it would be incredible. You know we could have a great back and forth with that dude. But that would also be like, all right, yeah, did you enjoy us? Not to be a douche, but we'd like to talk to Kevin too. We'd like to have both of you on if possible. But
Love to have both of them on.
He is our goal. He is our white whale. He's not even a whale anymore.
He's the podfather.
He's our podfather. We want to get to him.
He'll be in Jersey.
He has the theater.
Well,
Yeah.
he's good at Clerks 3.
Yeah.
He's doing the
That's soon, though.
Mark Bernardin's a great writer.
He worked for Playboy, EW.
He used to be a journalist, and now he's
Playboy.
Yeah, he's worked for so many places. Usually, he started as a journalist, but now he's doing creative writing. He has his own. He did his own comic book. He worked for Marvel. He's worked for DC, but he does the podcast every week or so with Kevin Smith called Batman Beyond.
So he did the Playboy comic books. Is the only reason that I got the
No. He used to do. He used to do like journalism. for
Oh.
Playboy.
He did.
I
What was
love their
the
journalism.
Stephen King show he did?
Oh yeah, he was on Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
He works on shows. He
He's
worked on season 2 of Picard. Or season 3?
2.
Two.
Oh, that show with the great trailer?
Yeah.
He's a great writer, but he's also
Really good
an ridiculously
Yes, I have seen
intellectual
his
guy.
name in season.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
He's just. I always say
Nerd.
like
If he wrote the end dialogue for Q and Picard, I will.
he's like Karnak from the Inhumans. He can see the fault in anything creative, and not just be like you suck for doing it that way. Be like, why didn't you do it this way?
Yeah.
This way is the most. He understands emotion and narrative so well. I want to talk to him on that level, but also want to nerd out with him. I want to
So
talk
bad.
about so many things with that dude, and then that would probably lead, because he's more accessible than Kevin Smith, and then lead to Kevin Smith, where we just be like, hey, here's Kevin Smith. We're going to shut up for an hour and a half and let you talk, because that's just what you do.
But like, and
But
that's
it's going to be on our show.
That's the thing
Yeah,
about
that's the
our podcast, though. We've always said it from the get-go. Like, when we do interviews, we only want to do a little bit of actual, like, normal interviewee shit, and then we want to find and hone in on the one thing that they, like, super geeky about. So with Sophie, she's a fucking nerd when it comes to B-level fucking horror movies. That's where we go. Poppy, him and I connect on anime, and then he's just a fucking nut, man. Like,
food
in general. Like, he's just fun. He's got that energy.
A good interview shouldn't be asking questions. A good interview should be saying a statement that makes the person answer it without even having to. Like, you could end it as a question, but you should just basically be like, this is what I think Is what I think getting a reaction from you. Where's the reaction? There's the reaction. Ooh, that's a great reaction. Here's mine. Conversation over an hour and a half later.
I think one of my favorite interview moments, maybe my favorite interview moment ever, was when you found, like, when we were talking about how much he likes cooking and then the anime thing, and you suggested he watch Food Wars, and then the second time we interviewed him, you brought up Food Wars, and he popped.
Yes.
Like, oh shit, dude, I love that show.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for recommending that to me.
Now, I'm going to go around the group real quick.
To end this, because we were supposed to end it a half hour ago?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Say one thing you're thankful for.
The next 10 years, what are, like,
at
least 3 things, real quick. Things.
One.
I have a couple, but I can be quick.
Start with 3, maybe it'll spawn others.
I'll go Kelly first.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I wasn't ready.
Start with
Things
yourself.
that I would want to do, though? Like, to help?
Whatever.
To help humanity, Kel.
I definitely want to try to get on the show more.
Okay.
I've been...
That's beautiful.
Seamus?
I don't care.
I want to stay off my phone.
You don't care?
Awesome.
I don't
You don't have any goals?
Awesome.
I want to be on my phone less
What are
when
you
we're
doing?
shows.
Back and
Pokemon.
forth. I'm not even on Pokemon.
Addiction.
Turn
It's
it off.
addiction. You're
Put it down.
Yeah. You're just looking at the thing now.
You have no goals.
Let's-
You don't want
searching for a
anything you want to
social
do.
connection.
Not really.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
We have taught you nothing.
Obviously, work on the comic more.
Yeah.
Get at least another issue out, which is primarily my fault. I've been tweaking it a little bit, but actually right now.
I don't blame you.
Other people.
I blame someone else who's taking you away from the things that I need you to do.
Is he still, though?
Right now, not as much.
No,
It's
not as
actually
much.
done.
That's why the t-shirts have been cranking out.
Yeah.
Are we doing all 3 if we have them?
Yes.
Because I have 2 right off the top of my head.
Go for it.
You go for
So the first one is I want to go back to that superhero idea,
Really
story
bad.
idea, rework the idea, and fully flesh it out so that we can actually do something with it. And then the second thing is you guys mentioned wanting to get Bernard on the show. One of the people that I would most want to interview, and it would be damn near impossible to get Donald Glover, but we've talked about before how
It's
much
not that hard.
how much I like him in every facet of everything he does, as an actor, as a singer, as a writer, producer, entertainer in general. Like, I just want to pick this dude's brain and figure out what it's like to have that many plates spinning at once and be so successful at all of it. Comedian also.
I was just hung up on successful.
Successful. You
Had
know
a few,
what?
huh?
You know what?
Vinny?
I'm allowed to fuck up one way to kill, okay?
Yeah, that's right, baby.
What do you
That's
got?
what I think.
I just want
Get
to
that right,
create
baby.
something with you guys.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, a little creative venture with y'all's.
Do you have a concept of your own, or would you like to work on some of the other stuff we have?
Do you have any
well,
ideas?
I guarantee you've got an
own
impetus.
ideas.
You're obviously an idea
Bib.
guy.
Well, I got a couple ideas.
You gotta throw that
Very
big in.
embryo stage. But if you guys want my input on anything, I'm glad to ping anything.
I would love your input.
I definitely want to do a brainstorming session with Vinny so we can see what.
Yeah, we should lay out what we've got for Dark Days, because it's always good with that concept to have someone else's outlook and be like, well, why aren't you guys doing this, or why are you guys doing this? So what we have to have a day where we sit down with you and break down Dark Days and see your take on it.
Love it.
Joe.
Don't damn near a hurricane, baby.
That's right. Only one more $50 baby.
Definitely looking forward to doing more movies. I would love to flesh out Super Glue, like, and actually do them like, you know, as a group. I think we could. It's a great idea, like baseline, and we can build on it as internet shorts. I want to get you guys into my little studio. It'll be fun. Doing more productions. We have a lot of fun.
We
a lot of work.
We have a lot of creative spirit amongst us. We have a lot of good ideas. It's the finding the time. We have a lot of impetus.
It's not even the time. If we could find the cash flow.
If we have the cash flow, we have the time.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the problem. Time is
It
money.
boils down to
It's always
money.
been.
Yeah.
If we had the money, we would have
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Like, it's that classic, if I had $1 million, if I won the lottery. If one of us won the lottery, yeah, we'd have a production studio and we'd all be sitting
I've
there.
said it.
And if nothing else, be creating this stuff. If it never made money, it would be... It's that classic Office Space thing. If you had $1 million, what would you do? It's not about what you would do.
nerdities.
It's not about how you make money.
2024, things go the way it should go for me. I'll move down here. We'll get a little studio in Daddy's basement.
Yeah.
We'll get things going. I got a lot of...
Irons in the fire?
Moving down here?
Fire in the irons?
If things go the way they should go in
I think mine was right.
2024, Babe's got no choice.
You're gonna make her do a thing again?
I will be the breadwinner of both families combined. And
she's an independent woman.
I'll be...
I love Cooper.
Oh yeah, she's great. I'll be the Ned Stark. I'll be the Joffrey Lannister.
No.
I will be...
Even I know not to be the Joffrey Lannister.
Dude.
That's a weird
They're all
two
gonna
to say.
die.
Yeah.
Say what?
They all die.
That's a weird two to say.
Be the Ned Stark or the Tony Stark. Don't be the Joffrey.
Be the Tony Stark.
I'm the head
Well,
of...
no, even he dies, too.
I sit at the head of the table. I sit at the head of the table. People respect me when I walk into a room.
Be the Tony
They
Montana.
acknowledge
Fuck,
you.
they all die.
They acknowledge you.
Be the Roman
They
Reigns.
acknowledge me. They
Be the
acknowledge
Roman
me.
Reigns.
I slight the king,
The Rock.
and he doesn't
He's still
say
going.
shit about it.
Yeah, Dwayne.
The Rock,
Be the
we're
Dwayne.
gonna have a wrestling match.
Be the Dwayne without the
Be the
Cavill.
Dwayne.
Yeah, well, no, he's gonna.
No, he's
Cavill's
not.
gonna be
He's not.
me, The Rock, and Henry Cavill.
He's
We're gonna have
not.
a triple threat match.
Hint of
and
lime.
they're gonna be
Hint
so
of lime
impressed.
right here.
What's that taste?
Hint of lime.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
It tastes like lime.
It tastes right in my
like
mouth.
hint of lime.
They're gonna be so
Right.
impressed with my moves. You'll see.
You got those moves like Jagger?
You'll see.
You know what I think? You know what I think? You know what I think? I think we've been going on for
Hold
3
on, I didn't get to do mine.
You didn't do yours?
No.
Justin, you should have started.
What's yours? We care.
I would like to do a scripted podcast.
Yeah.
I would love to do a scripted
I would love to
podcast.
do one. I've
How do you
listened to
mean?
so many.
Like
Like a radio, like
I want a
old
piece
school
of metal.
radio.
Yeah.
I want a piece of metal that we go like this with,
No.
and it sounds like thunder.
Joke,
and then we
Joe
take, like,
could get a
coconuts and
program.
Yeah, I
You
have.
use that during
I
a
have
brainstorm.
Yeah, Joe's got a soundboard that we can edit stuff into.
Yeah, I have
Dude,
stuff now.
I've listened to so
I
many
have an
lately.
idea.
Like growing up as a kid, I always loved when people would tell me stories. Like, do you remember back in the day in the libraries, they used to play like a tape along with a story that they would read out loud?
Do you want to
I
watch a
did
video
love
and then
that.
you're boom, and
No.
then click?
No, I know what you mean.
So many times we would listen
But like,
to those.
I've gotten into Escaping Denver, the Black Box, which features the kid from Karate Kid Hawk.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah,
I don't
from
know
Cobra
his name.
Kai.
But yeah, I know
Yeah.
the dude.
Stupid podcast.
The
Next one.
Default is another one.
No, but you had like a nice scripted podcast.
But
It's
I want
like
to do
3
a
hours.
scripted podcast. I want to.
It's 2 episodes you're doing here right now.
I would like to
basically.
take the show on. I would like to do a live show.
Oh, in front of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a huge goal.
Yeah.
I
And,
always worry with that like we're gonna set it up and then like crickets.
no one's gonna come.
Yeah.
Just like the
We-
Beatles
that's the
played
thing.
in front of 5 people before they were signed.
Yeah.
Like literally right before they were
So,
signed.
like-
I bet they were like a month
5
into it.
Yeah, but
10 years. After 10
Dude.
years, if we don't have a lot of people coming, I'd feel like
that's
shit.
the thing.
They were doing
Like-
it for a while.
We have the numbers. People listen.
But
Like
would
I
they come?
Yeah, but I
It's
just like I
almost
just
it would almost be like starting over if we were
Like,
doing
here's the
Right.
thing.
Where
I
we-
listen
that's
to
how
a
we
lot
gotta
of
think
comedians'
about
podcasts. They say, until you're at the 10-year mark, then you're a comic. And then people start showing up and
Right.
shit.
Unless you're Chappelle, who killed from the beginning.
Well, he was like in New York at like 18, 17, like
Yeah.
going to clubs and shit
He's
like
an
that.
outlier.
He's an outlier.
But like, we ranked 71 this week out of all the fucking entertainment podcasts on Podomatic.
Yeah.
71.
How many are
A lot.
Thousands.
Yeah.
At least
There was a
72.
lot.
There's
I'm
thousands. of them.
damned if we're
Well,
gonna
we used to
finish
get,
on that.
when I used to look at those
Yeah.
numbers, yeah, there's
Like,
a lot of podcasts.
We might joke.
Hopefully.
We might joke about like how unpopular we are because these assholes don't fucking interact
Yeah,
with
fucking
us.
assholes.
But they're listening.
F and
Yeah.
A.
Also,
We had a random for the first time ever. We had a random T-shirt sale.
I
We've
thought that
had
was someone
people.
you knew.
No.
Because I questioned, is that like a guilt thing or like a...
No.
That was a random dude?
Yeah.
That gives me some...
It was guilt because I guilt them at the end of the fucking podcast. 'cause I
You
turned
said
heel.
both, and I was like, oh, it's a friend.
Yeah,
of-
because I turn heel.
Oh.
Remember? Because I'm always like, you assholes don't fucking buy anything.
Yeah, but the question was, like, is that someone you
already
knew? Or you were
yeah,
straight up.
you
were
turn heel,
fucking
like,
straight up.
like at the end, you flip that switch.
Hey, I've been babyface on the show before.
Oh, baby.
Okay?
But like
really
in terms of the
anti-hero.
live podcast, back to the comedian thing,
Yeah.
they say you have to be able to entertain in front of 3 people or 1,000 people. It should be no different.
Yeah.
So if you show up and there's 5 people, there's 5 people, and
you still
gotta
give it
bring
your
the-
all.
You still play for the.
I'm trying
give it
to
your all.
adopt the Patrice O'Neill mindset of I'm just up here doing my shit. If
Yes.
you don't laugh, I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
But that's the
that
thing.
was
Like,
supposed to
even if it is like Vinny's saying, 5 people showed up. Those 5 people showed up to watch you.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than we don't have any people.
There's truth to that.
Like,
Yeah.
I really would like to do at least one, even if it's just a panel at a convention we
Yeah,
do
because
next
at least
year.
you have a captive audience there. It's
Yeah.
more than likely going to be a smattering of people.
Because, like, we pop each other. And I know from people that I talk to that listen to us, they laugh. Like, there's certain things, like your fucking Schwarzenegger
Oh, me.
the other day killed. Whenever Kyle cringes at something you and I do, people laugh. Like, we could easily do a fucking live show. We would just need to find, like, the right venue and time to do it. And the last thing would be, within the next 10 years, I want to see something we've created on either a big screen or a TV screen. Like, that is my goal now for the next 10 years, is to get something we've done out to the masses.
Yeah. I'd love to get interest from a streamer, even if no one picks it up, to sell to pitch to a streamer.
Yeah.
When we premiere for the public, Joeception, I have ideas on tags that we need to put on for it, so it will pop up in searches.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would have loved to have been able to put this in Kevin Smith's thing this year, but it's not going to be a one-time thing. We might be able to get it into the next one.
With him having the theater.
Yeah. It's an asset we need to
Yes.
look into. I emailed them, and I never got back to them, because they got back to me like that day, so they're on top of it.
He's going to have a room that does shows.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I might be nervous. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have to have like 3
Couple
shots
wobbly
before we
pops?
fucking go on. But like, when we're in a fucking groove, we're fucking incredible.
I know. I feel like the first thing we should open up is just bring up Henry Cavill immediately.
If you and I
Man
start
does
bickering, it's fine. I'll throw a bag of Cool Ranch in your fucking head.
Immediately, just see. There you go, and see how it likes the fire. Okay, I don't need propane.
You know, it'd be very funny if we had bags of chips, and as the argument's going, one of us just keeps shifting them across the table. Like, no, you seem to get them now. No,
We got it.
no, you're doing well.
I have to eat.
Like the scales of time.
That's my
right?
Brad Pitt of it. Like, I'm always eating on the pod. Like, I feel
Hey,
empty.
Rusty.
So I've drank a lot.
Okay, Rusty, you're not alone. Yeah, I'm only 5 deep.
I'm so happy that
7
that
and a
piece
shot.
hit.
You're a mess.
Well,
I'm pretty good. Okay, we have really expounded on a lot of things tonight. Justin got his thing in. Did you delete stuff on there? What do we have? 3.5?
Shit.
It's 2 shows.
It's 3.5.
It's 2 shows. All
This
right.
week.
I thought you were going to say, oh shit, it's dead.
Oh shit! It never
This
started
thing
recording.
died.
Oh, guys, we're gonna have
Oh
to
my
Kevin Smith
God.
show this.
Oh, dude, we are not doing 2 of these.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's the other thing. The Kevin Smith show. We've already talked about that a lot. Never mind. Painful. So, what else is there to say? We already did 3+ hours of it.
Jeff's kiss.
Take it home. Thank you, James. Take it home.
I used to
Tom.
like you. And as always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/Nerdities. Follow us on Twitter @Nerdities. Email us at nerdities@gmail.com. Justin will check it.
I do check it. I currently have 223 emails.
You should double check it then.
Twice.
Chickadee check it before you wreck it.
And check out nerdities.com.
While you're there, ignore the I Support Indie Comics page to ignore the fine work
Okay, that makes sense.
that
Well, tracks.
these independent comic creators and storytellers do, because you have. We're one of them. No one's asked, like, hey, how can I purchase Dark Days of Brickton? Half of that's my fault, because we don't have a way for you to purchase Dark Days of Brickton.
Also, no one's asked, hey, how can I purchase Nerdling?
That
They're
too,
like,
but we
"What's
barely
Nerdling?"
talk about Nerdling.
What's Nerdling? You guys have a kid's
You
book?
have one book? What the fuck's wrong with you? You know, we should give a little love to Pat's wife's Creation by Imagination. She's doing her own book, too.
Is she?
Yes. She does kids' books.
Why don't we get her on the fucking show?
We should.
We should.
Well, we had her here for a party, and she sat up on the fucking balcony.
I was drunk.
No. It wasn't just you. She's a shut-in. That's right, Pat knows she's a shut-in. She'll admit it.
She seemed very cool.
She's a nice person.
Very.
She's an undeniably nice person. She's an Ashley nice person.
Yeah.
But unlike Ashley, she doesn't
put herself out there.
That's the worst.
Okay.
So just bring her along in the conversation.
Back to my spiel.
She can talk. Yeah, spiel.
I guess.
If
you're all about,
Yeah.
your
Well, I was just
thing,
trying to end
ending
the
it,
show.
yeah.
I was
Do
just trying to end it.
Whatever.
Taking it for
I
a
could
landing.
thank them for the 5-star ratings, even though Pat should probably get some more in there because I've only been asking for a couple of years now.
Was he only give you 4.5?
He hasn't done any 5 stars. Joe has.
What is wrong with you, Pat?
Yeah.
But it
Come on,
doesn't
man.
count because
I've
Joe's...
also thumbed up on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
Pat claims to be a not social media kind of guy.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Just the kind of fans we need.
Number one super fan.
Just the kind of fans we have.
That's our number one super fan. You wonder why I cry myself to sleep sometimes.
Subscribe. Do that. We do have a lot of subscribers. People do like to listen. They just don't do anything else. Like telling people we're available wherever you get your fine free podcasts, Podomatic, Podbean, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Google Play, Apple Podcasts.
That
Stream
comes out
us.
smooth.
Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, the Deezer app for all you runners out there.
Amazon
And
Music?
yeah, we're on that too. You could be like, "Hey Siri, play Nerdity's podcast."
Oh my god! No, I listened to one of my episodes exposing games because
Yeah.
it was on there. It was actually pretty good. It's
Yeah,
Smallville.
it's good. It's
Smallville. Yeah.
Smallville? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Smallville's such good shit.
So good.
I rewatched the Flash one today. It was great.
So then we're on Audible.com because, like a good book,
State Farm is there.
we're there.
Right, I always feel like he's gonna say that.
Nerdities
And
is there.
the most important thing is to go to ProWrestlingTees.com/nerdities, NERDATIES.
Or search Nerdities while you're in there if it's too hard to type it all at
that
once.
too.
Or say, "Hey Siri."
And buy
Nerdities.
the t-shirts. Soon, the hoodies. I'm waiting to hear back from Brad.
All year long.
All year long.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I wanted to tell you.
Right.
I want to tell you, my friend Mike at work, who listens to the show, he's like, you know, I listened to the episode where you guys were attacking you about the hoodies thing. He goes, and I think it's a valid point. Maybe you should sell more t-shirts before you get the hoodies. I was like, right? Doesn't that make sense? I'm just to validate
Mike,
myself.
if you're listening right now, you're missing the point from another Mike. The option to have it there should be optional.
Anyways,
Yeah.
You done?
they should do that.
Like hoodies.
They should do that.
I love hoodies. I love wearing
And
hoodies.
go to
He's wearing them right
YouTube.
now.
Right, I have one around my waist.
Go to youtube.com/nerdities and check out. By the time this airs, it'll be up there
Yeah.
because it'll drop the same weekend.
Yep.
Our next short film feature, Joeception.
Woo!
Good time had by all. Great job done by Joseph on the editing. and
Joe
everything.
getting tortured again.
But there we
Some more.
go. That's it. That's all I got to say.
And I'm going to say this one audibly too, because I don't usually do that. The opinions of the Nerdities crew are idiotic and pulleth that out. But 77 years ago, I screwed myself up. Don't worry. Next week's will be far more insulting.
Wait, now I gotta
Oh,
say
you
something.
fucking shut your
What?
mouth, you little
Is
fuck
it to me?
He's supposed to be the ending. What are you doing?
Yes, what are you doing?
Happy 10th anniversary, guys.
Okay,
that was
yeah.
sweet.
Legs, 3.5 fucking hours.
There you go. Fuck
And
bye.
you know what?
What?
A special shout out to our fans, our I guess our number 2 fans,
Yes.
our 2 top fans, listener Lauren
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
and
Shitty Pat Roselle.
Shitty Pat,
Shitty Pat Roselle, number 1 super fan.
Also known
10 years running.
and
No, Shitty Pat Roselle. I think that's on his license.
and listener Mike.
And everybody who also has listened to the show for the last 10 years. And
Yeah,
all
everybody
over the world.
that hasn't
Already
fucking
on
said
the play.
anything.
If you've been with us for 10 years and we don't know your name, make your name known.
Maybe that's the problem.
Reach out.
Maybe we just have no fans that speak English as their first
That's
language.
very possible.
¿Dónde ganaste que te digan Pepsi Cola?
Could you imagine if people
That
are
was
listening to us and
learn
that's how they're learning
Oh
English?
God, I feel so bad for them.
Do you how many people are calling people cunts?
I love you very much. Fuck bye.
Did you ever see Beverly Hills Ninja? And he's like, thanks.
Fuck bye.
You want to go fuck yourself. Fuck bye.
We're done.